Chat, basketball community, basketball world, I really don't know what to say. Usually I'll come in here and I'll know what to give you guys for an intro. All I can simply say is Steph Curry still got it. That man still got it on one knee to win one game against one guy that's supposed to be a superstar, Kawhi Leonard. Steph Curry took his game to the next level. And not just Steph Curry, Draymond Green, not just Draymond Green, Al Horford, and ultimately the Golden State Warriors sent the Los Angeles Clippers and Kawhi Leonard packing in the Intuit Dome last night, y'all. It was spectacular. If you missed it, don't even worry about it because we're about to get into it right here, right now. Also, too, we'll talk about the other playing game. We'll talk about the Sixers beating the Magic, but we'll get to that a little later because we have bigger fish to fry. Who wants to kick things off? Who wants to talk about Steph Curry? Who wants to talk about the Warriors? And who wants to talk about that choke job down in Los Angeles?
I think it's fitting, Mars, that we literally just had a blow up a couple of days ago about both Leonard and Curry, when at no point has Curry ever not been better than Leonard. And Leonard has been on Curry's level in years past. And then we get a playing game like this. I believe this is called poetic justice. I think that's what this is called. This is called poetic justice, no questions asked. Because what we get, Ron, is we get to prove it. Okay, Leonard, at this point in your career, brother, you are, at this point in your career right now, you are one of the 5 best players in the game. And I don't think that that's a question anybody's asked. Steph Curry is hobbled. He's been out for 2 months. He's got a bad wheel. He's clearly at the end. I don't know how much longer we got with Curry. So if you're gonna take him out,
he's hobbled.
If you're gonna take him out, this is the best time to do it. This is the best time to end him. But you didn't do it. In fact, not only did you not end him, he ended you. He turned your water off. He shut the door on you, and on top of shutting the door on you, he came into your building and did it. Let me hold them keys to your crib. Give them up. Give me the keys to the crib. Give me the keys to the car too. And you, I'm gonna prop my feet up on your couch. Poetic justice. We can't make this up. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible, Ron.
Hey, Ron, stop putting up them where's Ox chats and shit like that. Like I've ever ducked. Duck who?
It's not about ducking, Ox.
Duck who? They talk about come outside like I.
Oh no! You definitely gotta come outside.
Like yeah, but Ron, I ain't never sat on the porch. I ain't never hid in the crib. Like, what is this, chat?
Ron,
chat,
if you
what
know
is
Ox,
this?
Ron, you know Ox. If you come to the building, if you come to the house and you go, yo, Ox, does he come outside every time, Ox?
Chill, yes, but you want to.
What we doing?
It's funny that you say that though, Chill, because with Ox being my good friend,
stop insinuating.
Nobody's insinuating that you're ducking. What we're insinuating is you got to fade and you finna get your ass kicked today. That's what we're. Hey, nobody said Kawhi Leonard was ducking yesterday. All we simply said was that Kawhi Leonard got a fade against Steph Curry, and he took that fade. And now today, buddy, in your jersey, you may have to take that same fade.
We could do that. We could rumble. I'm not worried about none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is what I explained to y'all yesterday. This is what I'm trying to figure out. What is this? Ox, you better apologize. Ox, I thought this. Ox, I thought that. No. That's what I thought. That's what I told y'all.
Ox, you falling for
so
it. You falling for it. You falling.
I'm not falling for nothing, Pin. I stand on nuts.
No. You falling for this dude trying to pull right now.
No, I mean everything I said, Pin. I meant it.
No, I know you did. I know
everything I said yesterday, everything I said last week, everything I said last month, I still mean today.
No, I believe you. But I think what we are all falling for right now is by talking about what happened to Kawhi Leonard yesterday in the fourth quarter, we might just dodge a subject about what happened to another star player in the game before.
Oh, you want to
star
talk
player.
about Paolo?
He trying to talk about Paolo. Okay, yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, what?
All right, Pin.
We will get to
No,
that.
no, wait. No,
We'll
Pin,
get
go
to
ahead.
that.
Deflect.
Don't
No,
worry
no,
about
go ahead, Pin. Deflect.
Okay, yeah,
Don't worry
cool, I
about
guess.
that.
We
Hey, no,
will
Mars,
not be
I'm-
talking about Paulo
Hey,
Banchero
hey,
in
Mars,
the
hey,
first
Mars.
hour of this show. I'm
Mars,
sorry,
before
Pin.
you-
You
wait,
tried
wait,
it.
before-
No.
Nah, see, Pin, what you gonna do, Pin, is you gonna activate Mars. Mars, chill out for a second.
No, that's just cute. It's cute.
Let's
That was
let's
admirable.
continue
that
to
you
have
guys
fun.
did that.
But now continue, Chill. Go ahead. Because wait. What I want to do, Chill, first is let's not create this Steph Curry hobbled narrative. Okay, let's just talk about what we saw last night without the extras, without the all that extra.
Well, we do have to add that
that's
in
crazy.
because he did lead the game, and I was worried. Yeah, he did lead the game. I was worried about the knee, but he obviously came back. And I mean, he had 27 in the second half. I've said this to you guys countless times. I still stand on it. I've seen plenty of players who don't have it going early, and these are the great ones that don't have it going early, but they'll lean on their guys just to make it clear to them. Yo, just keep it close. You keep it close, and I'll end it. And what I saw last night was I saw Draymond Green come in the huddle, and he didn't necessarily say this, but I saw Draymond Green and Steph Curry on the same page in the huddle, looking at him and going, can you score the rest of the points? Don't worry about that guy. I'll deal with him. Don't concern yourself. None of you guys concern yourself with him. I'll deal with him for the rest of the night. If he scores on me, if he roasts me, then that's what it is. But don't worry about him. I'll deal with him for the duration. I think that what this Golden State Warriors team did was a glimpse of what they could have been throughout the course of the season. What they could have been throughout the course of the season. And to Ox's point, Dominican Dirk showed up last night, and with Dominican Dirk
Dominican Dirk.
Dominican Dirk showed up last night. I love his relocation, Ox. Not only do I love his relocation and cracking the long ball, I hated the Clippers' transition defense and not finding him. I love the fact that Porzingis stretched the defense and took advantage of their lack of size. Mars, what do you call Ty Lue? And what have you always called Ty Lue? The small ball. And never adjusted to them going to the double big lineup. Didn't do that at all. So with the things that I saw last night that I was the most impressed with, it wasn't even Steph Curry being who he is, because I mean that's who Curry is anyway. So I kind of seen it so many times, so I'm almost numb to it. If that makes any sense, it's what I saw from Draymond, even hobbled, because like you saw him grab his leg, but him still saying, "Don't take me out. I'm gonna deal with him." And he's going to be the difference in why we win. He's going to do his thing, which is Curry. This guy is going to be the difference in why we win. And I'm going to slow him down. And I think that's what happened last night.
Wasn't nothing wrong with him. He grabbed his leg. Wasn't nothing wrong with him. See, you keep throwing this hobbled. Wasn't nothing wrong with Draymond. And he had plenty of help out there. I mean, of course, Draymond did what he did. But I'm tired of this. Oh, Draymond clamped him narrative. They was all over him. Now Draymond. Why not? Yes, we are. We are going to talk. We are going to talk about basketball. Chill. I didn't say he didn't. I said he might. You can clearly see he was the primary defender, but it wasn't like Draymond just stood there by himself, mano y mano. There was two, 3 possessions that you could say that for sure. But Kawhi was getting hounded, and Kawhi for the most part did what he was supposed to do. I mean, for the most part, he made the correct passes for the most part. That's the thing. That's the thing. So if you're watching the game, what I see is they faded that. Like they faded Steph. Steph did what we all talked about. Steph was more than capable of doing, and then Al Horford came through. And proved why he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. That was
what this is turning into.
That was beautiful.
So Al, the only one you want to give credit to?
The Steph Curry stuff, though.
You didn't see those?
Ron, you know what time it is with Steph Curry. I said this yesterday what Steph Curry could do and what we were worried about. And I believe for the most part we faded that. And then Al Horford won them the basketball game.
What does that mean, Ox? We faded that. Can you explain that?
Because what Steph Curry did is something that's already expected of Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? It was for the most part, it was inconsequential. It was Steph Curry.
So I got punched in the face, and I expected that. So
It was you know a lot of jabs, a couple of crosses. You know what I'm saying? And Al Horford came through with that big shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, damn, Al.
Focus, Moss. Focus.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, Al, what you? Calm down, brother.
With the Steph Curry stuff, and I know we've spoken about this before, but my thing is like, Steph Curry yesterday is the perfect example of why I think that the older players are redefining what getting old in professional sports looks like now. Like, we are waiting every year for Steph Curry to drop off. We are waiting every year for LeBron and Kevin Durant just to become completely washed, but it doesn't seem to be happening. And I think we're getting to the point now in the NBA where more and more stars, the truly, truly great ones, will tell the game when they're ready to walk away rather than the game telling them. Because sports usually is unforgiving and it forces you out before you're ready. But these guys are just holding off Father Time. And I think that with a combination of sports medicine, how these guys are recovering, I don't see a world where Steph's like not effective in even deep into his 30s. Like yesterday, he's playing on one damn leg, man. And he's having, what was it, chill 22 in the second half? Like, it's just 27. Like, it just feels inevitable. And you just felt it was coming, like an avalanche was coming. Like, it's just, these guys are just, it's just a special time in the league, man, for these older guys. I don't know.
What can you say about
Guy Santos, man? Shout outs to Guy Santos. That's really one of my most underrated role players in the league, man. I feel like ever since I've been watching him as a rookie, I really liked him. So it's really crazy to see like how they get rid of Jonathan Kuminga, right? And he's not Jonathan Kuminga. He don't have the talent level, athleticism, flash that Jonathan Kuminga has, but he just works so much better with what they want to do with Steph, and he just buys into his role. So shout outs to him, man.
Hey, so I have a couple questions. I'm assuming Mars has a couple questions. I know the chat has a couple questions. My first question is, so do the Warriors not have no low-ass boys?
I don't think that they do.
Knock, 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 knock.
Mm-hmm.
You. Ron, those words never came out of my mouth, bro. I don't know. Y'all not just go. Y'all look. Y'all clearly know how I feel about Kawhi Leonard, but y'all not gonna put no words in my mouth. Like y'all, that's what I'm not gonna come up here and
asked the
like
question. I never said that you did.
No,
I want to know how you feel if the Warriors have any low ass boys.
What you're trying to do? You're trying to get nasty. You're not gonna put no words in my mouth, but like not at all. This all started because me and Penn was up here. We had the back and forth about 17, 16 Kawhi. I told y'all the truth, stood on facts. Okay, yeah, the passing shit, all right, I went a little overboard. Other than the distribution conversation we had, everything I said was pure facts. And y'all want to turn that into a yesterday conversation? Y'all want to try to force me to say something I didn't say? You're not going to put words in my mouth.
This did not start with that conversation.
You not going to put words in my mouth, Ron.
Chill town. All right, I'm gonna say something verbatim.
Okay, let's do that. Verbatim.
Who's the best player in the NBA
today?
Yeah.
Well, Giannis is hurt. So I'm saying, what you want me to run? What are you asking me?
You said it was Leonard, Ox.
This absolutely. Kawhi.
All right. So that's where the conversation starts.
No. I said it was SGA and then Kawhi and Jaylen Brown. I did say that. Absolutely, I said that. So what now? What now? What you want me to walk that back because of 1 quarter of basketball?
No,
are you out of your mind?
No, it's not 1 quarter.
Hold on. Hold on, wait. Are you out of your mind, Ron? You want me to walk that back? Is that what you're telling me? You want me to say that I'm wrong about that? I don't think I am.
When we get into spaces like what we got into last night in a win or go home situation, we look for the best players to go band for band. It's you against me because we can X and O all day long. We 100% can do that. But when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, it is now you and me and who performs and who doesn't perform. That's the most important thing.
Is that what you saw last night?
That's really not what happened, Joe.
Is that what you saw last night?
That's not what happened. But that's what's supposed to happen. But that's not what
Why?
happened.
So
No,
Kawhi's
you're supposed to
get
win the
doubled
basketball
and
game.
triple teamed. He's supposed to get doubled on the post touch. He's
Yep.
supposed to get doubled and blitzed on the
Yep.
blitzed on the pick
we don't
and roll.
say anything. We don't do any of this, Penn, when James gets doubled. We don't do any of this.
yes,
when
we do.
Shaq
Yes,
gets
we
doubled.
do.
We don't do. No, we
Why
don't.
do you think?
We don't do any. We don't do any of this when Curry got three
whoa.
guys on him crossing half court or two
Chill. When's
guys
the
on
last
him
time
crossing
LeBron
half
James
court.
won a
We don't do this
championship
with him.
without another top
That's just
75
not-
player?
Wait, chill. We don't do that.
Hold on.
Are you
chill.
saying that we only talk about people getting blitzed when it's Kawhi Leonard? So we didn't just have this conversation with Kevin Durant. We don't do this with Luka Doncic. We don't. Is that what you're telling me? Chill. Are you trying to say that we're just giving Kawhi grace for getting blitzed and doubled when we talk about this with everybody that gets blitzed and doubled? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying to answer your question, when these guys, Luka gets blitzed and double team, how he splits the double team.
Luka is a great passer.
Okay,
Kawhi
Luka
is
a
not.
great. Okay, and the point is that when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, Luka has the basketball. When we get into the meat and potatoes of the game, the other player on the team has the basketball. Whether they're getting blitzed, whether it's one-on-one coverage, they have the basketball, and we expect these guys to deliver, whether they get blitzed. Because when James gets blitzed and he makes the right play, he's soft. When
great passer.
We don't call LeBron soft. Them other people might call LeBron soft. I say LeBron made the right plays.
He did make the right
play. When LeBron even way back when LeBron kicked it to Udonis Haslem on that baseline, I said that was a great pass, Bron. We talk about this all the time. We talk about the difference between Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and LeBron James and how they're going to force up good looks and he's going to make right plays. We do that. So you can't bring those barbershop narratives about stuff we never said. Okay. Yes, that is because only certain people will call LeBron soft in those situations. We never did that, Chill. Right, so I never did that. Okay, and also I do feel like Kawhi Leonard made the right pass out of those blitzes. I think he got ripped by Draymond that time. Game was pretty much over already at that point anyway. But he got ripped by Draymond. Other than that, when they're blitzing him, I think Kawhi's making the right passes.
Okay, so with Kawhi Leonard getting blitzed, like he's never gotten blitzed before, right? Because he's been blitzed in the past. So that's
and he makes the right passes.
Okay, sure. So that's how you take Leonard out of the game. So when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game,
all we got
to do is blitz Leonard. We blitz Leonard, get the ball out of his hands. He doesn't relocate. He doesn't come back and get the ball. He doesn't look for the right spot.
No, he was trying to, and Draymond did his job and denied him the ball. And Draymond did the right thing and denied him the ball. Kawhi made the right play. Kawhi made the right play, passing out of those high blitzes, out of those doubles, and for the most part, chill. They were winning the basketball game by doing that.
So he got shut down.
So that was my point when I said I think what Steph Curry was doing was obviously phenomenal because that's what Steph Curry does. Phenomenal shit, right? I've said that multiple times. I told y'all yesterday, dude got the biggest gun on the block. We know this already.
Right.
Okay, so this isn't no Ox versus Steph Curry type situation already. So let's get that out the way right now. Right. I want to make sure that that's established. Just because I said he was a cone on defense last week doesn't mean that I wasn't up here trying to convince y'all for years that this is the most dangerous man you've ever seen on the basketball court. That's established already, right? So when the scheme with them blitzing Kawhi, him coming off the ball, it was working for the most part of the basketball game. They led for the most part of the game, right? Sure. I still think that was a good scheme for the Warriors, and I think that the Clippers responded. Now, then what happens in my mind is I don't think anybody was expecting that what Al Horford did when Al Horford did what he did.
That was just to get us back in the game.
Whoa. Ox, you weren't expecting that?
I wasn't. I got big love for that first ballot Hall of Famer, but I didn't expect him to come off and make that quick run like he did. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Yeah, that motherfucker turning out.
Was you expecting this?
Who you talking to me?
That was just to get us back in the game. That's all that was just
chill. To your point about them doubling and I ain't trying to defend Kawhi now. The Warriors just did a genius game plan on when they doubled him. Like they waited till like fucking 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Like, and it's part of the Clippers' fault too, because like they was running some bullshit ass offense and then they'll get the ball to Kawhi and then by the time they double him, it's not like I saw somebody saying Kawhi can't pass. It wasn't really shit for him to pass it to. Like, motherfuckers running right next to each other. And, like, everybody sticking on the perimeter. It wasn't like...
not to have an impact at the end of the game.
Okay, but Jordan,
I mean,
I
but
like that you mentioning this.
It's the time.
So,
it's the
so you're
time.
saying like
He was
are you saying like the system around him was not designed for him to have better passes available to him? Like maybe if they'd gotten better spacing.
I mean, yeah, I think if they would have got better spacing, yeah, it would have worked. But I'm saying the timing of when the Warriors doubled was just genius. Like the way that they doubled, when they sent the double, who was next to him was genius. I don't know what passes y'all wanted Kawhi to make. Them niggas wasn't open, really. Like them niggas sent the double at the last minute when the guard would be at the top. So you got motherfuckers at half court, basically. And they doubling. Like, them motherfuckers wasn't open. Like, I don't know what y'all mean, Kawhi.
But Drench, though. He's the best player in the NBA. But Drench, though. Can't nobody hold him. Hey, but Drench, though. The defenders is little-ass boy, but they little-ass boys.
The same thing with Curry.
Yeah, you get that motherfucker at half court, you can double him.
Well, here's the thing.
Wait, Ron, who's a little-ass boy?
Draymond.
Who said that?
Draymond ain't no little bitty boy.
Who said that,
man? I was under the impression that everybody that guards Kawhi is a little ass boy.
Who said that?
Big Ox. I'll get back to you.
Ron, if you're gonna be nasty, at least be nasty.
I got you. I'm finna. Hey, it's finna get.
Right
no. It's finna get nasty. I promise you that.
You so much
because
You're so much better at being nasty. Typically.
Yeah. We have questions and we need answers, Big Ox. But before we do that, what's good, Swiper? What's good, KB? We're gonna get to everything you guys need to get to. But first, we got to talk about the Game Time app, because here's the thing: after what we seen Steph Curry do to Kawhi Leonard last night, I know nobody wants the opportunity to miss good old playoff basketball. And this is the best way to do it on the Game Time app, because if you don't know, now you know that this is the easiest way to get last minute tickets. Now, we've been in the Motor Center. We did a live show there. I've went to a bunch of games this year. And the best part about the Game Time app with getting into the game, into the Motor Center, into any NBA arena is that you can get last minute deals on tickets right up to the start of the event. So you know what? I could have missed the first, the second, the third quarter, and I still could have pulled up last night in the fourth quarter to watch Steph Curry put his foot up Kawhi's you-know-what. But also, what's even better is that they have sneaky deals and the lowest prices guaranteed. So not only could I have watched one of the best Steph Curry performances of the season, I could have watched him kick Kawhi's ass for cheap last night. If you want those same perks, you should download the Game Time app, use code PLAYERS for 20% off, and then you maybe can watch, well, you can't watch Kawhi Leonard no more. His season's over, but you could potentially watch Kevin Durant. You could watch Anthony Edwards. Hey, you could even go to Denver and watch Nikola Jokic. Hey, Scotty Barnes. All of it's on the table right now if you download the Game Time app and get in the game. We'll see you at the Motor Center. All right, KB. Obviously, you wanted to come up here and ask some questions and have some conversations. We all know that you are potentially the biggest Steph Curry fan up here.
Yeah, definitely. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm the biggest Steph Curry hater in this motherfucker. And
You're not a bigger Steph Curry fan than me.
Let me move you right there, then.
So
Oh, man.
I understand.
Yeah, shit, I'm just hating, period. I was hating on that little nigga last night. That nigga, what that nigga finesse 2 times say, if we get into a fight and you hit harder than me, you gonna
I
die.
just want to know why expectations change for some people. That's what I want to know, because what I listen to when I listen to PC, of course, a great podcast, of course, but what Ox was saying was Kawhi was the best player in the NBA. Kawhi's a better basketball player than Steph. But in this game, and Kawhi's a better defender than Draymond Green. That's what he was arguing in those mid-2010s too. Why wasn't late game Kawhi Leonard guarding Steph Curry when he already had a 20-point quarter? Before he put up a double-digit
when was Kawhi Leonard the best
quarter
defender in the NBA?
in that same game? Why couldn't he get the ball in the fourth quarter in any spots? Even the same player, in which I think you retracted the statement about the passing and playmaking, couldn't create out of a double. He was forcing 4v3s, passing the ball to the short man, and wasn't able to make the proper pass at the right time. And we're talking
What
about
was
a
the
player
proper pass,
who's
though?
quote,
Who
he was-
should he have passed the
the
ball to,
short
Kevin?
roll pass was there, and he was getting blitzed. He couldn't pass out the double, let alone passes. He couldn't even get the ball to then make a play for himself. The same person that we talk about, the money mid-range, the elite three-point shooting, can get by anybody, has strength to rise over the top, couldn't get by Draymond Green, who this season, I've been watching every Warriors game, has not been to the level that he's shown just last night. He's clearly been regressed. So I would like
clearly
I
been
would like
regressed. Crazy.
he's worse than he was last year, 100%.
No, he
Especially
ain't. Didn't I see the
defensively,
whole
yeah,
season?
This
Defensively.
season,
Okay.
this season, from what he was last season, he was a decoy candidate. This season, he hasn't been near that level, in my opinion. I'm a Warriors fan. I watch it.
Kawhi was a what last season?
He was a
Talking about Draymond.
decoy
Talking about
level
Draymond.
defender last season.
No, he
I'm
talking
not
about
saying he
Kawhi.
was the
No, he
decoy.
talking about
He's talking about
Draymond.
He's talking about
Draymond.
Draymond. He's talking about Draymond.
Oh,
Anyways,
So
though,
what? So are you asking
my thing is with my thing, Ox, is the expectation. No. I'll leave the question like this. The expectation doesn't make sense with what you're saying about Kawhi. I understand you have a bit of bias. He's your favorite player, but at the same time, you can't call a player the best player in the NBA.
It's not bias.
You can't
But
call
he
him the
didn't
best
call.
player
He
in the
didn't call him
NBA.
the best player in the NBA.
No. Wait. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on.
I
Because
just wanna-
because
you
you
can't say
ask
the
you
things
asking
you
questions.
say.
You asking
You can't say the
questions. I can't say those because you're asking me. You're asking
10 people
Go
up
ahead.
here. Oh my.
Ron, wait, hold on, Ron. Wait, Ron, real quick, Ron. These is your reinforcements? Ron, these is your reinforcements?
Wake it up.
These,
Wake
hey,
it up.
hey.
Yeah. Wake it.
Hey, don't call no reinforcements.
Wake it.
Just call me. Hey, I bet you I get them niggas off your block.
Real talk.
These the niggas you call for
The
me?
expectation,
These the
the
niggas.
expectation on Kawhi is way different
Ron,
than
these the
the
niggas
actual
you call?
reality.
These the niggas.
You
Hold on,
These
hold on,
niggas
hold
right
on,
here?
wait,
I
wait,
bet you
no,
I
no,
get
no,
these
no.
niggas
Wait,
off
wait,
your
wait,
block.
Baby,
You
hold
came
on,
up here,
hold on.
Ox.
Hold on,
Literally right
baby,
now.
look.
Wait a second.
Look,
Hey, hold on,
What
real
is that?
talk. Because
What is that, bro? What is that, real talk?
KB said something, I want to respond to it.
Real talk, what is that?
I'm doing the Kawhi right now.
He's folding.
Was that Kawhi and Kalani out there last night? I can tell the goddamn difference. What happened to your man down the stretch of the game again?
Stop yelling so I
Swiper
can
gonna
hear
wake
you.
it up in a little bit. Swiper gonna wake it up in a little bit. So I already know I ain't even got to do it. Swiper gonna wake that up.
I
Go
got
got
Swiper
me
here.
back
What's a good
in fourth quarters repeatedly when his team need him. Chill, you not loud enough up here. You told these niggas the Clippers weren't going
So
to the
fix your
playoffs.
mic, bro.
And guess what? They have right at home.
Fix
not
your
going to the
mic.
goddamn
Stop screaming.
playoffs.
Real talk.
Real talk, your mic.
Thank you.
Real talk.
Hey, school supplies been bought. It's damn near summertime. You irrelevant right now. Back to Kawhi Leonard. Me, Chill, been on the right side of history all year, and now it's time for the Roosters to come home. It's time for the Roosters to. Hey, tell us what happened to your boy. He's supposed to be the best player in the league. Hey guys, every time Kevin Durant got double teamed and he turned the ball over, the next episode was an indictment and an assessment of Kevin Durant's career the entire time. So, if that's going to happen to KD, I want to know what we're doing with Kawhi Leonard. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
Catch your breath now.
Go
Catch
ahead,
your breath.
KB. Go ahead, KB.
Let's because I'll no.
Ox, go ahead.
Because KB asked some questions. I would like to address those questions. You were talking about Kawhi Leonard supposed to be the best defender in the NBA. Yes, he was for the time I said he was 7 years ago, 8-9 years ago. I didn't say he was the best defender in the NBA. That's the answer to that question. What else you said?
I'm asking you about the expectations. Why?
What expectations of what?
You have a higher expectation, or at least some people on this panel do, about Kawhi Leonard and how he likes to perform in a game in which it was high stakes, a playoff-like game, where the physicality obviously rise. Yeah. Where was he? He wasn't making plays on the basketball court. In the fourth quarter, he was not effective. The scoring wasn't there. He couldn't even get the ball to then score. When he got the ball and he got blitzed, like superstars do, he couldn't make any proper reads or even
So
keep the ball
you
or
answering
even
your
keep
own
the ball
question.
alive.
You
The
answer your own question. I don't got no in-depth insight to what was going on. You answer the question. You answer your own question.
Even if I answer
You
my
said
own question,
you talking about
how do
what's
you
going
see
on.
these
You talking about the
flaws
scheme.
and
That's
the
the
expectation
scheme.
for you is
What
he
do you-
still
what
the
do you-
best player
so-
on the floor when he's getting outplayed thoroughly?
So okay, so you're asking me why I have expectations of Kawhi? Because I think he's a great basketball player. That's why I have expectations of those.
How many
We
finals
know
MVPs
he's a
does he
great
have?
basketball player.
Wait, wait, wait,
That's irrelevant, Pin. That's irrelevant, Pin, because he didn't get a Finals MVP this year.
He got two. He got two.
No, but you're
Luka and Cade
asking me. You're
What is he
asking
holding
me
the number two up?
Two finals
don't worry about
MVPs.
that. Don't worry about those Finals MVPs. That was then. You're asking me why do I have high expectations of Kawhi? I'm telling you because I think he's a great basketball player. You're saying what happened? What happened is he got blitzed. He got blitzed. I mean,
I'm not trying to hear this. He got blitz shit.
Why you not trying? Why you not trying to hear it?
When dudes get blitzed, I'm not trying to hear this shit.
What are you not buying?
Bullshit.
Wait. What do you?
No,
How
man,
is
I'm
it
not trying to hear
bullshit?
this shit.
He
All
gets
y'all gotta do
blitzed
is
and he
just go watch
passes
the
the
turnover.
ball.
Because
This is
that's
not the first time
what
Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard has been blitzed. This is not the first time Kawhi Leonard has been doubled.
The same
And
way
when Kawhi
when
Leonard
KD is
cooks
getting
people
hard
when he gets
up.
blitzed,
Chill,
when Kawhi Leonard, no, I'm not
chill.
chilling. Because this is bullshit.
Chill, your mic
This is
No, it's not.
bullshit.
But do y'all see?
What's
do y'all
the bullshit?
See when
This
he
is
got,
bullshit.
Do you
Because
see,
if Kawhi
What's
Leonard
the
went off
bullshit?
last night,
Do
and
you
if they
see
get
when he
blitzed,
got?
we would have
No,
got up
but do you
here
see-
and we would have heard how awesome this dude is.
But do you see when
Yeah,
he
we
got
would have,
blitzed?
and we're not
I
hearing
keep
that.
when he got blitzed. And
Okay, I keep asking y'all the
Oh,
question.
this is bullshit. Yo.
Who was he supposed to pass the ball to when he got blitzed?
He was passing the ball.
Okay.
No,
so-
hold on. No, I'm talking about just off his turnovers alone. Who was he supposed to pass the ball to?
The open guy.
There was a play in which he.
That's what we was
Where
talking
was
about.
it got?
He
Hold
got a ball
on.
screen from. I'm literally saying it right now. There was a play in which he got a ball screen from Brook Lopez. There was a short roll. He took a long time to then make that pass. Then he eventually made it. The help came over. There are certain times and pockets of like time in which you make that pass, in which we talk about.
Yeah,
Steph
when
or
you
Luka
know,
or anybody else.
Hold on. Yeah,
he didn't make the
when
pass
you
at the
know-
right time. That's his fault.
Okay, first of all, I know exactly what play you're talking about. That's one play that you're talking about, and
But
yeah,
you
it's a
asked
lot
me when.
easier.
I just brought you a play right now. That is
All right, well, hold on.
There's
Niggas,
more
I
than
can tell
one
you
play-
when.
there's more
Let
than
me
one
tell
play
you.
in
Let me
a
explain it.
quarter of
Let me explain it
basketball.
for you then. Let me explain it for you then. When it's a difference when you running a pick and roll at the top of the key, and there's not Darius Garland coming from a dribble handoff from behind your goddamn back until when somebody else coming up, and then you try to make a play, and you can see that from a mile away.
Preach.
That play that you talking about, Steph Curry and Porzingis is right behind Brook Lopez, right? He could have made the short road. He missed it. That happens
So
one
how about
time.
this for an idea,
Go to
Drench?
the other 4 turnovers
So how
and
about
look
this-
where the open man is.
So how about this for an idea, Drench? How about this
And
one
the others,
idea?
he has 6 turnovers. Another turnover was
He had
offensive
5.
foul.
Can we let
Or-
Chill talk,
another
please?
turnover was offensive foul.
So
Another turnover was him getting
It
stripped.
was a weak
by
ass offensive
Draymond.
foul too, by the way.
Mars,
And
you and I had
then
this
there was
conversation.
obviously the pass turnover as well.
Yes.
I
it
don't know
was.
what the other 2 turnovers were. I just remember like 3 of them. But I don't know
Regardless,
what
it was
the other
bad
4 of them.
spacing. That motherfuckers running dribble handoffs with Darius Garland running behind Kawhi,
Okay,
damn
sure.
near at half court.
Right. So
And then
these
they
are the
got the
things you
corners,
have
and then everybody in the corners are hiding in the corners. Like those are very, and the way the Warriors played it, they did it perfectly because they
But
knew that
Drench,
Kawhi get doubled in the post. He don't necessarily get doubled at the top a lot of the times. So they
he
knew
wasn't getting
that,
the ball in the post because he couldn't get off of Draymond, is what I'm saying.
all right,
Like,
but we just talking about the playmaking passes right now. You want to shift the argument to like 7
I'm
different
not
things. Let's
shifting
just
it.
stick
You're
to
talking.
one.
He just had a lot of
I'm
flaws. There's a lot to shift.
Yeah, he
Like-
did. I feel you, but I'm just addressing one. I'm just talking about the one with the
But
double
this is
team.
my,
where
and I
y'all say
understand.
he was
I
supposed to pass
understand
the
what
open
you're.
man.
I understand what you're saying because we say the same thing when it comes to KD. He shouldn't be, and I've been saying this. He shouldn't be handling the ball as much at that size because he's going to be prone to turnovers, similar to Kawhi, even though Kawhi's a bit smaller.
I don't
as
think
well.
that was the case though.
I'm saying though, besides even the passing and playmaking part, which Ox, to his point, he said he doesn't really believe. I think he said he went too far with that, so I'm not going to be honing in on that too much. What I'm saying is even the other stuff about being off ball, getting the ball to them in your spots, he wasn't getting it. He couldn't get off of Draymond off the ball.
You're just
And
repeating
that is an
yourself.
issue for someone who is a high caliber scorer
times.
like him. That's definitely an issue. Not being able to receive the basketball and even then being forced to take extremely tough shots. Like one of the field goals that he made against Draymond was literally a high 5 midi that was extremely tough. And I'm like, Ferris, bro, you're one of the best mid-range shooters in the league. You got it. Outside of that, he wasn't getting niche. Every single basket that was made for the most part.
I don't think
was
anybody's
made
disagreeing
out.
with what you're saying, KB. I don't think anybody's disagreeing with the fact that Kawhi got off the ball and then Draymond was face guarding. It was hard for him to get the ball back. There's no argument here.
Well, I think one of the other issues is
an issue though for him not being able to get the ball.
is looking through some of the possessions.
Go ahead,
from last night.
Swipe. Go ahead, Swipe.
Sure.
Looking through some of the possessions from last night is not only
Keep
Kawhi
cooking, Swipe.
Kawhi could not consistently beat people off the dribble, but he also couldn't screen. So when they were trying to get Draymond Green off of him and switch him on the pods, Kawhi's not a good enough screener, nor did he kept trying to slip instead of setting a full screen, and so therefore they couldn't actually get like a switch going at all. So I think the issue is when Kawhi can't beat you off the dribble, which is he hasn't been able to do that consistently for years. What he does well is pull up jumper.
Yep.
Yeah, is when he can't beat you off the dribble, he has to get off the ball or shoot over the top. If you are guarding him with a very supreme athlete or a supreme defender, he's not a great screener to get him off in order to get the switch. And then on top of that, like you can't exactly put Kawhi like in pick and roll and ask him to do something that Darius Garland would do. So I think this is not by the way, this isn't like a crazy criticism jump on Kawhi. I still think Kawhi was first team all NBA this year. That has nothing to do with this. I think the issue is that when you get into heightened playoff situations, you do not have the ability to utilize Kawhi in the same level you have to use other star ball handlers because he doesn't have the ability to create space. He doesn't have the ability to drive by you consistently. He doesn't have the ability to play make at a high level. And then he doesn't have the ability to get off of like great defenders consistently.
At this point of his career.
Yeah, we're talking about Kawhi now. Yeah, Kawhi he doesn't do that. Like Tatum.
Why do you say he's not a great screener? Why can't nobody screen for him though?
Well, I'm watching the possessions now. Is that even when
and then you got blitzed, and then you complained about where was he meant to?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about off the ball. I'm talking about with Draymond face.
Well, I'm saying they're trying to, but
because Draymond was top blocking, so realistically you would cut back door. But Kawhi doesn't have any level of explosion to create separation, so you end up running.
That's why he don't cut back door.
Yeah.
Damn, Kawhi don't know how to cut back door.
You can see occasions in which he does cut back door. Also, Benedict Mathurin missed him on one, so like there's also that. Like he's got missed.
Yeah.
So like that's part of it, but the other part of it is when Kawhi doesn't have a clear strength advantage.
Yeah.
It's Rise.
You saw what happened.
Right. Yeah, that's another one too.
Or that nigga had
Draymond a hell of a defender, man. You gotta give Draymond a little credit.
So swipe it to
and you gotta get Ty
I'm
Lue
not
some
even gonna bash
criticism.
Kawhi for what he did last night. I'm not even gonna bash him. And the only reason I'm not gonna bash him is because I think you guys kind of explained why this stuff is always so laughable when you bring it up. Because when we were talking about Steph, it was we expect this from Steph. We're not even gonna overreact to Steph. This is what Steph does. When it's Kawhi, let Kawhi have a good game. He better than Kevin Durant. He better than Steph Curry. He better than all these guys under the sun. Let him have a mid game. Crickets. You know why? Because you don't think he's that good. Like it's really that simple. When Steph does this, we expect this from Steph. When KD does this is what KD's been doing.
I don't expect shit from Steph.
When Bron does this, Bron's got the greatest longevity ever. This is what Bron does. When Kawhi does it, he's better than everyone who's ever played. But when he doesn't, no indictments on his career, no reason to actually overreact to this. You know why? Because you don't actually think he's as good as these guys you say he's better than. Because if you did, you would hold him to the standard that you hold the other guys who are clearly better than him too. Kevin Durant couldn't handle a double team for 2 games. KD actually couldn't handle double team 16 years ago. He's actually been unable to handle a double team his whole life. Kawhi can't handle a double team. He had no passing angles. He had no one he could give the ball to. There was no spacing. Kevin Durant's in Houston. He's on the Houston Rockets.
I think we said the
He
same
is
thing.
on the Houston Rockets.
No, Drake,
He is on the Houston
you said
Rockets.
the same thing. You
Now,
said
to
that's
listen
what you
to Kevin Durant is not good enough handling double teams. I had to listen to Kevin Durant can't initiate offense because he is on the Houston Rockets struggling to deal with double teams for 2 games against the Lakers. Kawhi gets double teams for 1 half. And it's
Are you talking about? Are you talking to?
There was nothing he could do.
No, he's not talking.
I'm talking to Kawhi FC. I'm talking to Kawhi FC.
Because I didn't say
I'm talking to the planet of when Kawhi had game 2 against Denver last year. Oh, Kawhi better than Kevin Durant. Kawhi better than this guy. Kawhi better than that guy. The other 6 games in the series was mid. The other 6 games was mid. And you know who got blamed? James Harden. Another guy who Kawhi FC know is better than Kawhi Leonard, but they'll never say it. They'll never acknowledge it. But there's a reason why one gets held to stand up. James Harden got to show up. James Harden's got to perform. James Harden's got to do this. Kawhi can just be silent in the background, giving me a nice little 20 on 18 shots. Giving me a nice little 20 when we were down 30 already. Giving me one great game in a series. Let James Harden hit 2 game winners in a series. Oh, but he wasn't good the other games. Kawhi can have one good game. He better than every all-time great that's ever played the game. Kawhi better than Larry Bird, apparently. Kawhi better than Kevin Durant. The only small forward better than him is LeBron James. And even then, 2014 finals. Oh, finals MVPs, 17 points per game. Let Steph Curry win a finals MVP average of 17. Let that happen. Let that be what occurs.
That can't happen because he's a call.
Don't leave out Mars. Mars, don't leave out.
Kawhi didn't have a great mind you. Yesterday, as a Kawhi supporter, as a member of Kawhi FC, we have to be honest. Kawhi's defense also wasn't great yesterday either, because I was watching back some of those other possessions, and he was getting beat off ball repeatedly, and in particular with Al Horford.
Everybody get beat off ball. Whether you're a good defender or not.
No. But you can overhelp. But you can overhelp and be in no man's land. Kawhi Leonard was overhelping in no man's land yesterday, though. Like he wasn't doing anything.
Kawhi,
okay. When you say
that's why you guys don't need to overreact. You don't expect nothing.
I can't even hear you, bro.
Kawhi when he does good is amazing. Golf clap. Kawhi when he does good is amazing.
That's why I said expectations. The expectations.
You guys don't expect this from
reality
Kawhi. It's fine.
Yes, well, I don't know who you guys are. So I'll just speak for myself.
Even you.
No. Like I said, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't know who you guys are, but I wasn't doing that with Kawhi.
You don't even hold him to them standards.
I don't know who you guys are. I don't know who you guys are. I'm talking to you explicitly. I'm talking to you explicitly.
I heard what you said.
So we're talking to each other then.
Talking about Kawhi.
We're talking to each other. So as long as we're talking to each other, that's cool. Because I don't know who you guys are, but I'm going to speak for myself.
One good year.
I didn't say any of that against
double team. Oh, but it's not.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
I guess. Sure. Cool.
Go ahead. So anyway,
Mars and Ox. I gotta step in, Ox, right quick.
Because I can't let this nigga speak for me.
No. We're gonna get right back to it.
I know. I'm going to speak for myself. I can't let you speak for me.
Yeah, you're gonna change the words you said.
I'm going to say what I said. I'm going to speak for myself.
Because
I don't.
Mars and Ox, right quick. Damn. We're going to get right back to it. I just got to let the people know about a beautiful place called Splash Sports. And you guys already know that you will get 100% deposit match up to $50. You already know it's 100% quick picks boost. You know all of that good stuff. But I want to tell you guys about the promised land, the playoff tier contest, the opportunity to win $2,000 just by simply picking the best 6 players that you can in the first round of the playoffs. Doesn't that sound pretty easy? You pick 6 players and your 6 players outperform the next person's 6 players, and then you take home $2,000. All you have to do is scan this QR code on the screen, or you could just download the Splash Sports app, use code CHOICE. Make sure you use code CHOICE and go join up in this playoff tier contest. See, the thing about it is you got Steph Curry going crazy, but outside of that, you already know the usual suspects that are going to get busy this time of the year. You got Donovan Mitchell. You got Sky. You got Nikola Jokic. You got Anthony Edwards. You got Jalen Brunson. You got Kevin Durant. You got Jaylen Brown, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You know all of these guys. And on Saturday, you are going to pick the top 6 guys that you believe is going to outperform everybody. It is heating up. The playoffs is here. But what's even better is the fact that we have an NBA tiers contest that shows everybody that you are different, you think different, and you have a better basketball mind than everybody else. It's only $5 to enter. But you have the potential to get a real payout of $2K. Put your basketball knowledge on the line. Pick your 6 players in 6 different tiers and bring home the money, baby. Splash Cash, Splash Sports. This is where it's at. We will see you guys in the winner's circle. Actually, let's join we joined yesterday, but let's join up one more time. What's better than 1 entry? 2 entries. So let's go ahead and make that happen, Big Ox. No quick picks. No quick picks. We're going to join up on this contest again. As you guys, if you were here yesterday, Ooh, 30K. Ooh. As you know, yesterday we weren't able to make our picks. We're still not going to be able to make our picks today because you can't make your picks until Saturday. But we're going to show you guys that you can join twice. So you can see on the screen that we have entry 1.
Yep, we got one entry.
Now we're going to make entry 2. Ox, you know what? And that's that. We have 2 entries.
Just so that y'all know, so the people know, we can't make entries until the playoffs start. We have to wait till after the play-in, which
so
will
we
be
can't pick
Saturday
Kawhi?
the 18th. So we can't make the entries yet, y'all. Not yet.
All
Hey,
right,
Ron,
well,
what happened to the money, Ron?
in the meantime,
we keep losing.
In the meantime, make your picks. Click the link in the description. Compete against fans, not the house. Get 100% match up to $50 and join the NBA Tiers contest. And you guys go get you some of your own money. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. All right, fellas. Back to what we were saying. Oh, and right quick, before we get back into that conversation, I do want to let you guys know that Luka and Cade Cunningham have both been approved. That they're eligible now for all NBA teams. So that changes things up a little bit.
Do our NBA teams? We got to send you new ones then?
Yeah. Well, the old ones have already been posted on social media. So if you didn't pick Luka or Cade,
Yeah, I'm not.
Luka ain't do it. Luka ain't getting on that shit anyway.
That's just
Luka not making
an
the All NBA team. Cade
Nah,
not
they
making
gonna
All
hold it
NBA. Ron, we got to take that down and put the proper ones.
We
in,
not.
right?
We
No?
don't. Euro, Dame. Euro.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. No. But yeah, I included Cade and Luka in mine with the assumption they were going to make it and the fact they should have made it. And they're right on the cusp anyway. So
I did not.
Oh, you
include them.
did? I didn't because
Yeah.
I thought they weren't making it.
yeah, but no, I think the NBA. This is just a further precedent and reason why they're going to amend the rule at some point because there's just no reason to hold players to this. It's a 65 game threshold anyway.
Why
Or
would they
at least
amend the rule
minutes.
because of that though? Just because
Well,
it makes people
I
feel
don't
happy.
want to take too much time.
You do not need to talk
Yeah,
about the 65
I
game
don't want
rule.
to. Hold on. I don't want to take too much time, but we've already talked about this in bulk many times. I've been against the rule for about a year now, and I've also said that I think they're going to change it anyway early on in the season for several different things. So we can rehash that conversation.
Did you go against the rule when Jokic got hurt?
In a members chat.
How many games did they play?
Just to be clear on my position, so I can remind people, I always thought it should have been positionless. I knew they were going to change the rule. I thought the 65 game rule was dumb. I voted Kevin Durant on my third team when he played 52 games. I didn't care about that. I've never cared about that. That's never been a part of my criteria. But shout out though. Yeah.
I guess so. I like the rule, by the way. I'm just being honest.
How many
I
games did
I don't
Cade
like
play?
the minutes. I don't like the minute shit. The minute shit is stupid. But the
And
rule
Luka
as
too?
far as the game, I like it. I'm just like, nigga, show up to work. Shit. It is what
but
it
you
is.
missed
Why don't you
like
like the
the
minute?
thing.
And so
The
voting, by
minutes
the
is
way,
stupid.
just so people know why this is important, voting actually is finished on Friday. They actually pushed it back from Sunday to pushing it to Friday. So voting's not even done. Some people have submitted it already, but it's going to be finalized after Friday after the deadline.
Playing should not count, but
No, but it's not
unfortunately,
supposed to count. It's not
It
supposed
will. It will count.
Yes.
to. Yeah.
They shouldn't be,
Unfortunately,
they shouldn't be
it will
running
count.
these.
Continental's Rookie of the Year odds went down by 22% after that game.
Yeah.
No,
Which is
that's-
dumb.
I mean, I
because
feel
Cooper Flag
like,
sitting at home on his hands. Yeah.
That is true.
yeah, I mean, I don't think that
mean,
got
we're
shit to
both
do with the
sitting at
Rookie of the
one
Year
point.
rule,
You
but
can't
I mean,
trade.
Well,
You can't.
well, he
you
just
can't, like,
alliterated why.
You can't rate
No, he
this
didn't,
off
but
of one
sure.
basketball
He
game.
did. He literally said that his odds went down after the playing game. To his
yeah,
point, which
but
is
the
why I
odds
shouldn't.
for who? Yeah, but the odds of who? Like the odds of who?
Concanibal's odds of winning Rookie of the Year
No, I'm
went
saying
down.
I'm okay. That the odds, that shit is kind of irrelevant. We're just talking about people that's just gonna vote. Like I'm just saying that shit won't even matter. Like that won't matter to somebody who's gonna pick.
No, just
measuring
just
Google
ignore it.
votes.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
that's cool.
Yeah, just move on.
Yeah, I know what the odds are. I'm saying like that shit doesn't matter when it comes down to who's gonna pick who. Like when they pick a rookie, if they're gonna pick Cooper Flag or Con Knipple, nobody give a fuck if the odds went down or not. They're gonna pick who they're gonna pick.
Okay,
That's
sure.
just what I'm saying.
Yeah, but yesterday, I do want to say again, member of Kawhi FC, that he absolutely deserves some criticism for what he did. I asked a question on Twitter that people got upset about yesterday, that when's the last time he balled out in a end of a series, like, must have a situation. People brought up 21, which I think is fair. That's obviously a great 6 and 7, but I will say I think he's been
You
very
talking about against the
underwhelming.
Mavs?
Yeah, but I think there's also, and Mars just talked about this as well. Chill back in the day, just before I was on the show, and I was just a fan of the show, fan of YouTube, fan of Ox, all that
Didn't
stuff.
he hoop against
There's-
y'all in Game 6?
Which
he had a
who
good
versus
game.
who?
He had a good game 6 against Denver last year when they were down 3-2.
Yeah, but again, watching the game, like actually watching some of that game, like you just remember like kind of what was happening over the course of it. Like I can
Yeah, it wasn't
understand that.
amazing, but he had a good
It was
game.
I would say it's good. It was a good game.
Yeah, he had a
But
good
I think some of this is like
Someone else
this-
had a good game in that game, but no one seems to remember. But shout out to
no,
him.
we
nobody
definitely remember
cares.
James Harden.
Nobody's in
James Harden was the
Yeah,
best
man,
player on the floor,
playoff
by the
filter.
way, that game for the Clippers. So that's why I'm saying if you watch these games and you remember, some of the stuff. I'm saying that with Kawhi Leonard, I think there's been multiple times now since 2020 that if he gets blitzed or he's facing a superior athlete defensively, he has struggled a lot as the series gets later on. Now, I don't know if that's not an indictment of him as a player, but I think there are Jordan, it could be his team around him, it could be whatever else it is. There are ways for you to take Kawhi Leonard out of games as the series gets later when you play versus certain kinds of defensive competition, certain kind of coverages, and he struggles greatly in those situations is what I'm saying. So I don't know what that means about him as in totality. Maybe he just needs a different team around him, but that's happened multiple times now since 2020.
This is a
Happened in game
I
6
mean,
and
it
7.
means that he's not the best player in the league. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
I don't think.
Who up here has
I
said
don't
he's
say
the
he's the best player in the league.
there
but-
is somebody up here that said he's the best player in the league. There's somebody up here.
But he
So
said-
again,
he said-
if it don't apply, let it
Didn't
fly.
you-
We're
didn't
not
you say
talking to you.
Giannis?
We're not talking to you. It's the guy with the jersey
He's
on.
literally admitting to it. now. I don't know
Nasty
why
ass
you keep
jersey
questioning
on.
it.
It's that
He's literally
guy. Yeah,
saying
that guy
he-
over there.
Pin.
Did
He
you
said
say
the best
earlier
player in the
that
league.
you said it was Giannis?
No, Pin.
Well, Giannis
I'm
isn't
not
playing.
talking just
so,
today. I'm not
This
just talking about
was-
just today.
This was,
And then
this
you
was
said
during the-
Shea.
Oscar can have his
You
fandom.
just
No,
admitted
no, no,
to
no.
it.
I
What
can
are
have
we
his
You know,
doing?
Pin,
hey, but
during the
you
cour-
know
during
you
the
know
course
what
of the
you know what
year,
though, Pin.
we were-
It don't even matter whether I think it's SJ or not. Kawhi close enough, so I got Kawhi.
We was
Yes,
having
I
a
said
conversation. Pin, we were having a
100%.
conversation
I'll
about the
stand
league
on that,
MVP.
Pin.
We were having a conversation about the league MVP, and we were having a conversation about the league MVP, and we brought up Luka, and we brought up what SGA was doing. Ox had said verbatim, Kawhi Leonard's the best player in the league. He said that.
Okay. So
Yeah, I've said it multiple
I'm
times.
not judging
That wasn't
Kawhi
the
off
only
one
time I
game,
said
by
it.
the way.
and-
I'm not
But
judging
no,
Kawhi off one
that's
game. He's had an
yes, we are.
He's
That's,
had an
yes, we are,
unbelievable
Damon, 'cause
season.
that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. Forget this season. Forget this season.
no,
Well,
Okay,
no,
wait.
There's
never been someone more heavily
Yo, you know how we
one
get
game.
down, Damon.
Kawhi
You know
This is
how
what
we
we're not
get
going to do.
down.
This is what
If
we're
that-
not going
if
to do.
that's
We're
the
not
case,
going to.
then-
We
Yes,
are
we
not.
are.
No.
Are we talking about Steph?
What we're not going to do is we're not going to brush over Kawhi Leonard's one game and just gloss over his entire season. Just so we clear, last night's game was an elimination game. That was for all the marbles. You lose, you out. Period. Which means that the stars, the guys who are the best, show up in the biggest moments. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to sit here and go, you know what? We're going to talk about the rest of the season. No, the hell we not. We're going to
Hey,
talk
Chill, I feel
about
like-
when the
hey,
bets
we're
got
not talking
higher.
about the season.
We're going to talk about
Hey,
when
chill. I feel like, hey, no, I just want to ask you, so on Friday, tomorrow, if Steph Curry don't make the playoffs, are you gonna get up here and we gonna just ignore that Steph Curry just be missing the playoffs? I
Yeah,
just
we
wanna know,
used
you
to
gonna do
Steph
that
Curry
same
missing the
shit?
playoff
This
from the
is
play-in. No,
this
that's
gonna be
not
the
that's
fourth
old
time.
news.
This is going to be
Oh,
like
okay.
this is
Okay,
gonna
I'm
be
just
the fourth
asking.
time.
I'm just asking.
we
I'm
talked
just
about
asking.
that
You gonna
multiple
come up
times.
here with that same?
And
This
then
is
that'll
the same
be
Drake. This is gonna be the
another
fourth-
indictment on his
if-
career.
if-
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we-
yeah,
if they
yeah. I
lose,
just
Drake,
guys of
I
his
just want to
we
know.
not-
We gonna
Drench,
bring
Drench,
Steph
we
Curry
not.
the same
No,
as we do
Drench.
that.
You know
Fourth time
why?
in like
You
6
know
years in
why
this
we not
playoffs.
gonna do that, Drench. You know why we
Yo,
not
we
gonna do that,
100% gonna
Drench?
do that.
Because
gonna do it.
it's people up here
I'm just
that
asking
fuel
you,
that
that's what
fuel
you're gonna do.
themselves
I'm gonna
off
do
of
it,
hating
Drench.
on
To answer your
Kawhi
point.
Leonard. And you know who those people are.
Who?
That you sitting right in between them,
They-
Swiper.
They know
Oh, these two? Well, I know one.
Yeah,
of them.
he gonna say that we hate Kawhi Leonard because we actually
that's what they that's all that's what they that's what they
said.
look,
I
look,
says
listen to him.
we actually listen to the
his
words that
energy.
I say.
He
We
was
listen to the
praying
words
for
that
this.
the
These two-
Kawhi
these two-
Leonard fans
this
say,
is
and
what
then we hold
excites
them
me.
to those standards. So it's not hate when the best
not-
player
that's
in the
not
league
true.
disappears for a
That's
whole
not-
half
that's
of
not
basketball in an elimination game. That's not
true,
us.
real talk.
That's
That's
you.
not-
That's
No,
not
no,
us.
no,
It's
because-
you.
because- no,
That
because
is
that-
you.
Okay, we heard you. We heard you
You.
said that 3 times. We got
Okay.
you. So this,
You
so
know
this,
what
so
else-
this
you know what
is
else
this
we
is the
heard?
thing. This
You.
is the thing. This is the thing, chill. Y'all. That's because even before this, hold on. Could someone explain to me why some people? Oh wait. This is from Whoopity Scoopity, $100 super chat. Could someone explain to me why some people see SGA winning MVP as an affront to God? Like, Joker is levels above him. Saying it's only because of record or his team is why he's winning MVP. If it's consistently being said, SGA is the first person to do it since MJ, respect him. Good super chat. Anybody want to answer that question?
And I do respect him.
I mean,
I don't know how
you ask.
However they feel, who cares?
I think you fall in the wrong accounts.
I still think Jokic is a
yeah. It depends on who you ask, because some people are going to say to that second one. Well, I think they're in the like. Okay, well, it's constantly been said. SGA is the first person to do it since MJ. Well, Jokic is the first person to do it since Jokic. So I think that's what their pushback is going to be. Is that there's no one to do what he's doing right now.
Somebody really believe that Jokic is levels above SGA.
Levels at this point, I don't think levels. I think people think he's better, but I don't think levels. I don't think people think levels.
Does anyone up here
Based
actually think
on what,
SGA is the
though?
best player in the league? Hold on.
Based on how they play.
Okay, me too. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool.
I think
We got pretty split. You know,
Well,
I think Jokic is if Giannis is.
I got
if
Jokic
Giannis
still,
is
but I
healthy.
think
Giannis
SGA is
healthy,
going to
so.
win MVP.
Yeah, chill. But chill. You said you think Jokic is the best basketball player in the world. You just think SGA is.
I think he played better this year, which makes him the best player in the league.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just depends. I think that's where the conversation is for a lot of people.
Like Jokic,
I like
It
that.
changed for me every year.
Chill. I'm
Jokic
happy you
was
coming
having-
around to that. I'm happy you coming around to that, Chill.
Jokic was having an all-time offensive season. He was also playing really well defensively, and he got hurt, and then the defense fell off, and the finishing got a lot worse.
What do you mean
SGA
Jokic defense fell off? That motherfucker never was on his body.
Nah, he was playing good defense before he got hurt. But once again, we don't have time to have this conversation today.
I knew
You should have stopped at all-time great offensive
We do appreciate
He
the
still had an
$100 super
all-time great
chat.
offensive season, by the way.
We do. Yeah, he's having a one-on-one never before seen season, which is why people are
But
saying
he
that. So I
was
think
on pace for even more than this, and I think that gap would have.
we do have
Real
80
quick,
super
though,
chats.
I got no, we don't swipe, but we got 100. I got all the super chats.
We got 100?
We don't got them.
Yeah,
we got 100 super chats.
Look, a shout out to that, bro.
What we're going to do right now is let's just get straight to the crunch time. We're going to do about 10, 15 minutes of super chats because as Ron let you, as Ron, what'd you say?
Today's the day our hosts want to do their job. It's convenient.
I mean,
we have a hard. I can't even be here after 2, so we're locked. We got it. We got it.
You know what I'm saying? So. Anybody? I mean, unless somebody else wants to read a super chat.
No, you got it, Ox. You got it,
Hold
dog.
on, chill. No, chill. Hold on.
Let's do our job. They're going to be pertaining to Kawhi anyway, so it's
Mars,
fine.
we can get into whatever you want to get into, Mars.
The super chats. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, KB, is he back in the back?
Okay, pull him up. Swipe it.
I'm out. I'm the system. I'm not in the system today.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I see what you're doing today.
Jordan, you'll never be in a system. Don't worry about it.
I don't give a fuck.
Not this
What
system.
that got to do with me?
Not this system.
I
Shoot.
don't give a shit.
We ain't
I
got
got
time
better shit to do than to
for
play with some control.
Yeah, we ain't got time
Everything
for
you do
who's
is host
going
a
to
show?
the system.
Yeah,
I do. Actually, I do.
As you were saying,
Super
Ox,
chats.
Ox,
The better we
you were
host
saying
them,
something,
we'll
Ox.
move more.
Ox, you were saying something, big fella? You were saying
What the fuck
something?
about hosting the show? What you
Yes, I
talking
was.
about?
All right, chill. Chavo 23. Steph fans talking crazy on the timeline today, talking about everyone is better than
Yeah, I
Steph
saw
until
that.
it's time
Shout
to be better
gifted.
than Steph, or don't ever put LeBron and Steph talks again. All this just for winning 9-10 seed playing game. Y'all got to relax.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was
we
disgusting.
gonna leave Bron out of this.
Yeah, it got
for-
nasty
Yeah,
yesterday.
leave Bron out of it.
They brought him into it though. They brought him into it.
I still don't identify with Steph stands. Steph stands. I still think they have a man of their own.
I don't believe that.
Hey,
I don't believe that either.
Pertaining to the $50 super chat,
yesterday.
I want to say this very clearly for the $50 super chat. Steph was not better than LeBron in 2015, 16, 17, 18, or 19, or 20.
He was better.
21 he was, 21 he was, 21 he was, fine, whatever. 21 he was, but LeBron got hurt.
LeBron got
22
hurt in 19.
when he came
LeBron
back.
got hurt in 19 as well, but you said Steph wasn't better.
Yeah, but I mean, Steph was whatever. Put it in the conversation you want. 19. 23, no.
What?
At all. 23 it was LeBron.
Worse than LeBron?
Bron gets hurt, and then Steph's not better than him. But then when Steph gets
No,
hurt,
but I'm
it's
saying put 19 in if you want. No,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. You're getting stuck in minutia.
Right.
If you want to, if it's 19, put it 19.
Minutia,
Fine.
I like that word.
But I'm saying 23, 24, 25, it's still LeBron. It's still LeBron. Like, it's still
23 Steph was
LeBron.
better.
And but they were trying to make an
20
argument that it was
Five?
19.
They were trying to no, but
Yeah, he was
they
better than him last year.
they were
Yes,
originally trying to say
Ain't no way y'all
it was
think
head to head.
Salute to you, sis. Well, I'm still on team leave Bron out. I'm still on team leave.
Why
Bron
is he
out
involved
this,
in this, Mars?
If you,
What does he
yeah,
have to do with this?
I'm on team leave Bron out of this. But if you genuinely believe that, then
It brought
What
him
does he
up.
have to do with this?
KB believes
please
it.
leave Bron out of this.
The Steph
I
believes
I
this.
believe
Salute
I
to
believe Steph was better for some years. Yeah, not all of them, but some.
What year in particular, early in the 2010s, do you think he was
He
better?
said 2016, which I disagree with on that.
No, the hell no. Yeah, I'm sorry.
2023, I disagree with too. To be honest, 2021, you said he was better, so I agree. I disagree with. I mean, I agree with you. Sorry, but yeah, those are the years in which.
Do you think? Wait,
2015, LeBron wasn't LeBron James.
Brother, are we really going to keep doing this with LeBron because of field goal percentage in 2015?
Yeah, ain't crazy.
No, you know what? Actually,
I heard what y'all saying.
You know what we are going to do? We're going to stop acting like the 2015 season was just 6 games in June. That's what we are going to do.
Saying?
Yes, cool. You can
boiled
say
it down
LeBron
to
played
just
better in the
finals.
finals. I'm not even going to argue if you think LeBron played better in the finals. But to act like the only reason people say Steph was better is because of LeBron's field goal percentage in the finals is ridiculous. LeBron's regular season was worse than Steph Curry's. LeBron's first 3 rounds in the playoffs were worse than Steph Curry's. The only argument Bron fans have to say he was better in 2015 is the 6 games in June. That is it. In
That's
the
what they're
2016
talking
regular
about, Mars.
season,
They're literally
no, we
talking
are
about
not
that.
talking about just the finals.
We're not. I'm not addressing we. I'm addressing the comments.
We're talking about when people say Bron or Steph was better than the other. It can't just be based on 6 games in 15.
That's the premise they're working from, Mars. Steph had a better regular season in 15 and 16.
From the premise that Steph was better in the regular season than the playoffs. That's the premise they're working on.
A regular season in 15 and a better regular season in 16. And then as soon as
the argument is based on
nigga, Bron was better than him. All you gotta do is
that's the difference.
How was Bron better than Steph in 2015 post-out in the playoffs?
First 3 rounds of the playoffs. No one is arguing about Bron's field goal percentage in the finals. You want to say Bron played better in the finals?
Mars. You're arguing your own point.
Hold on. Just let him finish, Swipe. Just let him finish. And then you could go.
That's not the argument. No one. Okay, not no one.
So if I pull up my tweets right now, what Gift just said, let me go pull this up.
2015 are not just using the finals as the measuring stick, because most people, when they evaluate the best player in the league, look at the whole season. That's why this Kawhi conversation is always so funny, because Kawhi's never in these conversations in the regular season. He never is, but he goes on a little run.
So that means he wasn't dominant.
And inevitably ends up getting hurt. So he ends up with a hypothetical argument of, if he didn't stay healthy, they would have won. So when we talk about best player in the season, in the 2015 regular season,
it was Steph.
No one would have said Bron played better than Steph in the regular season. In the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, some people would have said Bron was playing better than Steph. Most people, especially the people who will argue Steph was better that year, will say Steph was better in the first round, the second round, and the conference finals than Bron was in his respective conference. The only argument most people who are on the side of Steph think Bron has is the finals. And that was the series in which he was the most inefficient. So even the people willing to go with Steph will concede the finals, because that's not the argument they're making. They're making the argument of the first 82 games plus the 20-odd playoff games and a 100-game sample over the 6. But Bron fans want to live on Bron just elevates in the playoffs. Cool, that's great. But when we're talking about actual over the course of a season, yeah, it's not hard to make the argument Steph was better in 15. In 16, the argument's even easier. It's just unfortunate that obviously Steph got hurt in the 16 playoffs. So even a lot of Steph fans will concede that by the end of the season, Bron got it. But even they will say, with the caveat that Steph got hurt. Injury. And that's very relevant. The same way in 2019, Bron got hurt. The same way by your own admission in 21, Bron got hurt. Fine to bring up that context, but God forbid a Steph fan brings up 2016 Steph gets hurt 2 times in the playoffs. It means absolutely nothing, because he still got to the finals.
We also need
the original premise of this.
We need to
Kawhi Leonard and just lost when he got hurt. That's what he should have done. Then he would have had the benefit of doubt and be like, oh, well, if he was healthy.
Mark was just running through a point that the original premise of this conversation, just so people understand, it started with Gifted. Gifted did the Shea thing, where everybody's better than Steph until it's time to be better than Steph. I then responded to him by then, I remember 2015. I remember 2016, I remember 2017, and I remember 2018 when they played versus each other, and we're doing this. I think Bron was still better in those iterations when it's time for Steph to be versus Bron or whatever the context is, that it was LeBron. LeBron was still better. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the regular season stuff. I'm doing
head-to-head in the playoffs last year. Jokic or Shea?
No. I think it was Jokic. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, in this iteration, they're arguing that Steph outplayed LeBron. I'm disagreeing with that. I'm saying that it was
arguing that Steph outplayed Bron head to head. They're arguing that Steph played better on the season.
No, brother. No.
That's what they're arguing.
They're arguing.
When they match up.
Wait. Hold on a second.
You can't run through what I'm saying with a lie, because I'm literally looking at this tweet. It said everybody's better than Steph until it's time to be better than Steph. So the premise would then be Man v man.
This is your interpretation of it. That's not everybody.
You know what? Fine. I'll take that. My interpretation and then my response to said interpretation is this. Is that when I saw them play head to head, I still thought Bron was better. That my interpretation. Marge, you have your own interpretation of that? You're doing the whole season? Then cool.
It's not even head to head. He was just better. It's not a conversation.
I interpreted the same way you did.
You can say he had a better regular season.
Doesn't matter unless
He
they
wasn't better in the
That's
whole
what I'm not
season for the
crazy.
most of it either. He was the best player in the finals of 15 and 16. He was the best player in the finals of 15 and 16 without a shadow of a doubt. I'm not denying that. But throughout the course of 2015 of that season and heading into the finals, you could argue, and it was fair to say that Steph was the best player in the NBA. And in the 2016 regular season, they were comparing Steph to Michael Jordan in real time. They weren't even worried about LeBron James.
That was going on. James had in 2015. James had a bad back, and James had missed up. I'm not mistaken.
He wasn't him, and that's fair. He wasn't him.
I think he missed like 10 games. Yeah,
you guys have to remember something in 2015. We have to remember something in 2015. LeBron James in 2015 had already been to the finals since 2011. He wasn't in a prove it, I'm the best player in the world. Everyone knew. It was a known thing. Steph Curry in 2015 was his breakout year. He was in a prove it year. He was in a I have arrived year. You can make the argument that Steph Curry had a better regular season.
Let him get it off.
Please.
We can make the argument, and I'm with Mars. We can make the argument that Steph Curry had a better regular season, but no one, logically speaking, would have said to you, Steph Curry is a better player than LeBron James. No, that conversation was not happening. Here you can make the argument, having a better regular season than someone doesn't mean that someone is better than someone.
That was most definitely. It was. It wasn't happening in 2015. I will agree with Damian there.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
Not 2015. But when we got to 2016. I know, again, because I have to keep saying this because David actually just embodies it in real time. Some LeBron fans get really uncomfortable about that particular season. Yes, did we accept that LeBron James was still the better player after not playing better in a regular season in 2015? Absolutely. But what Steph Curry put on display in the 2016 regular season was something we had quite literally never seen before. And he was he did play. Hold on, wait. He did play to a level that was a real question. It wasn't like we're just going to keep saying it's Bron just because it's Bron. The man that won 73 games at 400 threes on 45%. It was a real question. LeBron to me did not get that title all the way back until the playoffs. But that regular season, Steph Curry played well enough to put his name in that conversation, and we're going to stop acting like he did not. He put his name in that conversation.
It was a real but at the end of the day, he wasn't.
I would agree with that real point because it was fresh. It was fresh that. Yeah, it was fresh that Steph Curry was, the season that Steph Curry had was just an incredible season. But at the end of the day, when you were talking about who was the better player out of him and Bron, yes, the conversation was what it was because that's what you do damn near every time somebody have a good season. Oh, this player better than him. But realistically,
it was still James.
It was still LeBron. Like, come on now.
We didn't come. The back. I am telling you because we're starting. We're starting to talk about.
Literally 10 years later.
We're starting to talk about years in which all of us up here are old enough to like vividly remember stuff.
Most of us.
It was a real conversation, real talk. It was a real conversation. Yes, it was.
Legit.
Yes, it was. It was a real conversation.
Yes, it was.
Just take it wrong.
Kevin Durant was in that
conversation. Hold on a second. I want to draw a parallel. Wait. Swipe 1 second. I want to draw a parallel. Mars, I want to ask you something real quick. In 2021, you and I both believe Steph was the best player in the NBA. But was there not an argument for Steph to be the best player in the NBA, right? There was an argument, correct? Going into the following season. When Steph had the down year that he had in the regular season, and Giannis came off of the finals, most people would agree, Giannis, best player in the NBA. And Jokic had the season that he had. Steph went to the finals, did what he did. Was it consensus that Steph was the best player in the NBA, even after coming off of 21 and the 22 finals?
No.
So why the fuck are we doing that for LeBron? LeBron had the finals in which he had in 2015, which was amazing.
The parallel is not hard to understand. It's really not hard to understand.
The LeBron had the finals in which he had in 2015. Steph had a great regular season and a great playoffs, and still wasn't better than LeBron James. Goes into 2016, and even rises to another level in which we haven't seen for me from a guard since MJ. That's just my opinion. And he still can't be better than LeBron James, even though there's just a double standard in my opinion.
No, it's not really a double standard. No, it's not a double standard.
It's not a double standard. I hear
it is a double standard.
What is the double standard?
Because he had a bad year in 2020. Goes to the playoffs, plays well in the playoffs, has an all-time final, still can't be the best player. LeBron does the same thing. He is the best player.
KB, I think the issue is I've known you since I met you in the Warrior spaces. You are a Steph Curry. Like that is your guy. So like you're not as bad as like the other, the other iteration, but that's your guy. But Jordan, I think the difference is in this situation, Chill. Remember, you Chill. We disagree with you, Mars. We've done this with Chill. Remember, Chill said that if LeBron would have played the Rockets in 2018, he thinks LeBron would have won because he's the best player in the world. No, I think the Rockets would have washed that Cleveland Cavaliers team. We've had this conversation multiple times. But the reason why the narrative around LeBron is as strong as it was in the 2016 season, even after all that stuff had done, is because we've been watching LeBron since 2006 when he came All-NBA, 2009 when he became an MVP, and so from 2009 to 2016, we have seen him be the best playoff riser in the league. We have seen him be the best regular season player in the league for 4 of those years. The best
player in the league, damn near.
I'm saying like that. LeBron was the most tantalizing force we had ever seen this side of MJ, and maybe even over MJ, just in terms of like wall, wire to wire greatness for like a 7-8 year span. So yeah, debating LeBron at that point in time was very difficult for anybody to pass. That's why like the idea that he would like even as good as Steph was, I think Steph was better in the regular season in 2016. But Chill, you've been around even longer than I have watching this.
So how is it crazy? If you believe that, how is it crazy to say that Steph is better?
All right, KB, let me ask you. Okay. Since you want to frame it that way with the narratives that you want to frame it with. Let's take it. Let's take it up a notch. Hold on, real talk. Let's take it up a notch.
On board.
KB, if you strip every team of all their players and you have to draft a guy to start the team out of LeBron and Steph,
I'm drafting LeBron James.
Then that's the point. Why?
I know, but the thing is though, I'm saying the argument for Steph to be the best in the NBA. Because I think LeBron is better than Steph. I'm not going to argue that, but I'm saying no. But we're arguing the individual seasons in which they had. That's different to when you're drafting a player to start from the bottom. LeBron is obviously the more complete player between Steph and LeBron, between him and Steph. But I'm saying,
I'm not arguing.
Better when it matters.
This is my point, though. I don't want to get my point confused quickly. My point is, when Steph was putting up these seasons, there was still the caveat, the excuse of LeBron James either coasting in 2015 and then rising to the occasion in the finals, which was basically 6 games. And then in 2016, Steph was so good, gets hurt. LeBron was great, goes into the playoffs, was playing great. He outplays Steph thoroughly and the Warriors and does something historic. He gets labeled that title. Like the thing is the consistency for me just doesn't really make any sense in my opinion. Because like you guys are making it seem like the argument wasn't really there.
You're leaving out a very important caveat. And what Steph Curry, like you just said, him in 2021, Mars just brought this up in 2021 and 2022. Steph Curry, previous to that in 2020 and in 19, he didn't do what James was doing in 14, in 13, in 12. He didn't do that. So he wasn't at that level as James was. So when Steph Curry showed, so when Steph Curry shows
2015 is in the finals, 2016 is in the finals, 2017 is in the finals, 2018 is in the finals, 2019 he's in the finals, 2020 he's then hurt, 21 he comes back, has the season he has, 2022 he's in the finals,
he wins a championship.
So with that being said,
the same argument that Damian just made. LeBron was in the finals from 2011. It's the same shit Steph was doing.
The reason why
he was in the finals against LeBron.
It's the same argument.
No, it's not.
Ever as mid as Steph was going into
the reason why it's not is because the reason why it's not is because in 2021 at that point
you're right. It's not. Steph had 3 rings at this point. LeBron had 2.
Once again, Steph Curry was already established at that point, and not only was Steph Curry already established at that point, so was James in 2014, 2015. Steph Curry was not established as that level of player yet. That wasn't going on.
Was Jokic in 21 and 22. But guess what? People are fine saying Jokic better than Steph.
And they're wrong.
We need to stop lying.
What?
Say that wrong, whatever. Say that in 21 and 22.
These conversations are conflating wildly. What are we talking about?
Because We need to understand
making
what
a
KP
parallel.
said.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know
Go
why
ahead.
why are you
What
making it
you
seem
saying?
like my parallel is so confusing? It's very easy to
I
understand.
get your parallel is KP.
Look,
I
we need
get
to act like this parallel doesn't make clear, crystal sense. In 2015, we can argue Steph played better than Bron in the regular season and the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. But
Correct.
Bron had the money in the bank from years previous,
Right.
and what he did in the finals to after the season, people will say LeBron was better. In 2016, Steph rises to another level and plays better in the regular season once more. But Bron once again did what he did in the playoffs and the finals, and Steph obviously got hurt, didn't play at the same level. So after the fact, we can say Bron was the better player. Then we fast forward. We are now 5 years in the future. This is after Steph now wins 2 more championships, goes to the finals 3 more years in a row, has all of the accomplishments he had got from 16 to 19 have now been added onto his resume.
Sure.
He misses 2020, comes back in 21, has the year he has.
Yes.
Averages 32, comes third in MVP. In my opinion, was the best player in the league that year. Not many people agree because they missed the playoffs, whatever. Cool, I'm fine with that. They then go into 2022. He has a down regular season, which for LeBron is used as he has so much money in the bank. He's proven he doesn't need to go through the regular season at the same intensity as these other guys who haven't proven it to the same
Was Steph play, what, 30
That
games
is
that
where
year?
that is where I'm
Mars,
making
Mars, your
that is where I'm making.
No, he good. I can hear him just fine.
No, I can hear him. I can hear him.
I can hear him fine.
I can hear him good.
That is where I'm making the parallel
your
because
mic
we
is
gotta remember in 21 and 22, Steph's not in LeBron convos anymore. We're talking about the best player in the world conversations. We're talking about Jokic and Giannis. That was the conversation at the time.
Embiid was in there
Jokic
too.
at this point had 0 finals appearances, 1 conference finals appearance. He was on his way to his 2nd MVP, which is very similar place to where Steph was, except Steph had a championship. Giannis at this point, going into the 21 season, was a 2-time MVP who had not won a championship yet, had not proven himself at the highest level. He then wins it in 21. Steph then wins it in 22. Why is Steph not getting the same benefit of the doubt based on all of his body of work that he had put in previously, the same benefit of the doubt that LeBron was getting over Steph Curry? Why does Steph
'Cause he
Curry
didn't have
not
as
get
much
that
money in the
benefit of the
bank.
doubt
Yeah,
over guys like
that's
Giannis
pretty.
and
That's pretty
Why
easy
does
for
he not
me
get that
personally.
benefit of the
That's
doubt?
pretty easy for me
It's
personally.
pretty easy for
Why
me
does
too.
he
But
not get
I'm
that
saying, I'm
benefit
gonna
of
put
Just to be clear, just to be
He didn't
clear,
have as
y'all.
much money in the
In
bank.
21, in 21,
Kinda got here last, by the way.
he loses the
Why
plan
does
to
he
the.
not have as much money in the bank when you've gone to 5 straight finals?
Oh yeah, well that's because
Because he wasn't
But
the
his-
best player in
his
those
mom-
finals.
not a good-
Because he wasn't the best player in those
That's
finals.
part
That's
of
why.
it.
Not
That's
to mention,
part of
he
it.
just had the
That's a huge
finals that
part
you
of it.
just
That's
had.
a
in
huge
In
part of it.
2015, he was
Mars, if I can answer
the
your
best player
question,
on
Mars.
his team that won the finals.
He wasn't the
For
best
sure.
player in the finals.
Once
That's why
again,
he
we are
didn't have as much money in the bank.
okay, once again, we need to use our brains.
No,
We are
let me-
Everyone's using their
We're
brain.
the best player in the
We just
finals.
disagree
We're
with
a man
you.
named LeBron James.
Doing this
He's not
because
around the
people
league in
disagree with
21
you.
and 2022. So we need to understand once again, we are making parallels. You guys are making parallels that do not apply because the reason Steph Curry was not the best player in the finals is because he was going up against LeBron James. Giannis was the best player in the finals because he was going up against Devin Booker. Let's use our brain.
What?
I don't think nobody is making
Let's
it.
use
I
our
don't
brain.
think
Make it
nobody's
work.
parallel.
Mars,
It's
I-
easier
that's
to
the
be
thing.
the
Conversation was
best player in the
I
finals.
got the parallel.
Booker.
It's easier to be the best player in the finals when you're competing
No, bro.
against Devin
I'm
Booker.
okay, Mark, I'm not going. I'm not going. Mark.
Competing against LeBron James.
That's my argument either.
That's
I'm
not
not
hard to
going. I'm
understand.
not going. I'm
And I
not
do
going. I'm good.
understand that, but I
Understand.
think what it, Mars, I
You
think
guys
what
gonna act like that's just a ridiculous understanding
no,
of basketball.
but I think
No,
what
I just
the
that's
disconnect-
not my argument.
Stop playing the finals.
Guys,
I don't
Michael
think that's
Jordan
the
don't
argument.
take
Speaking of
Mars, I
Richard,
think- Mars, I think- Mars, I think what the disconnect-
Play LeBron like he's not. That doesn't. Who made that argument? I didn't make that
No,
argument.
I don't
I think
like-
what
Maybe
it
he
is-
just made the argument. He
Well,
said Steph didn't have as much money in the bank because Steph wasn't the best player in the finals.
didn't.
this year.
disconnect for me.
Meanwhile, LeBron had that money in the bank
Where
because
the
he was.
disconnect for
And
me
I'm
is
saying
hearing
he didn't need the
players-
money in the bank to be over LeBron.
Bro,
I'm
I
saying
am.
to be over Giannis
Okay.
and Jokic at
Okay,
the time.
those two
To be
I
the
am
best player in
sick
the
of
world.
people who
and
weren't
those
there.
are-
How
talking
did
about
he
what
not have
happened.
enough money in the bank when he wasn't the best player in the finals? When the reason he wasn't the best player in the finals was because of a man named LeBron James.
No.
Giannis was the best player in the finals because of a man named Devin Booker and
No.
Chris Paul. It's a
No, 'cause
very
he's just
different
the best
bar.
player.
to be the
I'm
best
not
player
going.
in
I'm
the
good.
finals.
I'm good.
It's not
We
hard
can
to
move on.
understand.
And I do understand that part, Mars. That part
I just
get.
disagree. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I think with the
We disagree and be wrong. That's cool. I'm talking to
No,
David.
no. I think Mars.
Mars,
I think the issue is you think what you're saying is gospel. I hear you. You
I'm
have a great
saying what I'm
argument.
saying makes sense. I'm not saying it's gospel.
Sure, but I'm saying
asking for an
it's not
explanation. I'm
accurate.
not asking- I'm not saying
with
take
that's
it as law.
what
I'm
I'm saying.
asking
Like
for an
there's multiple reasons why
What
LeBron
is
and
not accurate about what we're just saying?
LeBron in his career, there's a reason why this money in the bank I think came from Jordan. I don't know where it originated from. There's
I
a
ain't
reason
talking
why
about me.
Damien,
LeBron
that's
has.
why I'm talking to Damien.
Damien
It
said
came
that.
from
Sure, Mark. But I think
I didn't
the
say money
reason
in the
there's a
bank.
reason why LeBron had more
I didn't say
equity.
this.
We're equity because we want equity in our banks. Has more equity.
I'm asking how
than
Bron
this-
had more money in the bank. That's what I'm asking. Do you listen?
I'm listening,
I'm
Mars.
not asking.
Mars, I'm
more
listening.
money in the bank.
Mars, I'm
He
listening.
never asked that one time.
Mars, the
I'm not
disconnect-
asking how. I'm not. This isn't even about Bron versus Steph. I'm
Hey,
asking,
why we just
based
can't have
on
a
the
conversation
same
without
premise
just being all
that
like
Bron
this?
has money
No,
in the
that's
bank
cool. It's cool.
to
It's
be
cool. It's
better
cool.
than
It's
Steph.
cool.
Yeah, listening
Keep
isn't
going, Mars.
hard.
Keep going,
Like,
Mars.
just
Keep
try.
going, Mars.
Mars,
I'm
I'm
not
actually
asking
agreeing
why
with
is
you.
Battle,
LeBron not better
Jordan.
than Steph.
Yeah,
Like,
Mars,
I'm
keep
I'm
not
actually
going.
agreeing
asking
Nah,
with
but
you.
why
like,
was LeBron
no
better than
need to
Steph.
get all worked
I'm
up over
asking,
something
I
like
actually
this.
based
agree
on
with
the
you.
Just
same
don't
money
just
in the
I
talk
agree
bank
with you.
argument, why was Steph not over Giannis and Jokic? That's what I'm asking.
I agree
That's
with
a
you.
lower bar than LeBron James. I'm not asking about LeBron. I'm using the same logic of money in the bank
And I
that
get that
LeBron had
point.
over Steph, which I
I
think
agree
is a
with you.
fine argument.
Right.
I'm asking, based on that money in the bank that Steph had accrued throughout his career to get to 21 and 22, how does he not get that argument to be crowned the best player in the world after 2022? Someone explain that.
Oh, I got it. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Chill. You've been waiting to talk. No, you
All-
go ahead and talk. Go ahead, Chill.
Mars, I think where the disconnect is with James, because again, by the time we're talking about 21, that's where the disconnect with me is.
Carry on.
Is
I'm
with
gonna
James.
listen.
I get what you're saying because Giannis at that point, 16, 17, he was most improved. 17, 18, he was top 3 in defensive player of the year. I think he was top 3 in league MVP votes. In 19, he was the league MVP. In 20, he was the league MVP. In 21, he won the NBA championship. So we got a 5-year history of what he's doing, as opposed to everything that Steph Curry had accrued at that point. Everything that he everything that he accrued at that point. Now, when we're talking about James, and we're talking about James, when we're talking about James, we're talking about year, I think it was year 6, 14, 15. I think that's year 5. I think I want to say that's year.
I think y'all actually overcomplicating why this conversation.
Steph Curry.
So
is that 15? Okay, so that's year 6. So James, what he had accrued at that point is not James. What he had accrued at that point is way different than what Giannis did. Way different. And not only what he accrued all the way up until that point is way different. Steph Curry at that point, 6 years, didn't do what Giannis did. If that makes any sense. In 6 years. So when we get to 2015,
I think you overcomplicating a little bit. I just think the real reason is why is because when Steph is great, and there's no knock on Steph, but actually it is. I don't give a shit, to be honest. But the knock is when Steph is great, the team is framed perfectly for him. When he has to do something like carry and put shit on his back, he either gonna get hurt while trying to do it, or B, he's going to not make the fucking playoffs. I think that's what it is.
22. What 22 was perfect?
Oh! I would love to do
What?
this. So remember, 22. And again, this is direct. I'm answering KB's question. I'm not trying to get into spadata with 3 other people. KB, you said, was it perfect? Situationally, I want to remind you, Steph Curry missed half the season that year? Was it half? I just want to be correct. Was it 30? Was it 30 games? I can't remember the number. I'm saying whatever the number was.
He missed a bit of time in March.
And then he played the last 30 games of the year. Is that what it was? It was like the 30 straight. I can't remember. I can't remember the number.
He got hurt against the Heat. He got hurt against the Celtics.
Yeah, the Celtics, right? Yeah, it was the Celtics.
The rest of the season.
Okay,
Regardless, that nigga had a good team.
Right. I just don't want to speak inaccurately.
Yeah, no, he had a good team. Of course he did.
Wait. Swipe. Hold on. Hey, Swipe. You got to wrap this up, Swipe, and I got to keep it moving.
he missed the last.
You got more.
I'll wrap it up.
Yeah,
And the reason why I say the situation was perfect, it wasn't even that the team was great. It was great relative. They had the best defense in the NBA by a lot that year. If I by a good bit. They were number 1 defense in the NBA. In the first round, they played versus Denver with no Murray, no Porter, all these other players. They walked that team. That team sucked. The worst playoff team I've ever seen in my life. The next round, they played versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant get hurt in game 3. They walked the rest of that series 4-2, I believe. The next round, they play versus Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson and walked that series. And it was so. And again, this is just a conversation.
Why are you
I'm saying Luka was cool that series. He wasn't like anything, whatever. I'm saying in this series,
how was that
Andrew Wiggins was getting Western Conference Finals MVP love because I believe Steph in that series averaged 24 a game. He was okay. Yeah, he was 23. He was okay in that series, but if they played versus stiffer competition, of course, that Western Conference run, I think they get out. They actually lose first round, second round, or third round. What happened was it was in the NBA Finals that when they played versus the Celtics, where Steph finally went off. Steph was mid in that playoff run, leading up to that series. He was objectively mid in that playoff run.
Jordan
I don't know how to get around it. Like, I don't think there's any argument for that.
Jordan Poole play well.
Jordan Poole played well.
Overall.
Hold on.
Jordan did play. Jordan Poole did play well.
We got to move on.
No, I
around,
was just saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we can move on, but we went down the wrong parallel for no fucking reason. Like, that is legitimately why those conversations what it was. We just overcomplicating because of Steph. I don't know why though. But
because Steph is great and he deserves.
He is great, but
he deserves
it is what
grace.
it is.
I think when you're that level of basketball player, you deserve some grace.
I agree. Just not for me.
235. Ant is the worst case of this 65 game rule ineligibility of the last 3 years. Any arguments? Question mark. If the rule changes next year, he will never get an All NBA back that he deserved. By the way, he played as many minutes as Cade this year.
I fucking hate that minute shit. The minutes rule on this 65 game is the only thing that I gripe about because it's just flat out stupid.
Wait, Drench, when you say that, you mean like no matter how many minutes
They should be able to do a Mikal Bridges. Yeah,
you should be able
It's
to
a 20-minute threshold. It's the 20-minute threshold, and you get 2
That's
exceptions
cheating.
for playing under 20.
Yeah, but the 20-minute threshold is stupid because
you should be able to do a Mikal.
Yeah, you should. You should. I'll tell you why.
For a second, intentionally foul, get out the game.
But this is why though. Because that hurt. I'm gonna tell you.
That's what he
because that hurt your. Because that by doing that would hurt your. That would hurt your stats.
Averages.
By the way. Yeah, it would hurt your averages, by the way. But B, Wemby can fucking score 20 points in 13 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
So
Wemby did play less minutes than a lot of them dudes
why they
already.
don't like.
Yeah.
You know why they're not doing that, right?
Why?
For sports
Why?
betting. For sports betting.
I mean, you're probably right, but I'm just saying I think the rule is stupid because it's like it's so many flaws in that. A, it can hurt you, and B, a guy like Wemby can get fucking 8 blocks in 7 minutes, and I can go sit down.
Imagine
all of this stuff is
how, like,
because
Bruce
of
Brown
sports
over
played
betting.
8.5 rebounds.
Every
Imagine
game
taking the over 8.5.
Yeah, he can do all of that in 15 minutes.
Okay, imagine taking the over 8.5.
Yeah, Steph's 22 run was objectively mid. I don't know why we're doing this.
Rest.
Yeah, Chad.
Oh,
He comes
absolutely.
12 seconds.
You just be using that word objectively just to
Objectively is crazy.
No, I think it was mid. Okay, I think it was mid. I think he was definitely mid in the second and third round for sure.
We cannot
No, sure, and he was great in the finals. He was great in the finals. Yeah.
Sports bettors are
So was
mad enough
2015
when
Brown
players
then? I
have
just want to
legit.
That's what I'm saying.
This is
I like,
something that y'all do.
Nah,
but money- Real talk.
Wait, hold on, real quick.
Money in the bank.
Hold
LeBron has more
on.
money in the bank than Steph. Yes.
This is
Yeah, no,
something
money
that
in
y'all
the
do.
bank.
I'm talking
This
about
is
the big
this
brother.
is something that y'all do, and I'm not going to
I agree,
allow
real
it
talk.
today. We can't do that today, okay? Because you can't open a bunch of can of worms and then leave the show when you gotta go. All right. So let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's get to it.
My question still didn't get answered.
LeVar be balling. Finally, Kawhi has been held to a standard other guys are being held to. All Pencil and Ox do is baby him and make excuses. The best player in the world. Look at Pencil being corny, bringing up Finals MVP. Stop babying him.
Okay. 2 very quick things. If you want any understanding of how great a player Kawhi Leonard is, please understand that one of the best coaches in NBA history decided to blitz him every time he touched the ball in the fourth quarter. Number 1. They also put one of the best defenders in the NBA on him. I will also
Why is this
say
ridiculous? What he's saying?
what I'm saying is perfectly
He's the
fine.
one
You just got a whole bunch of
who was-
freaking children up
He's
here.
the one who was out here telling me about how Steph didn't play well in the finals. Meanwhile, Tyronn Lue was blitzing the guy the whole time for 2 straight series, but I just didn't move the needle. But Kawhi gets blitzed for a whole half. It's
Okay.
look, one of the greatest coaches blitzed him. Oh my God, so
Kawhi's
good.
been getting blitzed all
Hang on.
season,
You
though,
talked.
boys.
You talked for like a good 20 minutes.
guess.
I've been sitting here quietly listening to
guess.
nonsense for
Well,
like
just keep
an
going.
hour and a
Keep
half.
going. Keep
As you
going.
were saying,
I just laughed. You're the one who wanted to say something. I was
As you
going
were
to
saying,
explain why
Pam.
I laughed. I was
As you were
just gonna laugh
saying,
in the
Pam.
background.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
carry on.
first that, right? The way that they covered him shows you how much they respect him because it's not like he doesn't have other teammates that are very,
Yeah,
very good
agree.
basketball players. Darius Garland's an all-star. Benedict Matherin's a bucket. They were willing to let those guys get theirs to stop Kawhi because they had a game plan coming into this game. And I wish that y'all had let Jordan talk a little bit more earlier because he was really the one talking basketball about what that plan was. And everyone just wanted to talk narrative and bullshit because you want to cook Ox or cook me. It's nonsense. We had a really great basketball game yesterday, and we spent an hour and a half trying to get gotcha moments off, which is nonsense. Number 2, Kawhi Leonard said, I had a Hall of Fame defender on me. He limited my touches. He really, really heaped praise onto Draymond Green. I think if you want any idea of how much his peers respect Kawhi Leonard, Go listen to Draymond's response to that praise, where he said, that's like the greatest honor. That's not a normal guy. That's one of the greatest players in our league. When you say that Kawhi gets babied, when dude, you brought up 17 points per game in the finals, like Kawhi didn't win finals MVP for his defense. Like, you say
LeBron also played it.
Let Steph win finals MVP averaging 17 points. Let Steph be the number
Iguodala
one
won that
defensive
motherfucker, though.
assignment.
Okay, but he got credit for playing defense on LeBron when LeBron was exceptional in that series. The same thing with Iggy, though. Like that's what
LeBron was great. LeBron was great.
LeBron is a GOAT. Swiper, you
but two people have won
What is
Finals
it? Is this a
MVP because of their
LeBron
defense on
proxy
LeBron.
MVP or
No,
the NBA
no
Finals
one,
MVP?
no one should be arguing that Kawhi Leonard is
So what
better
are
than
you saying?
LeBron
Kawhi
James.
shouldn't have won Finals MVP?
No one should be arguing he better than Steph Curry either, but here you are.
No,
But wait, no. But KB, are
Kawhi
you saying that
is
Kawhi
legit-
should
No
have
one
won
should be
Finals
arguing he
MVP?
beat
No,
tied
I'm
in
not
higher
arguing.
than you were a year ago.
Okay,
I'm
but
arguing-
KB,
I'm
are
arguing-
you saying they should have won Finals
I'm
MVP?
arguing.
Ben, you had a point.
No.
Ben, you had a point.
He had words. I don't know if he had a
Kawhi
point.
Leonard is legitimately an all-time great player. I believe Ox
Agree.
was right when he
I
said
agree.
that had his career unfolded a little bit differently, had we seen the peak a little bit more, he was really knocking on those top 10 doors. Now, Ox said GOAT. I disagree. There's a lot of things that Ox said in that episode that I disagree with. But let's not start throwing words into people's mouths. Mr. Mars cooking up with, not bad for a system player. When the hell did I say Steph was a system player? I said he had a system that was not properly constructed around, that was not properly credited. I didn't say he is a system player, but you know who
He
was
was not
Kawhi
able
Leonard,
to
he
play
was in
the
a better
Kawhi
system.
Leonard. He
But
was
as a
in
straight-up
better
basketball
system,
player,
but as a
are you
straight up
kidding me right
basketball
now?
player, are you kidding me right now? Everything in Golden State was optimized to make Steph Curry shine. You tell me
Yes.
what that means.
it
No,
means,
tell me what those two separate sentences mean.
okay, I will explain to you what that means. In
Go ahead.
2016, 2017, there was a player who was being called a system player, and that player was Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin Durant called him a system player.
Yes, a lot of people called him a system player. To
That
the
wasn't in
point,
2017. I think he said that in 2016.
2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, until he got to Toronto, Kawhi was considered a system player. There were people who had legitimate concerns. How will Kawhi do outside the Spurs' perfect system? So when it was Kawhi, the system got credit, the coaching got credit, his teammates got credit, Tim Duncan got credit, Danny Green got credit. Everybody gets credit. Kawhi shoved to the side. When it comes to Steph Curry, who has also a great system, great movement, great screeners, great spacing, everything is designed to optimize Steph. In that same conversation, I conceded that Steph was a better player in 2016. And by the way, if you want to know how far I would go with that, I would say Steph was the best player in the NBA possibly in 2015, 2016, and 2021. And I would also argue that over the last 2 years, I would probably prefer Steph. So there's a lot to be said. I've never, ever said that my favorite player was better than Steph Curry.
Since when being a system player
gotta
is
ask
bad?
y'all about that.
I'd love to know that.
It's not.
That's what I want to know, Chill. I want to
Since
know
when?
what the only problem here is that when y'all hear terms like system player, y'all take that as a negative. Like I don't understand what's wrong.
Well, no, I just disagree.
Was James
But wait,
Harden
hold
was
on,
James
but
Harden
hold
a
on,
system
but
player in
okay, but
2018?
hold on. I still want to know
He is the
because I believe that Kawhi Leonard was a system player in San Antonio, and I also believe that Steph Curry has been a system player in Golden State. That doesn't take away from the greatness of these basketball players. That's what basketball is. So if you have good sets that you run, you have good defensive schemes that you have basketball players that fit that scheme and those offensive systems and mesh well with each other, and you have a coach that understands his players, and you have players that are bought into their coach. That is a system, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, you should all prefer that. You should all want your franchise, your team, and your organization to have a system and players that fit into that system.
But we don't live in that.
These terms are not negative at all. That's what
Yes,
basketball.
They're not
The reason why-
negative as standalone terms. No,
They have negative
The term
connotations.
system- if the term system player was used the way it should be used and the way Ox laid it out, yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with people being a system player. I think there are people who benefit from systems. There are people who are like very heavily tied to their systems. When people use the term system player, when people use the term system player, what they are saying is this guy would not be as good without X system. And this guy needs X system to appear this good. That's fine. Whatever, cool.
But it
When
was
people
not
use
true
the-
for Kawhi.
That's fine. When people use the term system player, that is what they are implying, even if they don't say it explicitly. Some people will say explicitly. I'm not here to argue implications versus explicit words, but that's what people mean. And then what they will often use that to do is to discredit the level of talent that player is. And that is why the term system player gets as much pushback as it does, because that's often the implication that people are using. I agree, Steph has played in a system for pretty much his whole. Davidson was a system. You go back and watch, Davidson was a system. Like, I'm not arguing that people play in systems. Kobe and Mike played in a system. Shaq played in a system. Tim Duncan played in a system. That's not the argument. There's a difference between someone playing in a system and what it means when people say someone is a system player. They are two different things in the way they are understood and interpreted by the masses when they are said. A system player is someone who needs this system to be good. Someone who plays in a system is someone playing in a system. Two different things. And when people say Steph Curry is a system player, they are saying he would not be this good without the Warriors. When they say Kawhi Leonard is a system player, they're saying he would not be this good without the Spurs.
But here's the
two statements in which I don't agree with. But that's what it means. So when people give the pushback,
and what happened?
That's what they're pushing back against. That's what they're pushing back against.
And also because for the thought process, because Penn, when Mars says that, when he said, you said he wouldn't be as good without the system, you were saying that's true. I think just because that's how Curry's career played out doesn't necessarily make that statement true. Because when we do remember the year prior to Steve Curry even getting there, with Mark Jackson, he was already like a 24-8 player. So Steph Curry was hitting his prime. He was hitting his prime, and then Steve Kerr got there. But I don't know what kind of player Steph Curry would have been, even if he continued with Mark Jackson getting into his prime years. But it just so happened that right when his prime was about to start, he also got Steve Kerr. So it's like, oh, the system made him whatever. But he was already 24-8 before Steve Kerr even got there.
The thing that I would argue with LeBron is he's probably the greatest floor raiser in NBA history. Like, you could just plop him on your team in his prime and give him like a random assortment of players, and he's good enough at all the elements of the game that he can do his thing, which is score 30, 35. He's very, very capable of handling double teams and making players better. This is a very complete basketball player. LeBron is a very complete basketball player. Michael was a very complete basketball player. I think his passing gets very underrated. With Steph Curry, I think he's one of the greatest ceiling raisers of all time. And that's not to diminish his worth versus LeBron's worth, but I don't think those two are necessarily the same thing. Both players have required a certain roster structure to succeed. But I think LeBron can exist in way more different ecosystems basketball-wise. And by the way, I think Kawhi can exist in more ecosystems basketball-wise. You could run Kawhi on a team that's very guard-laden and the bigs are role players with stretch abilities. But you could also run him on a team where the bigs are rim rollers. There's a lot of different contexts that Kawhi can fit in and a lot of different lineups that he can fit in. He's proven to be an all-NBA level talent in San Antonio, Toronto, Clippers. But I really genuinely believe that if you remove some of the playmaking from the hub, the dribble handoffs, the screen setting, the motion action from Steph's game, I don't think he has the burst to just carry you. Like, this is where I really fight back against this Magic Johnson is not the best point guard of all time bullshit. That's what he absolutely is.
But that's where you lose me, Penn.
One day people gonna realize.
Hold on, chill.
Draymond more than the benefits.
Go ahead, Chill.
Penn, I think you make a valid point, but the reason why you lose me is because the reason why this system is in place is to optimize a player's ability. So I'm not gonna. If Steph Curry is great running off screens, if Steph Curry is great in mobility, I don't want to take that away from Steph Curry. In fact, I want to enhance that from him. That's why I built this system to enhance his game. Now, if you just want to take Steph Curry and throw him out there and put him up against other basketball players, well, that's like going to the park. Well, if you go to the park, how good are you as a basketball player? Steph Curry's still nice, but if I put him in a system that optimizes his skill level and enhances his skill level, how much more awesome is he? How much better is he? I don't want to take that away from him.
That's every all-time player in NBA history.
We can all agree that Mike.
I don't know why we do. I don't know why you're doing this thing now where we're specifically talking about Steph and his system, in which when he's not playing in it, we have to speak about that. In which every single player, all-time great player, played in a system that maximized them to some degree. I don't know why we're sitting here talking about
the idea of a system.
No. That's why I know. Hold on. No, that's fine. The same way we talk about Kawhi needing a ball handler and things of that nature to be able to not really make him that much of a ball handler. When it comes to Steph,
And to be honest with you, when it comes to Draymond, it's more a benefit to Draymond to handle the ball more than Steph just not handling the ball, to be quite honest with you. It's more beneficial to the team because it makes Draymond more effective as a player. If Draymond was just standing around, not setting screens, not doing much, and letting Steph do all the work, he would be less of a threat, and offensively it'd be worse for the team. That's why he's in all those actions, because he's a good decision maker, a good screen setter, and it would have been better for Steph to be playing off the ball.
Absolutely.
But to be honest with you, it was more of a benefit to Draymond to play that role than to Steph Curry. It benefited Steph 100%.
And that's how you
I don't
keep
know.
going.
Chill. Go ahead.
We got 70 super chats.
Swiper. That's how you enhance. Swiper, you're a football guy. There's a reason why Bill Walsh implemented. There's a reason why Bill Walsh implemented the West Coast offense, because Joe Montana is not going to throw the football 50 times. You know what we're going to do? We're going to dink and dunk. We're going to throw the ball over the top of the defense once in a while, because we're going to enhance Joe Montana's ability to throw. What we're not going to do, though, is we're not just going to put him in the gun all game and have him throwing the football, because he's going to get killed if that happens. No, what we're going to do is we're going to put him under center. We're going to run some play action. In addition to running some play action, we're going to get Jerry Rice in slants. We're going to get John Taylor in quick outs, and we're going to enhance Joe Montana's skill set. And then other people saw the West Coast offense and said, you know what? I need a quarterback like that to enhance his skill set.
There's a difference, Chill, in being like optimized and a difference in being like absolutely optimized, right?
What's the difference?
Okay,
More
like
optimized. What are you doing, Ben?
There is a difference. There is a difference.
No, like
Okay, I'm
when you look at Shaquille O'Neal, right? He succeeded primarily with 3 guards, right? Kobe, Penny, and D Wade, right?
Sure.
Those
Yeah,
are the
for sure.
3, right? Okay, come on now. Those 3 players have a lot in common. In terms of skill set overlaps, they can dribble past, shoot. They were all mid-range guys. They all were athletic. They could all get downhill.
Mm-hmm.
I also think Shaq could have very much succeeded and probably would have succeeded even more with Steph, because then now the spacing is like you got 2 of the greatest gravitational force. There's a lot of different ways you could have done it with Shaq. You didn't have to have that archetype, but that archetype worked best. But Shaq on the court with 4 random players is still Shaq. He's still 31, 32 points per game. That's where I draw the line in the top 10 players.
Did you not watch Steph Curry in 2021?
Yes, we all watched Steph in 2021. We got 70 super chats.
we got to
keeping a constant frequency.
So now we got to move on. Now that's great. Yeah, super chats.
Yeah, we do.
Today is the day that
Yeah, we do. I've been trying to move on. I've been trying to move on.
70 super chat. Yeah, we definitely got to move.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I've been trying to do.
Go ahead.
Don't get your wig snatched on PC. We buck around here, bro. Don't get your wig snatched.
Please stop.
Of players who have failed in Golden
Hold
State.
on, Pin. No more.
Yeah, no more. We moving on.
We got it. Leaf Diggy, the Brim Reaper, sent the super chat through. Said,
right back.
the only thing you standing on, Bobby, is a tombstone carved in stone. The fibbery and the delusion of the basketball career of one Kawhi Leonard. He always been better than Magnet Ball Curry since 2017. Now OKC get number 1 pick. They won't get the number 1, but
if that happens, we need to lock Cho up, because he sees things that no one else can see. That's the
they got a 1.5%
you know what's crazy?
chance. It's the same
I remember at the
percentage
beginning
that
of
the
the
Mavs
season,
had to get
Chill
flagged.
said that the Trailblazers have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Warriors, and I'm like, is this guy crazy?
I mean,
all
he's
these
kind of
players
right.
going down.
He's kind of right.
Oh, no, the Warriors are still going to make it. They're just going to be the 8th.
They are?
Oh, you think so?
Donovan Clingan FC?
Jalen Green against the Warriors?
Oh yeah.
Why would you bring up the Why would you bring up the 4th best player? I ain't talking about no Jalen Green.
The one who was his team's best player in the first playing game?
What? One game?
Dylan Brooks.
What he did in that fourth quarter was horrible.
They goddamn Devin Booker.
I'm about to bring it home. Next up.
Chill.
Sir.
I'm going to just say it until tonight. I might change my mind. I mean, tomorrow, I might change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
D Mitch better than Devin Booker.
Well, duh.
Now Friday, I can change my mind.
Welcome to
Friday, I can change my mind.
Welcome to
There's no
Devin.
way. Donovan Mitchell's better than Devin Booker?
Worst athlete that's also a worst shooter?
I ain't gonna lie. Drench, you just said the sky's blue. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
No, I ain't say no sky blue. Don't get me started on D Mitch ass. Don't get me started on that shit.
Big Zah sent a super chat through, said Denny barred 3rd team after playing game. His numbers X a number 1 on a playoff team. He got to be on it. Shout out Jewish Luka.
But that's why when Penn brought up the odds, I guarantee you there's some voters that are like, you know what? I was going to put Scotty on there or Jalen Duren on there, but I just seen a 41-12 from Denny in a playing game.
Yeah.
Put Diddy on there.
There's no way Diddy wasn't all NBA already.
He wasn't.
I did not have him on.
No
I did
way.
not have him. I did not have him.
He was not.
But look, Swipe. I'm not going to let you
I moved him
discredit
up, Mars,
these.
because I'm sorry, Drench. Go ahead.
I'm about to say to Swipe. I'm not going to let you discredit these media members with credentials because you don't want them to discredit you. All I'm going to say is this.
Anything.
All I'm gonna say is this. I'm going to say this.
And some of them ain't good at their job either. I told them that to their face.
Whatever.
They're not.
I mean, Nick Wright.
Whatever.
I say it to your face.
I don't think they're gonna do this. I think they just gonna make the call the way that they was already gonna make the call. Nothing else matters.
Stephen A. Smith got a vote right now, and I guarantee you, he don't know what synergy is. He don't know what data baller is. He don't know what none of that stuff is.
Stephen A. doesn't
Why be in his best interest to not know what those things are?
Why would he even know that?
Bro, he watches maybe. I'm not gonna lie to you. Given his schedule, think about it. He makes 20 M's a year doing all the sports he does. I guarantee he hasn't watched 24 games of basketball this year. 30.
That's nuts.
Probably.
Maybe not.
That is
But
nuts.
that's real talk. You got to vote though.
Now he probably watched full games.
E-word.
The games come on at 10 o'clock at night.
On the plane,
No, he
on the
doesn't
plane,
watch
maybe.
Yeah, you can watch a lot on the
He
airplane.
probably has
Right.
research.
When he's about to go to Jordan, when he's on the way to Hannity, he watches the game. He'll watch the game on the way on the flight to go to
And
Fox
plus,
Studios.
you know
I'll
how
take
when you
his
get that
schedule
game
over
without all the
Yeah,
without when you take out all the free throws, like when you take out all the free throws, take out all the
all
dead
possessions,
time, but
yeah.
just like get those just
Yeah.
That should be
possessions. He
20
probably
minutes.
watches
That should
that.
be 20 minutes.
Yeah, he
I doubt
probably
even
do that.
watches that.
E-word sent the super chat, a members chat. I'm sorry, been a member for 21 whole months. Chill was right. Blazers in, Clips out. OKC gets picked.
Did Ron pay up?
So
Who he supposed to pay?
You guys are
Swipe,
right.
do you think so?
I don't know.
He paid
who?
me. He paid me.
You guys.
I don't know if he paid you yet.
Motherfucking
He
when
has
he
not.
paid you.
Yo,
You guys. I'm not always wrong. You guys are right about stuff too.
what?
So let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let me get Ron on
Tupac
the
West
goddamn
Side came through with a super chat. Morning, fellas. Tough loss by the Clippers. Sup, Big Ox? You know what's coming, so best thing to do is tough it out and move forward, brother. Y'all think Golden State can beat anyone in the West these playoffs?
No, I don't.
I don't know. What's
They're
coming?
gonna play OKC. Like it was a good run. What we talking about? It was a good
That was, yeah,
run.
it was a cool little moment.
Now his
Maybe-
ass ain't gonna
It
answer
was,
the phone.
yeah.
Real.
Yeah,
I just heard
Yeah,
you say that.
it was a cool moment. It was a cool moment. But it's
Wait,
it's
what-
Could be
not-
Kawhi's last.
What if
last
Jimmy
performance
Butler
in the
does his
Clippers
Willis
jersey.
Reed though?
See, look at his ass in the chat. This
That is not in their
motherfucker.
best interest.
you know, there is a trend that is
no,
emerging in
that's-
these play-ins that teams with multiple weak defenders are getting absolutely fried.
Like the Charlotte Hornets and
Mhm.
Hornets won. What are we talking about?
Well, I mean, the
No,
Hornets
okay, well,
almost
we
lost.
know why. We
Yeah,
know
the
why.
Hornets almost lost, but like in fairness,
They're going to
like,
stomp Orlando. By the way,
I
They're not
mean,
gonna beat them.
let's
They're
not
gonna
even let's not
stomp
even act like the Hornets were not
You guys
attacking
are
Tyler
haters.
Hero last night. We also got Paolo Banchero getting attacked all the time, just soft ass doubles that he was throwing down to the elbow. Just really, really can't be having defensive liabilities. And then of course Darius Garland got attacked. He had 5 fouls.
I mean, to be,
You know?
to be fair, Penn, I
That
saw
happens all
Davion
season
Mitchell
long.
get his ass attacked
Yeah,
too.
that's
Though.
what's-
I thought
That's
I
what's
saw
Davion
Davion
Mitchell
get
in the
attacked.
post, different story with a big. Davion
all
Mitchell
season.
getting attacked off the. I think Davion.
They're just gonna find another way to attack you. Like that's just basketball.
that's
Yeah, but
not
no,
that's
attack
not
the weakest
playing
one.
exclusive.
There's no
That's-
guard that's mismatch hunting Davion Mitchell, bro.
That's fine. Just mismatch him with a big. You don't have to. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
if
do
they
one
somehow
way.
manage to
you're right,
play
you're
the
right, you're
Lakers,
right.
Luka would be attacking
Yeah.
Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, Luka would because he bigger. Like that's just what basketball is. They're gonna find this. They're gonna find an
Also,
advantage somewhere.
elite scorers, when they score like twice on you, they're just gonna feel like I don't care how good you are, I'm just gonna keep.
KB,
trying.
am I
That's just how
losing
they
my
feel.
mind if the
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons are playing the Miami Heat? Is Kay Cunningham not looking at Davion Mitchell like bring his
Easy.
low ass over here?
Easy.
I'm going
Luka
after
did it to
him.
Pat Bev. Luka did it to Pat
Yeah,
What the
Bev.
hell
yeah,
is
that's
going
what
on?
I'm
And I appreciate
Every
Davion
time.
Mitchell as a defender, but there are plenty of guards that are looking at him. Jalen Brunson is looking at Davion Mitchell like he a bucket.
No,
of
not
extra
maybe
pieces.
not Jalen
But
Brunson. Maybe not Jalen Brunson.
Yes,
Like,
Mismatch hunting
I'm
happens
not
for
saying
good
Davion
players
Mitchell's
too.
at the top of the list. Like if he's playing the
Saying
Heat, Tyler Hero,
he's
and
going
Norman
after
Powell.
him. Is my point.
Tyler Hero and Norman Powell are the top of the list for sure. Of like guys, he
Yeah.
wants to attack.
He's going
And then
after
you'll probably
him,
get
is
to
my
like
point.
Fontecchio and Jaime Jaquez for sure. But like of like their high minute players,
Sure.
Davion is higher up that list than Bam and Wiggins. Like Luke would rather attack Davion than Bam and Andrew Wiggins. It's just going to be a size thing. Like if you're a small guard, big wings and big guards are going to attack.
Yes.
You. That's just kind of
100%.
how it goes. So yeah, even
That
That
David-
nigga Luka
Exactly.
attacked Pat Bev. Luka attacked Pat
Yeah,
Bev. Like
it
nobody
just-
does
it is
that.
what
Yeah,
it
you don't
is.
have to be a
It is
bad
what it is.
defender.
He
to
went
be-
after him too,
to be
Drench.
manipulated.
Every
they
time
won
he
that
wanted him
matchup.
in the
You just have a disadvantage. You're gonna
It's
get attacked
literally-
regardless.
I'm
of
just
your
It's
saying,
literally
I-
who the
Please
scorer
be
feels the
frying
most
Pat
comfortable
Bev.
with being in front of them. It could even
He too
be their
big
best
for him, that's
defender.
why.
If
He
he
too
feels
big for Pat.
comfortable enough to score on him and he did it, then he's gonna want to continue to attack him. That's all it is.
I'm just saying. I think because the playoffs and the play-in always have an implication on the draft. I do think if you're picking Darius Acuff top 5, you better watch.
Man, I don't want to hear no
gotta
Darius
watch.
Acuff slander. Next
Oh,
super
wow.
chat.
It's not
Next super
slander, it's
chat.
not
Next
slander,
super
it's not
chat.
slander.
Next super
It's
chat.
a cautionary tale of what happened.
No, because Darius Acuff at this rate, he's even playing next to Shea. So you ain't gonna be able to pick on him. So at this rate, he would play right next.
If he goes to OKC, we're good. We're square.
That's actually a shame, bro. Okay,
Oh no, he might go to
That's
Toronto
actually
too,
possible.
bro.
That's
I'm telling-
possible. Yeah.
That last
How?
night had so many implications for the rest of the decade, bro. Like that.
Wait,
that
is it true? Is it
horrible
true that if the Warriors win their next game too, OKC has a higher chance of getting top?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Suns were the
That's
7th
right,
seed,
yeah.
which means the Clippers
That's
pick would
goodness
go above that
gracious,
in the
bro.
odds.
Yeah, well,
I
thank you.
still think Darius
Uh,
Acuff is closer to Trey Burke in the NBA than anything.
Well, that's your fault. You don't know ball. You can move on.
No, nigga,
Hey,
I
Trey-
know
Trey
ball.
Burke-
I
Trey
seen
Burke
his
was
move.
a
Trey Burke was
baller, though.
dope.
Nah,
He
bro.
was dope.
Denim LV says Steph busted Kawhi ass, but I got smoked for Ty Lue too. He got heavily outcoached.
They want to
That
fire
nigga
him.
was mad
Y'all
on
gonna
the
fire him?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on it. Yeah, you Warriors fans need to chill on Steve Kerr. Like, I don't understand.
I never
why
had- but-
you guys
Listen.
be hating on Steve Kerr.
No, listen.
Nah,
I'm gonna keep
Steve
it a
be on
man.
bullshit 'cause
Real
Paz
talk.
ass
No, real
suck.
talk knows this too.
That motherfucker
The
sorry, bro.
only thing I get mad about Steve Kerr is two things. One, when Steph is like 14 in the quarter, he'll miss one jumper and then immediately get subbed. Like that pisses me off
That
so
is
much.
just
That's
not
one.
true.
And
That's
two-
not true at all,
it is-
actually.
no,
No,
I've
it's
watched
not.
games. I've watched him go
I have
on
too.
heaters.
I watch games
I've watched
too.
him-
He's a
I've
Warriors
watched- no,
fan,
no.
Steph.
That's his usual time
I'm,
he comes out, probably.
I'm telling y'all right now, I've watched games in which he's on a heater. He takes him out the game. Some of the decision making Steve Kerr makes is just a bit strange when it comes to rotations.
So it's about Steph.
Schematically,
Do be strange.
like
He got
Everything about the
Guy
Warriors
Santos.
about Steph.
He got Guy Santos making moves in the NBA, bro,
I'm
making
not
winning
talking
plays.
about this is the thing. I'm not talking about the quality of player. Him being able to maximize these quality of players is great.
You want Steph
Talking
and
about
ISO more like old boy does.
The rotation.
Nah, he just talking about the rotation. The rotations
Mark
do be-
know what I'm talking about.
The rotations sometimes don't make sense. Like to me, I
Sure,
hate the
for
fact
sure.
that when every time Steph is on the floor, somehow Draymond and GP2 are on the floor together. Like I just why that is
Steph's
genuinely
the
I have
only
no
one
idea.
who can make 2 non-shooter lines.
Yeah, I know, but it annoys me because there's
But they're also
people
helping
I hate
him.
that
on the-
Pods
on
is
the
on the
team.
floor. I hate that Pods is in the NBA. I'm gonna be real.
Pods is good, bro. You're tripping.
Pods is not fucking good.
I've never agreed with Warriors fans when it comes to this.
Pods is
position.
good, bro.
I've
Y'all
never
tripping,
agreed.
bro.
Pods is
I
Nah, I
not
ain't gonna lie.
fucking good.
Pods is
I
fine,
hate
man.
forcing
Pods
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 in
is
the
a
NBA.
bum.
Yeah,
Pods
I've never agreed. when
I've
it
made
comes to
winning
this.
plays for them yesterday.
No,
He's a
Pods
person.
suck.
He's a reasonable
Bro,
role
they
player.
forcing that shit. Pods
Hey,
ass.
but what
I,
do you think?
I think he thinks he's a
I'm
lot
low-key
better
with
than
Drench.
he is.
I don't understand this
Yeah,
head to
I
head.
know you. I see your tweets. I don't understand the
fucking
point.
suck.
Hey, we
I
got
ain't gonna lie.
to
Pods
Wait,
is
hold on,
not
hold on,
in the
y'all.
NBA.
We definitely got to make a quick pivot, y'all. Quick pivot. 1 second, I gotta find it. I had it right here from. Okay, here we go. Let's make a quick pivot, and then we will get back to these crunch time chats. But we gotta take care of business. There was a lot of things happened last night, and FYTB Jay Sean says,
Brother.
playoff Paolo 7 for 22, 0 for 5 from 3, 6 turnovers. Run back the tape. I predicted 5 turnovers, and he gave me an extra one. Shout out Mars though for picking the right side. W Warriors Clippers. Damn, Ox.
Go out on it,
Stefferless.
man.
Pen,
Embiid in the
Pen.
playoffs. Go out on it, man. It will
Pen,
work.
can we?
Stefferless. I like that.
because
Stefferless.
Penn wants to do this. Penn, can we have a basketball conversation? Can we talk some hoops? Like
Yep.
instead of let's talk basketball. So
There's no way we actually have to talk about this game.
yes,
We
we
got
Why?
to
Why?
run through it real quick, Mars.
Why?
It's
We would
mandatory.
rather just read super
No,
chats and
chill
talk about the
about
game.
to chill
Well,
about to talk about.
y'all not even letting me read
Chill
super
about to talk
chats.
about Scotty
So-
Barnes.
so-
Chill
No,
about
so
to
read
talk about
them.
Scotty Barnes and Apollo.
Let's read them.
I don't
Oh, okay.
know.
If we
Okay,
if we
cool.
ran a poll, what would we rather do? Give people their
I
money's
can't.
worth.
I
and read
don't
their
got the
super chats,
abilities to run polls,
Or-
Mars. So.
talk about the
Oh.
Magic being trash.
But
Yeah,
Mars,
that
we
game-
would have
that
been
game
done
was
with
a
it now. But y'all
chore to
complaining.
watch.
We
I'm not
will
gonna
be
lie.
half. We will
It
be
was a
halfway
chore to
through this
watch.
game if y'all just let us do it. Go ahead, Penn.
It was a chore to
Look,
watch.
look, hold on, y'all. Because damn that. Penn has to get this off. His his Scotty Barnes has been disrespected, and he feels a certain way about that.
But we're not even talking about the game. We just talking about-
No, we are not doing
We're
that
gonna do
right
a little
now.
bit of both, Mars. You know we're gonna do a little bit of both.
I'd
Go
like to
ahead.
go
Just
back
get to the
power.
game.
Oh my God.
Go, Pin.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
go, bro. Don't worry about what these
I
dudes are saying.
don't care about Scotty
All the
Barnes right now.
motive-
Ken,
This
just
is
talk
not
about the game. Talk
Scotty
about the game.
Barnes.
Talk about the game. Talk about the game.
This is not about Scotty Barnes. Scotty
All right,
Barnes
talk
did not
about
play
it. Go
last
ahead.
night.
Do your
But you
thing.
know, I honestly, to God is my witness, I actually thought the Magic would win, which is by the way freaky because it's the only game in the 4 games that I actually got wrong. I thought the Magic would win. I don't know if that's because I hate.
Yeah, I was
Nick Nurse.
waiting for you to say you was wrong about that. By the way,
I mean, I thought the Magic would come through after the humiliating loss against the G League
Boston
Celtics.
Celtics.
I thought this is absolutely a pride moment. And Jalen Suggs, one of my favorite guards in the league, goes out 1 for 9, and Paolo goes out sad. Carson had a stat. Did y'all see it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
He has a lot of Paolo Banchero stats.
Yeah.
There
he
have
does.
been.
where did he get that shit from though?
Hold on. There
he
have been
goes on,
7
out.
games in
Yeah, he goes on
NBA
stat.
this entire season in which a player missed 15 plus shots and had 6 plus turnovers.
How many, Pen?
And
How many games?
7 entire games.
Okay,
in
7
this
games.
in the NBA season where a player missed 15 plus shots, had 6 plus turnovers, and
Sure.
posted a true shooting percentage below 45%. Paolo Banchero just did this in back-to-back games. And
Yeesh.
arguably the 2 biggest games of the season.
Mm.
It is time to talk about what the hell the Magic are doing because everybody wants to say, we gave up all this for Desmond Bane, but you gave up that to support Paolo. Desmond Bane did his
Desmond
job
Bane-
last night.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
Desmond Bane
tell
did his
you.
job this
I
season.
watched that. I watched that
The-
game at 2 a.m. because I was.
I mean,
at
the
a
Magic
cinema.
just suck in general though.
No, I don't think the Magic
fact that
suck,
Magic
Gordon. No,
suck.
no,
I
no,
do.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
do
no, no.
think
The
they
Magic do not
No,
suck.
the Magic have
Anthony
more than
Black
just
has had a
Paolo
good year.
issues, yeah.
Let us not throw everybody
They
out.
definitely got more than
Franz
Paolo.
is coming. Franz is coming off an injury. I think he's a very solid player. I think the Magic.
I don't think him and Paolo can play together though.
Number one, that you need a different type of player, and you need to make a choice between these 2 guys. I realize we did this with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, a couple years, and then they won a championship. The difference here is there's too much overlap between these 2 guys. They're both slow grind drivers. They both kind of like bully their way to the basket.
Probably need to get rid of Franz.
Honestly, I would rather get rid of Paolo. And I said
I
earlier,
don't think so, but sure.
I don't think you're going to get the value for Paolo at this point.
I just think
really
Paolo,
don't.
I think Paolo, the stars are the stars because they're the best in the world at creating advantages. And we spoke about Denny yesterday, and Denny doesn't have much of a side-to-side game, but he has an elite up and
Downhill,
game.
and that motherfucker play like he
And-
keep returning punch and shit.
yeah. And once he
punt
finds that
return.
angle, he's unstoppable. But Paolo's biggest issue is that on a possession-by-possession basis, he finds it very difficult to create advantages. And I think, Mars, you've touched on it previously. He's not a great functional athlete, so he struggles to operate in tight spaces, and his handle isn't good enough, and he's just not a great creator individually, and he's not explosive. So he finds himself settling. But I think for me though, the biggest thing is Paolo is in a lot of ways, I think, still trying to figure out who he is as a basketball player. And are you a finesse forward? Are you a bully
This is
wing?
4
Do I need to
years,
make other
Damian.
players better? He struggles with that ratio. So in a lot of ways, his game is really immature offensively when it should have a lot more polish.
And
So I think there's a lot of
this is-
problems there. But Drenchy, it's not just Paolo.
No, I agree.
Suggs too. Yeah, Suggs is horrible.
Okay, Suggs struggled.
Everyone but Desmond Bane should hang their head in shame. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Everyone except Desmond Bane. Anthony
Yeah,
Black,
but when the
just
head
the
of the
whole-
snake
the whole
does not
team on
show up,
offense
your
is
leading
ass,
shot
too. The
taker
whole
didn't
team
show
on
up.
offense is trash.
Look, when the leading guy in terms of usage, shot attempts, and everything chokes back-to-back games, and Desmond Bane tries to put on his cape and try to come back in back-to-back games and try to help you out, I'm sorry. I don't think anybody really needs to hold their head in shame, because if I'm Franz Wagner, I'm I played 29 minutes and I got 12 shots. I did not get the featured touches.
That's his
But I'll
fault,
tell
though.
you what, to the people who have been spreadsheet FC for the last 4 years, telling y'all every single year, Paolo ain't this guy. Paolo's team is better with him on the bench. People will be like, no, he's a superstar. I've heard him put in top 10 talks. I've heard him put in top 15 talks, all NBA talks, future face of the league talks. I was hearing him discuss with Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama as who, and Cade Cunningham as who's going to take over.
When
the league.
last year?
Last
year before?
year, when he
had a good
when
first
he
round, to
shot
be fair.
when he shot well in the
Yeah.
playoffs. And honestly, man, I really thought when you have a moment like Boston, this is your pride on the line. I did not realize Jamal Mosley getting fired. That's happening.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
He's gonna be the
it's
first
about a
coach, yeah.
season overdue. It's about a season overdue.
It is about a new.
That
but
motherfucker come in and do the
but
same shit
there's
Steve
there's a
Clifford did.
trend that's been going on with Paolo for years now, which is bottom 10 offenses. every
No, it's been going on
year
with the Magic. No, hold on, it's been going on with the
since
Magic
Dwight.
for years.
Since Dwight.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
it's been going on
But
for the Magic.
they're
But they were a bad
bottom. They're
team.
bottom because look. There is a certain point. I get it. Can the coaching be better? Sure. Can some of the ancillary pieces be better on the team? Absolutely. Paulo Banchero this year was the worst jump shooter in the league. We
There we
keep
go. I
trying
agree with
to pass blame off to everybody else on that team, the coach, the staff,
Whole league,
the
real
other
talk?
players.
It wasn't a
And
worst
I've
jump
said
shooter?
this about you. Do you know when the Magic were
Not the
playing
whole league,
good,
but I get what
do
he's
you
saying.
know when the Magic
he factually was. It's not. He didn't make it out.
do you know?
Yeah.
Do y'all
Statistically,
know when the
he was the
do
worst
y'all
in the
do
league.
y'all
Yeah,
is-
it's
do
true.
We
y'all
can
know?
hear you talk.
Do y'all? But they keep talking. Do y'all know when the Magic were a good team this year? It's when Paulo was playing good basketball. That's when they were good.
Okay.
That recent stretch when they went to Minnesota, beat Minnesota. I remember these games.
Yep.
Because their best player
6 in
was
a row.
playing well.
Was the jump shot
But
working real talk?
the problem with the Magic is that their best player usually is not playing well. That's the problem. Paulo needs to be better. Period. Point blank. Stop.
Whoa,
trying to
hold on,
shift
real
the
talk, hold on,
blame
real
to
talk. You
other
can't do that.
teams.
Oh, real
And
talk,
I-
you can't do that. You can't do that because if you're gonna say the only time when the Magic play well is when Paulo play well, then that lets you know that they got more than Paulo Banchero problems.
Well, no,
The
because
team
when
sucks. The team sucks.
Didn't they?
Yeah,
didn't
and that's
they-
what I'm
but
just
they
going
go
on
on
real.
like a good run
Yeah,
when
the
Paulo
team
went
did
down.
too,
The
though.
team
been
I said
trash.
it too,
Team been
though. I said
trash.
it. I'm just saying, real talk. Real talk. Put that plate down like he just ordered 6 steaks.
Yeah, but
Like,
you got
no,
you
nigga,
got.
I did.
I'm not saying I'm
No,
not
nigga, I'm
saying
bringing you
real
some
talk is doing
macaroni,
it.
nigga.
But
You
there's a
eat
lot
macaroni,
of there's a
nigga.
lot of people who unironically believe that Orlando were contenders this year in the East. Like there's
I
a lot of
don't know
people
why.
who genuinely
I
believe
believe
that.
it.
So now when they
I
suck,
remember those hot.
now
takes
when
on
they
the
now
live
when
show.
they suck, it's like
I'm keeping
damn,
note.
why was I wrong? Oh, Paulo. Like no, the team's just not
The
good.
team
Like, this is not a-
the
it's
team
not a
don't
good team.
gel. The way
team,
that they
yeah,
structured
that's
this
not a
team,
good
the way
team.
that they structured
Damn.
this team, with the way that they pace, with the way that they play, the pace that they play at, the style that they play, it just sucks. Like I don't get how you keep looking at this team
That sound like
and you keep
coaching.
trying.
That's what
It
that sound
is.
like to me.
It's GMs.
I mean, it's a lot of-
GM
There is a
and
lot of-
coaching.
yeah.
But my thing is, it's no way you watch this team play all season and you said this would works for, like Real Talk just said. If you looked at it the way Real Talk did and say, well, Apollo played good, I mean, we're good. We're a fucking shit team.
Well, Penn,
Something got to change.
Well, hey y'all,
Penn,
we have respectfully, we do need to move on because we have
Nigga, this fake
70
ass
Real quick,
70 super chats and we are over. It's over at 2. And I want to
Go ahead,
respect
yo.
everybody's
Go
time.
ahead.
two sentences, Swiper.
Ron, no. Ron, brother, do you have? You can put. Thank you so much. We got Dookie B, Dookie Baylocks. I think this is Dookie or Dookie_1. $10 super chat. Don't ever put Kawhi Leonard in the same conversation as LeBron, Steph, KD, Harden, Russ,
No,
CP3,
let's
Clay, Dame, Blake, AD, Kyrie,
Blake is
Marc
crazy.
Gasol,
Marc Gasol is
Giannis,
crazy.
Jokic, and Shea.
He just snuck
You know
Marc
what's
Let's
crazy?
settle down a bit,
If,
yeah.
if he would have got busy yesterday and had a master class, what would the conversation be about?
Oh, it'd be great.
It
It'd
don't
be great.
even matter.
Me and
Chill.
Ox
It
would have
don't
been
even
smiling
matter.
ear to
The
ear,
nigga
chill.
didn't get busy. It don't
Hey,
matter.
chill. I would have came up here with
That's
a
why
Joker
I'm
smile on
putting
just
it
It
for
would
you.
have been. It would have been more evidence that Kawhi's better than a bunch of people he not.
Facts.
Chill. Kawhi
Sure.
deserved this shit. It is what it is. I'm not
Kawhi
defending
was
this.
fine.
I was just defending that playmaking shit. But Kawhi deserved this shit.
So no,
I had
you
to
realize
say
this,
it.
Jordan. You realize that, Jordan, because me and Jordan, we on the same vibe. You know, we brothers. Jordan, you realize that not only did Kawhi sell his team to end the season, he sold his team to start the season because of the trees, and they about to get suspensions, and they about to get draft pick fines, all because of Kawhi.
I don't want to know. We ain't brothers.
Why are Kawhi about to screw the Clippers?
And he's not coming back
I
this
ain't
week.
know.
Kawhi. That's all because of Uncle Dennis.
That
and that's
nigga
because of,
snitching
All
on
right, and you ain't got to defend
I mean,
Kawhi.
Hey,
Kawhi
just so
wanted
you
money.
guys know,
No.
so we're clear. So you guys know,
Well, I wanted bread.
they get a top 12 pick. The lottery isn't until next month. Just so you guys know, I just want to put that out there.
I mean, but
Yeah.
it'll be solidified after Friday.
But you know what, Chill? I think Kawhi is very resilient. And regardless of what happens with this aspiration situation or, this game, I don't think he's going to hang his head. I
Why
don't
would
think.
he? That nigga
No,
gonna get his
and
money
you know what?
regardless.
Like, nobody has really mentioned his team sold his core as they were ascending this year. They sold on James Harden, maybe because James Harden didn't want to be there, extension, etc. They
James,
sold on
why do people keep doing that with James Harden?
No,
He did
hold-
want to be there. They just didn't want to pay him.
I said maybe.
No, it's no
And I
maybe
also
to it.
and I
He wanted
also
to be there.
added
just
because they
pay
didn't
him.
want to pay him. I said what you said. And also Vita Zubac. And I think yesterday a player like Zubac would have helped. I think James Harden
Brook was helping. Brook was whooping yesterday.
Brooke was fine, but you know,
Wasn't it strange for him and Al Horford were going
unfortunately,
back to back? I was like,
Hey, Mark, I thought I was going to time machine.
2010 or something.
So Mars, everything they could have asked for from the Clippers players happened except for Kawhi showing up. Literally,
Look,
that's
a couple of days ago, I came up here
Imagine
and I
that,
said
real talk.
most
My
people
best
probably.
player not doing his job.
Yeah, Garland was hooping yesterday too.
Darius Garland
Everybody
was
else did it.
World,
Matt-
Couple days
Garland-
ago.
Quick,
Benny gave him some
Quick
buckets,
D-Lo
yeah.
hooped. Old Brook hooped. DJJ hooped. Chris
Yeah,
Dunn
DJJ
was
had a
doing
nice
a good
stop.
job. They were everybody else showed up to this game, but
Except-
apparently we
except
got to keep making
completely
excuses for this nigga Kawhi
nonsense.
Leonard. It's cool.
That's
It's
completely
fine.
nonsense.
Whatever.
But okay,
we got another super chat. Shout out to my dog. We got one on TJ, $10 super chat. Steph just
You
showed
don't even
Ox
know that nigga. Talking about shout out to
biased
my dog.
opinion about Kawhi. Let me read it again. Steph just showed Ox biased opinion about Kawhi is asinine. Kawhi hasn't been in over a decade. I mess with Kawhi though, but Steph is the most dangerous man on the basketball court.
I ain't even really come at Kawhi. His fans just don't believe the words they say. That's kind of where I'm at.
no, I think we both believe the word. I think everyone up here believes the words that they're
For my
saying.
side, you don't believe Kawhi peaked higher than Shaq. You don't believe that. So
No, I already
Kawhi
already
fans
corrected
don't-
that.
Yeah,
I already
exactly.
corrected
And
that.
you didn't believe it at the time you said
Was
it.
that worse than the
You-
Bill
you-
Russell
you-
thing,
you-
Chill?
No,
One
you
time.
don't.
Was that
believe
worse
it.
than
because
was that
I
worse than the
watched
Bill Russell?
the player that you're talking
better
about,
score than the Keem
Mars,
thing? Yeah.
Yes.
the player you're talking about, Mars, the peak Shaq 2000. I watched that player go up against Arvydas Sabonis and almost lose a game 7. So I'm just telling you that was very.
But he
much
struggled with
front and
Arvydas.
center on my-
Everyone's watched that game 7. Everyone's watched that.
Arvydas was just a monster, bro. Like he was huge.
Yeah, okay. so that's what
everyone's
I'm
watched
saying.
that series.
And I watched the Kawhi.
Bro, he
Leonard
was
that I
7'2",
talking
like
about,
320 pounds of
nearly
muscle.
beat the 73 win Warriors. So I'm just saying, like
Nearly?
to me, well, he got injured.
Man,
He got injured.
It was
the year,
one
the year
game,
before.
bro.
first off, that was the 17. That was 17.
No.
And it was
Wait. So Shaq loses. No, Shaq wins, and he
Wins,
nearly lost.
yes.
Kawhi loses, and he nearly won. What? Boom. You got it.
He got hurt.
All right, yeah.
He got hurt.
He did, but let's not act like he would have won the series even if he won that game.
I think he would.
That was
It's cool,
2017,
it's
by the way, not
No,
2016.
It's cool. So
My bad.
Shaq won, and he nearly lost. Kawhi lost, and he nearly won.
And they smoked the
Yep.
Blazers in 2001 with Arvydas Sabonis. And he destroyed
Nah,
them.
it's good to know, man.
Smoked
Regular
them
season
five
doesn't
games.
matter.
Good to know.
Smoked them dudes in 5 games. I think he went like 28 and 16.
Yes,
in
the
blocks.
Blazers were falling apart after that. But I'm saying,
In
like,
fact, they came
and-
into the playoffs in 2001. I think
and
they won
also
a
Sabonis
10-game
was like
10-game
8
win
years
streak that
removed,
year.
8 years removed from his peak. But I'm saying, like, all these guys that we're talking about,
Shaq
all
played
bounced
Tumble
back.
late career.
They all
Rick
bounced
Smith.
back, right?
Losing to
Every
someone
one of
better,
these
coach.
players bounced back. But I'll tell you one player who didn't bounce back:
Who's that?
Paolo Banchero. March 29th, Scotty Barnes snatched that man's soul.
Oh,
Okay.
get the fuck out of here. Let's go to the
Next
next.
super chat. We got
52-point loss.
That soul is crazy.
Yeah, let's get a pause on that.
cool,
That's
cool.
outrageous.
next super chat. We got
I can't wait for Scotty in the first
Big
round,
Ron?
yo. I can't wait for
Knew it was
Scotty in the first
coming.
round.
Damien, you and me
Yeah,
both.
that point
I
guard
swear to
Scotty
God,
shit
bro.
been
I can't
ass ever
wait.
since P came up here bragging
I'll do
about
it live
that.
from
We
Sunday.
got
We do not have time.
unlimited Z Talks $10. I'm naming the album The Fall
I'll
Off.
get your
It's
damn
pretty
job,
ironic
man.
because ain't nobody
Ain't no
fall
fall
off
off
more
for
for
me.
me. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
fall off for more for me. Wardell, Stephen Curry the second. The fall off. That's
Is
nice
it
album.
KD? Is it Ivory or me? Yeah, this is a line in the song.
He
This is
was
a line in the
walking
song
shit
that he
down
used.
yesterday too. We didn't really even talk about
Not
like
singing
what he
voice, man.
did, bro.
Because you were glazing Steph.
If we're
Nah,
being honest,
this what we
You
expect
niggas
from
better
Steph.
say that same
Yeah.
shit when
But,
Steph
okay,
missed the
Moss,
playoff.
two things can be true. And if we're being honest about Steph Curry, if we're being honest, when you're watching that game yesterday and you're watching the Warriors chip at the lead, is it not? Because I can say for me, with 100% certainty, KB, when they started chipping at the lead, all I'm thinking is, here they come.
Oh, there you go.
And keep it close.
Oh
And if
yeah,
they
I said that in the
keep it
chat, Chill.
close,
Even,
all
you
I'm
know,
thinking-
what's crazy?
all I'm
Chill,
thinking is if
every
they keep
time-
it close.
I
it's
didn't
gonna
believe the
end.
Warriors were gonna win until Al Horford started spraying.
He's gonna
I'm gonna
end
be
it.
honest with you.
Right.
That's when I was like, oh shit.
I was-
That's when I was like,
I was having
oh, okay,
flashbacks to Josh Green.
I watched
Yeah.
Steph come off.
Josh
He hit
Smith in
like I think he
2016.
got a floater. Steph got a floater, and then he came down. They scored, and then he came back down. He got the curl off of Draymond and 1-3. I'm like, okay. Then he picked on Brook Lopez, step back midi. I'm like, oh, it's happening. But every time he kept doing it, the Clippers had a response. I'm thinking they're gonna probably withstand this run. But
Nah,
then Steph
hell
just kept
no.
pushing and
We
kept
got to the
pushing and
last
kept pushing.
5 minutes of
I've
the
And
seen
then
that shit too many
Al
times.
Horford said, I'm going to turn the clock back 4 years ago to game 1 of 2022, where I just started
Facts.
greening everything. And he just went
Facts.
crazy. And I said, okay, fair.
That's when
I told-
that's when I was like, because to KB's point,
They
the
responded.
Warriors were going to run, cut the lead to 2, and then the Clippers were just going on a
Clippers will
7-0 run. It's like
respond,
we're
yeah.
back up to 9. I'm like, oh, okay. And this happened like 3 different times. I was like, I don't know if the
Exactly,
Warriors
yeah.
gonna have enough to go over the line. Then Al Horford just come in. I'm like,
And
That's
Porzingis.
because
And
you
I'm-
guys don't
I'm not
know
gonna lie,
ball. Y'all don't know
Porzingis
ball.
too is
Al
not-
Horford made the third 3.
Porzingis
And I'm
was
not
great,
gonna
but he
lie,
didn't
the
close.
first
He
thing I
didn't
thought was
close.
like, damn, I know Ox pissed, but if he had to go down anyway, I'm sure he would have been fine losing to Al Horford. And I'm like, that was the only thing I was thinking. I was like, damn, of all the ways to lose, Al Horford had to be the one to do it. But I
That
was like,
go ahead
Y'all don't know
basket.
ball. Y'all don't know ball. It
very
looked
much
like a
It's
Super
crazy
chat,
though.
Big Ox. We got another super chat coming up. Shout out to everybody that's contributing to the show today. You make the show great. Thank you, KB, for being here today. W Ball Out Highlight, $10 super chat. Had people saying Kenyon Martin is better than Draymond, LMAO. I'm sorry, but he is not locking up Kawhi like that. Ox, take that jersey off.
All right.
So if Jimmy wasn't hurt, the Warriors would have been scary. They would have. Kenyon used to lock.
Lock shit up.
Strap.
He used to lock shit
Yeah,
up.
Yeah,
Kenyon was like one of
Kenyon
the
was
only bigs in the
dope,
league
man.
who you could trust to switch like damn near 1
On everybody.
Bro,
Yeah,
Kenyon,
no
if
one
he
didn't
played
really switch
today,
to it, by the
right
way.
now, y'all would love Kenyon Martin, bro.
Yeah.
Love
Kenyon lock
Kenyon.
shit up, bro.
You
Kenyon
think
was
if,
lock
He was
shit
cold,
up.
man.
You think
Yeah,
if
he was a
cold.
bully, chill.
you think if Draymond keeps up this level of defensive effort, you think we'll put him in peak Jokic talks?
Anyway, no, but
All
chill.
right,
What,
all
chill, what were you gonna
I
say?
heard that
What I gotta
too,
say
yeah, I
really
heard
quickly
that
when we
too.
talk about
I mean,
moments,
didn't you?
vividly
You already
remember-
compared it to
Wait, chill's
defensively,
talking.
did you not?
Chill's talking. Go ahead.
I vividly remember in 2002, Kenyon Martin on Antoine Walker shut the door on him.
Bro.
Antoine Walker shut the door on himself.
No, he did
No,
not.
he didn't, bro.
Antoine Walker is
He was
Paolo
awesome.
Banchero of 25 years ago.
Thank
Like,
you. Yes. Yes.
salute to
Mars wasn't
That's a
even
good
alive.
count.
He-
All right,
he
hold on.
knows
That's a
that.
real good count.
Antoine Walker is my least favorite player. to go back to.
This is how I know Mars is the casual. Next thing Mars is going to tell me is that Glenn Rice wasn't like that. That's what he's going to tell me next.
Was
Glenn
like
Rice wasn't like
Antoine
that.
Walker definitely
He
stopped
most
himself.
definitely was.
Glenn Rice, good
Wait,
player.
hey,
Antoine Walker, son.
you
That was my career.
It's a very easy correlation unless you're dumb. So maybe you should just pay attention and pay attention to the correlation. Glenn Rice was a dog.
There's literally no
He was
correlation.
amazing.
Antoine Walker and Glenn Rice.
All I wanna-
Sheet
It is
FC.
Antoine Walker and
Spreadsheet
Walker and
FC.
Glenn Rice.
They're telling you Glenn Rice sucks. Glenn Rice was a monster.
Antoine Walker.
Nah,
The
you-
only person who would say
Glenn
Antoine
Rice
Walker and
today
Glenn
would
Rice
be
is
off.
playing like
We don't care about
people
super
don't watch
Glenn Rice
ball.
today
Pause.
would
It's
be
interesting you say that
When it's-
because
when
I
it's-
think
when
you
it's
and
a
I had
topic
a
of discussion of
conversation
something
when I
else, we need to
said
talk
to
about
you,
super chats.
who does Paolo
I'm
Banchero
listening.
remind me of? A bigger.
You said Antoine Walker. Yeah.
That's who he reminds me of.
No, bro, he's an old boy that got traded to the
Yeah,
Cavs.
but you
Everybody thought
use
he
that
was
as
the
a
Cavs were going to be
compliment.
good.
Turns out it's not a compliment. They both just said.
Listen, the main point is in the super chat was shout out to Draymond, defensive longevity is elite, one of the best defenders of all
Man,
time.
Paulo's
Not
Antoine
good.
Jamerson. That's who he is. Next super chat, man. We
Best,
got
best defender of the
That's who he
generation.
is. Goodness
Go ahead,
gracious.
go ahead.
That's the mid. W Ball Out Highlight, $10 super chat. The
Anthony
Celtics
Davis.
are about to do the Sixers so dirty. What should the Magic do with Paulo? Maybe it's just a bad season, but it's been pretty rough. The plan has been amazing.
Penn, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say this outright. I think Orlando gets smoked tomorrow night. I think Charlotte comes into their building and stomps them. I
You
think
guys
that
won't
they,
be super. Orlando gonna come in and win by like 18.
I think that they
They just
stomp
scored
them
one
tomorrow,
night.
Mars. I think that
Yeah, they're
I
gonna-
think that they
yeah.
I think that they cause a bunch of turnovers. I think they speed the game up. I think that that's playing perfect into LaMelo Ball, and I think Khan comes back as a better shooting game because they're not going to be as wrapped up in him. Considering what he had done in game one, I think that they still going to be looking at him as a rookie. I think they smoke Orlando tomorrow night.
Because the Magic can't score that many points. that's
Y'all
why.
see
It's just
Ox in the
formality,
chat.
man.
Paolo
Yeah, it's-
and
it's 'cause
Franz
Khan
gonna
is
be
just
making
tired.
fucking
Chill.
83 mil next
No,
season.
hell
can't
no,
do that,
Mars.
bro.
Mars, they can't score enough for it. They can't score enough.
Just
for
Ox,
it.
we
formality
understand,
at
bro.
this
You
point.
They can't.
Orlando's going home.
It's okay,
man.
bro. Don't worry,
Drench,
it's
they
okay.
can't.
Ox,
Unfortunately,
it's okay, bro.
Earlier
It's
this
okay.
season, I think about 2 months into the season, I was very confident in saying Con Knippel is a top 60 player in the NBA, and I do remember that.
Yeah, I remember
He
that.
hasn't been himself for like the last 2 weeks.
Rookie wall. It's a rookie wall.
It is a rookie wall. He's played
Well,
the
everyone in
same
Charlotte
number
says
of
he's been
minutes.
He had a
dealing
back-
with
he had a
injuries
back
for
thing as well. He
Yeah,
had a back
everyone's
thing
been
as
saying he's been dealing with some back issues for a little while.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I'm not
he-
saying that's why
That's
he's
a
playing
part of
bad,
a
I'm
rookie
just
wall
saying-
too, though.
yeah.
That's part of a rookie
I'm
wall
just
too.
saying
That's way too many
This
games.
is a guy who's used to playing 30, 40 games. Now he's having to play 80 plus, and now we're dealing with playoff intensity. So if he can't shoot, and Charles Lee is benching
And
him
at a
in
higher
fourth
pace.
quarter, you know, like we could be in trouble. These are both teams that are walking into a game where both of them underperformed in the previous game. One won, one lost. We'll see. But I don't feel like Orlando strikes me as a team that I trust right now.
No.
Them yesterday.
Yeah, but
they
Penn,
would
I
go
told
for
you
it.
that. I told you that
Yeah,
last
so-
week, and you said no, they don't suck. And I said,
Yeah,
yeah, they
real
do.
talk.
They suck.
But I really don't know how they suck because I believe in so many players on the
Charlotte
team.
would have beaten the Sixers too, I think.
The only player I don't believe in on that team is
Yeah,
Paolo.
LaMelo's going to trip and beat, and I
And
agree they would have beat
Wendell.
him.
Okay.
All right,
Y'all
next
got-
super
First
chat.
off, that was
Quit
a
saying
natural human reaction.
That was a
No, it wasn't.
natural
No, it
human
wasn't. No, it
reaction.
wasn't.
We don't have
No, it
time
wasn't.
to
No, it
talk
wasn't.
about. We don't have time.
No, we don't have time. We don't have
Yes,
time.
it
Real talk,
was.
Red Hood, by the way,
Whatever,
great
I'm leaving.
movie on DC. Red Hood, 6370, $18 super chat. Keep praising Kawhi, Anthony Leonard, Ty Lue overrated. CP3 is a bum. Why he never won? Did CP3 really
y'all
post
seen
that?
CP? Y'all seen CP
Yeah.
IG
Yeah,
story?
he did.
I would have posted that
Yeah.
shit too. Fuck him. Why CP gotta be
Facts.
professional with them? Fuck them.
We're not even in the
He's
league
retired. He
now.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, fuck
What did he
them.
He's
say?
retired.
Yeah,
He's
it
retired.
ain't that big
What-
of a
what-
timer right now. He ain't gonna be professional.
What did he say?
He didn't
Y'all
say
see-
nothing.
y'all
He
seen
posted
the
a
way-
meme.
Nah, he
Y'all
posted a
seen the
picture.
y'all seen the way he was being treated. Y'all seen the way he was being treated.
Yeah, fuck
in the start of
them.
the season, bro. Fuck them, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey
Shout out.
Mars, hey Mars, that
I would have said worse. I would have.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say,
Yeah.
nigga. That
Yeah.
Pete Clay Thompson stuff came down
What
real
a
quick.
bad
Nah,
take
but
from
to
you,
be
Mars.
fair,
Real quick.
like, yeah, I took the bullet for you. Like, it wasn't
Hey,
even
chill.
What a
If I
bad
was
take,
CP,
Mars.
chill. If I was CP, I would
I don't know why y'all do
posted
that,
my
bro. That
draws.
was
I would have
crazy.
took my draws off and posted my draws if I was CP.
That's the
Took them
second
all. Why would you get a
Super
fresh one from the
chats,
drawer?
super chats.
episode you doing this,
Nah.
man.
Apex
Hell
frame
nah.
22.
Apex Frame 22, $10 super chat. 38-year-old Steph is
Yeah.
still better than Kawhi.
Shout out
There
to
hasn't-
Penn for that one.
There hasn't been 1 year Kawhi has been better. I can't believe people really tried to say Kawhi
Where'd it go?
was on the. We're not gonna finish reading the
That's
super
crazy.
chat, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bruh,
That's
somebody
crazy.
said $10 in, and I
That's
can't read
crazy,
the super
He
chat.
paid $10. He paid $10. That's
Bro,
crazy.
that's nuts, bro. My gosh. What you buying? $15 super chat. Hate watch the Magic, and now I got to get to watch the Hornets live tomorrow. Blow up the team aside from AB and Bane. Also, Curry.
Crazy Ox. Nah, this is
You might have to start reading
shameful
these
out of you.
super chats.
This is a dictatorship, bro.
Also, Curry clears Kawhi. That bum is done. Rare Ox L, but Mars is a playoff Roger PC. Lego. Unworthy glaze. Next super chat that we got coming up. We got Radell PPB $10 super chat. Let me see it. Let me see it. Draymond locking up Kawhi in the fourth is poetic justice. Ox Copen. Also, this is why I love the play. And Steph came back because they had a chance to make it. Imagine if the Warriors were healthy.
If they were healthy, I think they'd be one of the tier
Top
2
5
as well.
teams.
They'd be
Top
a tier
five.
two.
It would
think
be
so,
really
too,
good.
as well.
Would it be
That's
the
what-
top
that's-
seed?
That's what. Yeah. That's
I think
that's
we'd
what
been
that's-
on like if
Oh, well.
like at our ceiling would have been like made some noise. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
you know,
KB,
win some,
still,
lose
Pod
some.
sorry as a motherfucker. Fuck it. Let's move on. Next
Look, listen. I'm Pod's #1 hater. You don't got to tell
That
me
nigga
twice.
sorry
bro.
as a
At the same time, I have to give credit where credit. The second half of the season, especially when everyone went down,
I ain't
he
giving
did
credit.
rise. So
Shit.
shout out to
That
him.
shit.
He
That
played
they
much
forcing. Hey, you know when I
But-
be talking about them forcing players in the NBA, he one of
Yeah.
them. That motherfucker
hear
DEI.
But I'm telling you right now, Mars,
What?
from October up until
Look at
Steph
DI.
and Jimmy both
No.
went down, I'm telling you
perfectly
that
fine,
guy
man.
was a criminal, bro. I'm telling you.
No,
Perfectly fine.
I'm on the side. Like I watched the guy pump fake wide open three. I'm what I agree with the issues with Pods. I just think they are so overblown compared to like the value he actually provides on the team.
But do you
Like,
think
people
he's
act
sucks?
like he has
He's
no
a good-
redeeming quality?
I'm telling
No, I
you,
don't
if
think
he's
he
like,
sucks.
if
No.
Oh, well, you don't
he
know
is
about
like your
this.
seventh,
might value him
if
too
he's
high.
your, the problem,
Cool,
I'll
I
say
don't
this:
know
if he
about
was like your
that.
seventh best player, if he was like your seventh best player, then it's fine. But he had to play at a higher.
So why you
level.
blaming him for the roster being
in Europe.
trash?
That nigga's supposed to be
Nah,
Europe,
bro. Because at the same time, it's expectations. Plus, he got more like green light than every other
Who
warrior.
else is
young
expected?
player to be able to-
Nobody else can do what he does. Nobody else on the roster can do what he does.
What does he do? Like,
No,
that's
bro.
the-
You don't have
that's-
anybody else that can dribble with the ball except for Melton. And Melton sucks late game when you give him the ball. He sucks.
Don't say
I mean, yeah,
don't say
Melton was
Melton
ass
suck
to
if
be
you ain't
fair.
gonna say Pod suck.
No, I'm saying he sucks at that particular thing. Pod's better than him at that.
Fucking
All
handling
right.
the ball. He was bad.
Next super chat that we got up. Ox had put it up already. King Bo
Right.
Dash Z7Z $10 super chat. I want to thank the two greatest players of OKC Thunder history, Kawhi and Paul George, for continuing to build my dynasty. And I also want to welcome Yaxel Lindenborg and Dame Sarr to the OKC Thunder.
I fuck with Yaxel. I fuck with Yaxel, but he play a little bit too much.
Oh,
to me.
declare for the draft.
The rich get rich, man.
I don't think Saul was coming out. I don't think he.
Yeah,
Nah,
and
he
the
probably
broke-
should.
It broke
He
it,
probably should.
Damian.
Did he?
The
Saul, you
broke
think Saul
it.
should
Yeah.
come out?
Yeah, because if Sar play next season in college, it's going to expose too many flaws in his game. That's why he should come out.
Oh, so might as well
With
just
the
get to the
number
league as soon
4
as possible.
pick
Yeah.
in the
Kawhi Leonard,
2026 NBA in the NBA draft goes to the Brooklyn Nets. With the number 3 pick in the
Oh, no.
2026
Ain't no way the NBA is letting
draft
that
goes
shit
to
happen.
the
And all these
Memphis
teams suck in the
Grizzlies.
NBA.
And the number 2
Not
pick
happening, chill.
in
Too many teams in the NBA
2026
suck.
draft goes to the Utah Jazz. And the number 1 pick in the NBA in
Goes to Washington,
2026 in the NBA draft goes to the Los
The
Angeles
Sacramento
Clippers.
Kings. Hell no.
Nah.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna be
have
honest.
to-
Now, if
they're
that
gonna have the
happens,
10th
the
pick.
Shea and Magic Johnson comparison is gonna be going through the roof. That's what that's gonna be happening.
But
They just get
it's
this
not, it's
luxury
no,
of just adding number 1 picks to the best team in the league.
it's no way the NBA is gonna let that happen with the league's
Oh,
worst
yeah.
year. With the league's worst year as far as like talent in the NBA, it's no way the NBA is gonna let that happen. Like the league is too trash this year. They gonna
And, like,
do some shit.
This is one
Let's
of the
say
best
OKC
talent
lose to
years.
San Antonio. or
No, the
something,
league
or
is too
lose in the
trash this
playoffs.
year. Pin. Don't
Well, I
start
think we
that.
had we had 6 teams that lost
And then we
55 or
got
more
the
games
worst
this year. That's
team.
that's the most ever.
Not
That's
really.
the worst ever.
I mean, it's
Pin.
8.
Don't start that shit.
I mean, but that's
6
because
teams that lost
hurt.
55 games. Pretty.
No,
pretty
No, that's
bad.
because these niggas trash. Real talk.
No,
That's why.
they're not. Indiana was injury riddled before the year started, and as soon as the season started, injury riddled team.
I will
That
guarantee
starting
you.
five was shit. And
Indiana-
then even if you go to Washington, right now. If they played their players, bro, they have Trae Young and Anthony Davis on the team. They're not playing. Utah has Triple J, Laurie,
Keontae
Walker
George.
Kessler, Deontay. That's a good team when they all
Bryce.
play. It's just they're not playing their
First
guys.
of all, real
the
talk.
league
Don't do
is
that
talented.
but don't do that, real talk. Because when Triple J got over there, it was damn near already written for Utah. Already, it was damn near already
It
written.
was already garbage.
Don't do that.
It was trash.
Yeah.
It was already
That doesn't change
trash.
the
But
talent
they've
on the
already-
roster.
What's
but
crazy
they've
is that the
already
Clippers
been,
actually need this pick.
trying
Like,
to
the
tank,
Kawhi,
though.
They do.
Kawhi not.
Do.
All I'm
They
saying
do.
is,
They
with the
do.
league
Yes, they
being
do.
this, look,
They should trade. They should trade for it. Give Kawhi.
with the league being this, the way it was this year, with the
We
most
have a
teams
good
under
point.
500, with the most teams under 500, it's
I'm
no
just
way
saying,
the
bro.
NBA is going to allow a team that won all them fucking games last year and the best team this year get the number 1 pick. It's
You
not
can't
happening.
allow
Plus,
that. I mean, what
plus
are we
But
doing?
it's not rigged. So.
yeah, you know damn well they're not allowing that. And plus, with expansion on the rise, it's not happening.
Damien,
I mean,
last
maybe
year,
OKC
I don't
won't
think
protect that
OKC's
player.
getting
Yeah,
it.
They're not
Damien,
rigged,
last
man.
year
I
was
don't know
something
why- I
else.
don't know why we do that.
You don't think
I don't know
last
why
year
we do
Damien was a bit iffy? Well, when they
No, I-
OKC about to get what, 6
That-
top 10 picks down there?
OKC
No,
don't
I-
even need the number 1 pick. If they get the
I believe in
12th
the
pick, you
integrity
know
of
how
the league,
good the
man.
12th pick gonna be.
No,
for them?
it will be, but I'm
You
just
trade
saying,
away
I'm
Luka,
just
you
saying
just
they're
end up
not
with
getting
Cooper
no
Flag.
fucking
I
guaranteed.
with
All
2%,
right,
yes, man. I get
next
that.
super chat. I'm getting
My
depressed.
podcast
Next
is
super
saying,
chat.
All right. Okay, let's do. I just real quick though, Swipe, because there
Yeah.
was something said about me I wanted to address. It said something about I can't. There was a couple super chats I meant to address, but you know my memory I forgot already.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So
Tell
so
him to
one
shut
so
that mouth again.
That's exactly what that was. Real talk.
Nah,
Shut
so
the hell up
He
over
wearing
there.
a Kawhi jersey. She wearing a Draymond jersey right now. That's what's going on.
that's crazy. That's not
She locking
funny,
shit
Mark.
up, Mars.
That's not
Hell
funny,
yeah.
Mark. But
Shut that shit up over
You
there.
say another
first
word.
I do because there was a couple things I want to go ahead. Sorry.
He not even getting no.
Say
touch.
another word. Say another mother word. That's on the background right now. Say, oh, nigga. Say another
Hey,
word.
respect the women of the house, man. Respect the women of the house, man.
All right, you got MP134, $10 super chat. Ty Lue is just an
Come on,
overrated
thank you.
coach. He watched Kawhi get blitzed, and you don't try to relocate him to be in a more advantageous position. They're just putting him at the top of the key and watching. They put him off ball
I
too.
think Tyler had a
No,
bad
they
game
did
last
some
night.
bullshit when they was running pistol action at the fucking half court line. Like, this is
Tyler had
fucking
a bad game
retarded.
last
Oh,
night.
sorry.
I
This
do
is
love him
slow.
some Pistons, to be fair.
One
I
thing-
do
one
love him
thing-
some Pistons.
One thing, Draymond was extremely motivated to make sure he was not getting the ball. I've never like
Love
that
that.
was crazy.
When he get off the ball, don't let him get it back. That's how you slow scorers down.
I thought-
That's how you get them off their
I thought
rhythm.
Drake
When
was
you
doing
get off
great.
the field,
Just have
don't
to
let them
beat
get
it.
it back. Mm-mm.
B-Pods hedged well. Steph was hedging well. Like they were all hedging well. Draymond was not getting off his hip.
And I've also believed
It was
Penn's
bad
point,
offense.
when we're talking hoops, to Penn's point, when you know that you got a guy who is not very good passing out of the double team. Okay, what I don't want to do, because that's exactly what the Golden State Warriors were doing, was blitzing Leonard. And they're blitzing him, and here comes the double. Let's get that screen. Let's get that away from him. because the more that screen comes, the more the double team comes. And the more the double team comes, the more he's now going to have to pass out of it. We got to get him off the ball, get some more action where they got guys moving, and put him in different spaces. Like get him on the box, get him in the mid post where he's coming off screens where he can shoot the ball, as opposed to putting him
he should have
at the
become a
top of
play
the key,
finisher. Yeah.
as opposed to putting him at the top of the key and here comes the screen. Drench, if I'm not mistaken, we live in the most skilled era in NBA history. Tell me that you can't beat a dude off the dribble. Can you not do that?
He can't.
I mean, he has some.
Can Kawhi do it?
But
Sometimes.
skill,
Kawhi should have been a
but
play
the
finisher
things
at
that
the end of
people
the
think
game.
is skill sometimes, I've been making this argument for the last 4 years. The shit that people call skill is not, to me, it's not skill. Like that it's just aesthetics. That's what it is. But
just looks
as
good.
far as the IQ of it, when the Clippers found out the Warriors was going to blitz every single time you put any type of dribble handoff with Kawhi into the action. Why was the motherfuckers in the corners just sitting there looking at it like, oh shit, they about to blitz Kawhi? Like,
Yeah, it was definitely tough, Jordan. We have to get into the film at some point for sure. Spanish Jose _TV $10 super chat. It's time, y'all. Let's not wait till he retires. Let's not wait for more accolades. The time to move Curry up the top 7 list is now. Get these nostalgic favorites out of the way and make room for the chef after a playing
Here we
game.
go with the Curry fans. Here we go.
Wow, that's crazy.
when this nigga missed the playoffs again.
I mean, to be
better
fair,
hear
I had Steph at 8 when I made my list.
Yeah, that's what I have
Steph
an
at 8
8
already too.
Steph
So
moving up.
yeah,
Steph's moving
yeah,
up. Yeah,
so,
Steph's already.
it's not even like.
Nah,
I know
I'm
one
gonna be
thing.
honest. That top 7 hard to crack.
I think
Yeah,
who's in front of
it
him for
is,
me
it
is
is.
like who's in front of him for me is like Hakeem or something. And for me, I'm just like I don't know if I could do that.
That nigga ain't in my top 10. You crazy as a motherfucker.
Not,
You didn't even
not
have
even-
him
I
as
know
a top
one
2
thing.
point guard, like,
He
it's cool,
better
like,
than that
exactly.
6'9".
Hey, wait,
from
let me
LA.
address this
You
really
know that.
quickly because
No,
this
he
is
not.
really
No, he
important.
not. No, he not. No, he not.
Yes,
No,
he
he not.
is.
No, he not.
Yes, he
JJK, the GOAT anime swiper, that Invincible episode yesterday, peak cinema. My goodness, Thrag is too much. If you have not seen Invincible, turn it on. That episode,
Nigga,
episode
you
7,
wanted to interrupt with this super
was crazy. That episode was nuts. I'm talking about nuts. Thrag took 4 of them down by himself. I can't wait till we get to next season. We get the actual real mark. That is going to be it. Y'all, if you were not tapped into Invincible, go watch Invincible. That show was crazy, y'all. Show was crazy. We got the next super chat, Ox, coming up. And we
I
have
am Thrag,
another super chat.
apparently.
Thrag is crazy. We got Raja Almighty 5688 $10 super chat.
Damn,
Nah,
I
Ox,
should start OnlyFans.
Ox, don't duck. When Steph dropped 50 on the King, she wasn't there that next episode on me. I remember.
You wasn't. Oh yeah.
You weren't
But
there.
he's here now though.
He did have a
After
dentist appointment.
What are y'all
Hey,
talking
I-
about? That was 3 years ago.
Dentist
How do you
appointment.
know I was there?
How
or
you
not?
remember that shit?
No, you wasn't.
I don't
Dentist
even know if I
appointments
was
are
there.
tough.
Did have
Oh
a
wait,
dentist
no,
Yeah,
because
you wasn't-
that's
you
right. No, but I
Yeah,
I
the
was
dentist
on the
appointment.
freeway because I drove. No, I
Yeah.
drove down to watch the game. I drove down to watch the game. No, that was game 1. Game 7. Wait. I wasn't there.
You probably had a dentist appointment.
You did.
I did not show up because of 50. If I wasn't there, it was for a real reason, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But I'll tell you this though.
Why would I not show up? That's crazy. I love this shit. Like I'm like, but hold on though. Like, why would I? Y'all
I don't know.
think
You've
that
been getting a lot of money today, Ox.
Y'all think
Ox stuck at
I
nothing,
would duck? Y'all think I would duck an episode of the panel because I don't? For what? Like, I love this shit. I don't care. I mean, I care. Don't get me wrong. I care. Like, I'm upset right now
It
that
sound
we
good.
lost last night. No, I mean, I'm just not like I don't know if that's some shit that y'all would do.
he we now.
but
He
We
like,
heard him. We. Yeah.
yeah, I'm upset. I'm
Yeah,
upset
yeah,
that
yeah.
I am upset that we lost last night. Absolutely, but never did it ever occur to me to not show up to the panel. Like, would you think I care about what the? Nah, I love this.
Hey,
shit.
real
This is
talk.
cool.
So if the Rockets
I live
play
for this type of banter.
the Rockets are
And wait,
playing the
wait,
Lakers. Real talk.
Let me address that real quick. Let me address that real quick because there was a couple.
That's
There
what
was
I'm
a
rooting
couple.
for. That's what I'm rooting
There was a
Lakers
couple
in 7.
things that was said that I couldn't defend myself. There was a couple things that were said where I couldn't defend myself. I can't remember all of them, but the main one was it said that I was biased and Steph is the most dangerous man. And I repeated this again. I'm the one who told y'all that. That's my take. That's my take. That's not.
You did say that.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that I came up here and said. I was the first one
Then how
to
come you ain't
enlighten
been
y'all.
listening to yourself?
I was the first one to enlighten y'all on the fact that Steph Curry is the most dangerous man to ever walk on the basketball court. Y'all was up here trying to tell me, no, it's MJ. No, it's Shaq. It's Steph Curry. This y'all not what y'all not gonna do. What y'all not gonna do is try to create some narrative like I'm against Steph Curry, like I'm a Steph Curry hater. Y'all would never do that.
You became
y'all
one
would never
when you
do
said
that.
2016 Kawhi is better than.
I don't care. That
Curry.
don't got nothing. That doesn't make you a Steph Curry hater. I don't know what
Yes,
y'all
it does.
But I don't know what y'all don't understand about that. If you say something about a player, oh, you hate him. That shit is corny. It's lame. I've never hated Steph Curry.
When it is that illogical, it becomes hate.
But
it
no,
sounds
but
like
see
hate.
what I'm doing is being
love.
serious
It's
though.
Kawhi love.
I'm actually
talking
talking about basketball right now. I'm not doing whatever it is that Real Talk is doing right now. I don't know what that is. I'm speaking on what I'm seeing.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. You got to tell me what that shit is. I'm talking about.
I'm telling you that it is illogical to say that
I don't care.
Kawhi
We passed
is
that.
better than 2016
all right. We heard you say that a
why
million
you got
times.
the narrative of
That's
Curry
okay.
hater.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But that shit is dumb and it's lame and it's corny as fuck. Honestly, because
feel like
I've
it's
never
dumb, lame, and corny to say that Kawhi.
Okay, nigga. Okay, that's cool. What I'm saying is this. I have never hated on Steph Curry, even when he dropped 50 on us in the playoffs in Game 7. I didn't come up and hate on Steph Curry. I've never done that. If you try to convince me that Steph Curry has ever been a great defender, I'm going to sit here and tell y'all that is crazy. That's crazy. But
next super chat.
Yeah. Y'all got to get y'all emotions together and understand that sometimes I can criticize a player that I like.
Edu 05, 12 pounds or whatever. When Steph dropped 50, we know he's this good. Every time Kawhi drops 40, we glaze him because he's not close to Steph. Steph already be top 5 all time. Kawhi not even better than Harden. Need Drago here, by the way.
Nigga gonna repeat everything Mars said. Nigga, yo, super chat ain't nothing.
And that's crazy. And that's crazy because Kawhi's not great for dropping because he drops 50 points. That's something that Steph has to do to be great. You know what I'm saying? These are not the same basketball players.
I don't think he said it before I said it. I don't think.
Exactly. That nigga think he basketball player. Cooking. Mark, that was you said that. Ain't that the same currency y'all use with that pounds?
Kawhi's still all time, man. Like
I can't remember. It was euros or pounds.
Next super chat, the People's 23, $10. Shout out to Curry Dog helping us get that lotto pick down back to back with potentially top 10 pick. It's crazy. We got the pick next year and the Mavs 27 sheets. Also, shout out to Jokic fans still fighting. Yeah, bro. That's an insane arsenal. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's an insane arsenal. Like incredible draft luck. Like again, it has to break out this way for it, but that's crazy.
Wait, stop it. You have Jokic MVP, right?
Yep. Yeah, sure do. Don't have time to get into it.
Yeah, he don't believe it, so it don't need to.
100% do.
We don't need him to lie. We don't need him to lie.
I don't need to lie at all. Don't need to lie at all.
I just had a question.
Next super chat. Dre knows ball. $10 super chat. Mars, there's a difference between having better season and being best in the world. Curry was just having better regular season by 15-16, but at the end, Bron proved he was the best in the world, just like Kobe in 2009-10.
I'm gonna ignore that last sentence, and that first part means nothing. That's not. I don't think people actually listen to the words that leave my mouth. I'm gonna be honest.
The parallel which we
I genuinely just don't think people actually have it ears. Because there's no way I say what I say and then I just listen to answers that mean nothing to what I say. I guess
that's as you were saying, Swiper.
The real Xavier Thompson, $10. Porzingis low-key might maybe be him. Isn't he the literal model for a modern big? His floor has always been all-star. Know what except for 3 people. He better give me him.
When Porzingis healthy, he one of the most.
He was nice last night.
Yeah, he's great.
I've been
impactful. He was really
Just
good.
never
He was exactly what
I've been high on Porzingis for a minute.
Yeah, he is
that
modern
Washington
day
year.
big.
I was like,
he's
a great
modern day
Monday.
big. He protect the rim. He can play a drop coverage.
And always
he can
hurt
space the
just
floor,
like these niggas.
And he can attack mismatches in the mid.
And he always hurt too. So that shit go right along with these modern day bigs.
Absolutely.
Fart transfer system.
Wow.
$13.99, whatever that is. Dallas, appreciate it. Chill out pin. W Swiper Curry is the GOAT. Jordab got a BBL. Real talk knows ball. Magic still sucks. Yo Mars, Scotty Cade, Ant Paulo, France, Denny Cat, rank them. Go LeBron, go. Luka Magic Hornets go team.
Jesus.
I don't know who the
And-
fuck Jordan is, but getting the BBL is crazy.
And 1, Cade 2,
Yeah, that is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Scotty 3, Cap 4, Denny 5, France 6, Paolo 7.
Nice.
Shouts, man. Shouts. Thank you, VAR transfer system. Definitely curious to see how that model was developed.
And
Next-
Swiper, that's actually not Canadian. That's Californian. We have our own currency.
Nice.
Shouts.
I bet.
Shouts. And then you got Ant MJ235, $10 super chat. Are the Nuggets in big trouble now? Ant is fueled from missing out on All NBA. Fueled.
I don't think he cares.
I did see that.
No
He
way
said
he's
that
saying y'all. gonna do these
I
like
said he lost about 8 pounds.
Yeah, said
He looks slim,
he
yeah.
got to 218.
Yeah, he
you know
does,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We'll see what that means.
That don't mean it's
Swiper, he on the way, man.
Yeah,
No,
that
I
might.
like
Depends on
that.
shape he's
It's
in.
gonna be fun.
That might make him get hurt. To be
No,
honest,
I know
losing
you
8
like
fucking
anybody
pounds
that
in a
goes up
season
against
is
Jokic,
brutal.
so if you're proper Jokic, we know.
No, I just think the Wolves are a good team. I think Rudy's a good player. I think Ant's a good player.
How much do you have the Nuggets?
Don't,
it's gonna be a good series,
KB, don't get him started. Don't get him started.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just-
he'll get
We
passionate.
got
I'm never not like that. This is brand new. Or Rudy Gobert for that.
Don't get
matter.
him started. Don't
No,
get him
yeah.
started.
Member chat's next.
Yeah, Hunter underscore TV, member for 25 months. Steph's dumb A. Just give OKC the number 1 overall pick.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, that would be crazy. Hopefully not.
Dynasty, help out a dynasty, man.
Trist XXNN, member for 10 months. Pin, don't use stats. Why
Pin's
is
gone.
Scotty top 20? Pin is not up here right now.
I'm glad he
Where
not,
did-
and we
where
don't
did-
need
where
to.
did Pin
Because
go?
that
We
nigga
ain't
not
got
top
time. We ain't
20.
got time. Yeah, we
Yeah,
ain't
And
got
that
no
nigga not top 20. Let's just close the
Shelf
verdict on
that.
that.
Shelf that one for
Why
next time.
why every time when it's Pin's turn, y'all, oh, we don't got time, we don't got time. But y'all
I've
I've been saying that for a minute. What you mean? I've been saying that
Not
to
Ox
them to
being
everyone.
messy. Not Ox being messy.
I'm
He
not being messy.
for
I'm
no
point.
reason.
Oh shit, there go Pin right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we ain't got time for
Yeah.
this either about who being messy. We ain't got time for that.
Hey Pin, don't use stats.
Oh, here's
How is Scotty top 10?
I was listening.
20.
20.
hear
I'm
you,
sorry,
Pin.
20. Did I say
Top,
10?
I can hear him.
20?
Yeah,
10
top
is a
20.
crazy
You
jump.
got
Yeah, my bad.
30
I'm
seconds.
tripping.
Though. You got to explain it in 30 seconds because we ain't got time.
Hey, take your time.
Positional versatility defensively,
Yep.
connectivity offensively, expanding game offensively, mid-range
Yep.
efficiency, isolation efficiency, intelligence, basketball intelligence.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
The frequency of paint points goes up a lot when he's on the court. His
Mhm.
ability to blend seamlessly with different players,
Yep.
make his bigs. He activates bigs. He gets Jakob Poeltl and CMB the easiest touches. The 3-point shooting has been very, very poor for most
It's been
of the
30
season.
seconds. It's been 30 seconds. It's been 30
Keep
That was a
going.
good argument. That was a good argument.
That wasn't no
think-
fucking good argument.
But-
Yeah, what?
Pin, were you done? Were you done, Pin?
No. Final thing. He shows up in the big moments. For the big
Absolutely.
matchups.
All right,
for
cool,
the big
cool,
moments.
cool.
And if there's one player
I
that
can't
I'm
wait till the playoffs.
trusting on Saturday against the Cleveland Cavaliers, it is Scotty Barnes. Because if there's one thing I know, and this
Oh
might
my
be a
goodness.
criticism of Scotty, hold up. This might be a criticism of Scotty, or this might be like a good thing about Scotty. Scotty fries non-top 8 defenses like you
He
wouldn't
posted
believe.
those stats. He did post those stats.
Non-top 8 defenses. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not
wait to
saying he
see it.
necessarily
Filter
struggles.
it. Filter it out.
His team struggles to generate advantages against those top 8 defenses against the Detroit.
What was the
New
record
York,
you shared? What was it, 41-12 or something?
44 and 18.
Jamaica Ross Clyde Choice, member for 25 months.
Anyway,
Says,
member for
just a
25
minute,
months.
Ox.
Shout out to the
Pin,
member.
were you
We
done?
appreciate you, Pin.
Pin, were you done?
Thank you.
Ox is out of control.
I'm done.
Guys just don't respect your
That was
money
excellent,
chat,
Pin, by the
that's
way.
And then we got Jamaica Ross Clyde Choice, member for 25 months. Just admitted Ox, Steph better than Kawhi, little bro.
No. I won't admit that. No.
Hard head.
Absolutely.
I respect those who live in denial.
No.
Man. I respect that. I respect that.
Okay, was he better than Kawhi last night? Yes, at times he was. Yes, at times he was.
He was just better, bro.
in the third quarter, yes, he was. In the fourth quarter, yes, he was. First half, no.
Just say the second half. But
Yeah. It took me a second. I had to think about it. I had to go quarter by quarter. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
better in the second half. Absolutely, he was. And
Facts.
that's what it was. That's what it was. Wait, who said that? Who came up here and said that? Somebody said it, but I said that's the same thing I said earlier. Morris, that was y'all was talking about it. That's all I said, and y'all was, oh, that's Cope. They was going blow for blow. It was run for run, game of runs. If when they say a game of runs, that's what they were talking about that game last night. And then Al Horford came and threw a whole wrench in that shit. That's all I said. And one of y'all said it, and it's fine. But when I say it is cope, that's wrong, man. Y'all doing me dirty today.
Biggest
still had 11
biggest Al
today.
Horford supporter up here right now, by the way.
Always
Is
have
that-
been. I
Always
love
have
Al
been.
Horford.
no, for
And,
sure.
and without him, they do not win that
Al's
game.
got some
yesterday.
underrated
don't
longevity.
even
For sure.
because the when
That's a
when
part- and that's a
when,
part of
when the
basketball.
Clippers trapped Kawhi and the ball ends up in Brook Lopez's hands, he missed a lot of shots. Let's just be real. He missed a ton of shots. He did. He missed a lot of shots, and it's not his fault. But when Al Horford catching it with 2 seconds on the clock, back-to-back threes, bro, I'm sorry. Like,
He was huge yesterday.
he was huge. He was incredible.
That's the
Like,
first ballot Hall of Famer right there.
and absolutely.
Al
And final
Yeah,
thing,
facts.
I
He
don't
was
want to hear
crazy.
nothing about head-to-head unless players are actually guarding each other. When
Yeah,
Shaq went against David Robinson, that's a head-to-head. Kawhi and Curry is not head-to-head.
Snowbird
Hey,
sneakers.
Swiper, do you really
wasn't-
got Al Horford first
Why
ballot Hall of
wasn't-
Famer?
You know what? Never mind.
Do you really,
I'm
Swiper?
sorry.
Do you really?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Swiper, do you really got Al Horford
No,
first
I'm not
ballot Hall
gonna
of
do it.
Famer?
Al Horford.
Yeah, it's a basketball, and college included. Yeah, of course.
No,
Yeah.
he is not.
Snowbird
He
sneakers.
won
Real talk,
back-to-back
real talk, I just find it
championships
funny
at
that
Florida.
that caliber defender didn't
Member
guard
for 35 months. This is the W episode already. Fire, 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 fire. Black fist, black hands praying. $100. Checker, checker. Salute. Shout out to you.
It's actually a high
so
five, by
much.
the way, if you didn't know.
Which one is this one?
The
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, I remember that. But my
I still
theology.
use
My theology
I
says
still
that.
use it as that.
Is it? I
Yeah,
thought
I
Yeah.
still
it
use
was- I thought
that.
it was prayer.
No, it is. It's a slap hands, just like
No,
you know.
this is the prayer hands. When they do that one, that's the
That's
prayer
praise
Oh,
hands.
this?
And this one. And this one.
Yeah. NY Kareem 2001. Member for 14 months. Thank the Lord for this timeline. Ox got owned.
What timeline? What is he talking about?
I don't know.
This timeline.
This one.
Yeah. I don't know how Ox got
What?
owned today.
What you mean?
The timeline that everybody else is in where Steph Curry is better than Kawhi. Welcome.
Steven Dash 914. Member for 25 months. This is gonna be a great pod today. Let's get negative. They really like the negativity
so
on PC.
toxic.
Some people
Yeah,
do.
they do. That's despicable, man.
Despicable, man. And then you brought up the most negative people in order to get it off. And so Real Talk he feeds into that. KB, apparently, this new gimmick that he's on, he's Mr. Negative all the time.
No.
Shout out to him.
No.
Greg the Goat 12, member for 3 months. Octail's getting jumped today. Only
KB,
person-
you did bring some negative energy in here today.
You absolutely did.
You
Instead of,
100%.
matter of fact, Chill, he didn't even take his time. Well, you haven't been here
Yeah,
all
keep that
year.
negative. Keep it at
He
the
didn't
door,
even
man.
take his time to
Keep it at the
praise
door.
Steph or
No, you did.
Draymond. He made his time to hate on
Because,
Kawhi.
You
what
definitely
it is?
came in here
Oh,
toxic.
so
Yes,
I-
you did.
listen,
But as you were
Chill,
saying,
I had
Swipe,
to-
I'm sorry. Keep going.
You'll
Keep
fade off
going.
that toxic.
May I say
Keep
something?
going.
I had to hear.
No,
the-
there's no time. There's no time. You can't
Keep
defend
going.
yourself.
Ah,
You're
okay,
being
okay,
negative.
okay. All right.
Yeah,
You can defend yourself on one of those streams, bro. 'Cause, you know we'll
Yeah,
tap in
like
with
just like when Mars attacked us Kawhi fans and Ron didn't let me defend myself. Yeah, go ahead, Swiper.
Absolutely.
Facts. Trent
Hey, Swipe,
80.
Swipe. That was
83.
nasty out of you. Go ahead.
You're not one of the negative on.
Oh,
no.
my
I'm not
God.
even
Can
talking
we
about
read the
23.
chats? Jeez.
Remember for 6 months, Al
Yeah, I
Horford
heard
still
that
got
too. I
it.
just ignored it.
Steph never lose it. Draymond still got it on defense. Kawhi sold. Now OKC got the pick. It's crazy. Yep.
Good summary.
Yeah. Good summary. Darth Big Man. Remember for 2 months. What's more biased? Ox with Kawhi high or Pin with Barnes?
Kawhi.
Two cheeks of the same ass.
Yeah, all right.
Euro. Okay.
Shout, man.
Coming from
Shout.
you, that's hilarious. Go ahead, Swiper.
It's simply
Go ahead, Swiper.
Cujo. Remember for 16 months. That's why Mars be load manage and cook up.
Save the energy.
Shouts. Free night. We got 10,064. Remember for 12 months. I remember hearing Luka closer to Beal than Jokic.
When was that? Like year 2 or some shit like that?
I don't know where that's from.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but that sounds outrageous.
What was that? Like year 2 or some shit like that? Somebody was saying
Sounds like
that?
some shit we would talk about. Though.
Yeah, because that's when Bradley Beal was averaging like 31 a game, something like
Now
that,
that's
like
crazy.
32 a game. So.
Okay.
Was that 2021?
And then we got Configgy 66 $20 super chat. I'm behind, but Mars. Why do you always bring up Steph injuries in 2016 to excuse his play? But when it's LeBron in 2015, you never add that context. It's
Yeah, he
because
does.
Steph played horrible with an injury and Bron didn't.
He did.
Man,
Right.
niggas need to get their
But-
own opinion.
Yeah,
Quit
but based
repeating
on when he
what
said
Mark
this,
said.
he's about an hour and a half late, so he's gonna hear this an hour and a
Yeah.
half later. I bring up Bron's back injury all the time for 2015.
Yeah, he does.
Literally,
fact, that's
like
what he
every time
starts with.
2015. Yeah, so I don't know what he's
starts
talking about. But like I said, people don't listen to what I say, so it's fine.
And
I
nigga need to
said
get
what
their own
last
shit
year?
in.
I said what? Never mind. All right, next super chat. We got Shad ski on every platform. $5. I heard a lot of Steph doesn't ball on the ball well. His on ball gets overshadowed because he plays off ball a lot, but he's still on the ball. Yeah, I mean,
He's still him on. But
Hey,
Yeah,
I just
still
want to
him on
ask:
ball. He's really
Am
great.
I the one?
He's still
Chill. Am
him
I the
with the
one
ball.
who started that shit stuff, or what?
You
I
did.
just
Yeah,
yep.
you did.
Oh,
That's
okay.
you.
like when it originally on here.
Not
No,
originally,
it came
I
from
don't
the wire. It definitely came from the wire,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying.
No,
the
that's
whole
Drench. Drench.
But you're
Oh,
famous
up
for
here?
it. You're
Yeah,
making
yeah,
it
that was
famous.
you.
for
That
it,
was
so,
you. Yeah, up here, that was you.
100%.
Yeah, I've been seeing it all over the web now, and I'd be like, I wanted to, you know.
Well, did he pass? He just passed
That's-
recently.
that's
too,
most
didn't he?
passed.
Yeah.
he passed.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Super Chats.
Yeah, Big Mac 2K159.
Hey,
That's Mars. You know ours.
I was
Mars.
gonna
Wild,
say to do
I ain't
today.
gonna lie.
So not like sentimental stuff. $5.
Yeah, he's got something. I mean, Super Chat.
Ox, we done with Kawhi. Draymond Green has you scared to touch the ball like that, and there's no injury excuse now. Kawhi was just locked up.
We done with him though.
He was hit a
Damn,
tissue.
I don't know.
23-hour lockdown.
He was
So he
I
might
mean,
not
y'all,
come
no,
back.
y'all,
to.
y'all been done with him. I'll never be done with him. So
Not me.
no, ain't no
I'm with
thing.
him. I ain't going that far.
Come on home. Hey,
Crazy.
come on home, Kawhi. Come on
I'm
home.
doing that.
Come be option number 3.
Me on the other hand,
I
I'm
was always gonna hold it.
I'm stand beside him.
by him. Yeah,
I'm gonna stand beside him.
Option number 3.
Hey, I'm rocking. Hey,
He can't
I'm
correct.
gonna go to
Hey,
war about
Kawhi.
Kawhi every time. Every time I'm gonna go to
He
war about
can't dribble
Kawhi.
or
I don't
pass.
care.
What do you want to do with him?
Swiper, there's no way
next
you
up.
think that.
No.
Right,
We
Kawhi.
don't have time. We don't have time.
It's not.
Mile 29,
Kawhi got
21.
30 years.
$5.
That nigga Ox putting money on the books every time. I see you.
Thank
bro.
you, Mr. Silver, for turning Steph Avid's Magnus because it was looking bleak in that first half. L. Pinsar, L. Ox, give me that lottery pick clip us.
Turn on them magnets, boy. That's hilarious.
That's
hey,
crazy.
I'm oh, never mind. That's crazy. I'm not. Never mind. I'm tripping.
They got a switch in the back, like break the levees, turn on the magnets. What the
Tel Aviv jokes is nuts.
man.
Yeah,
It is
bro.
crazy though. The shots that like he was missing, which was open threes, and then the shots he started making was like high 5 contested 30-footers. I'm like, all right, man,
He
you
had
got
to
it.
lock in, man. He had to lock in. That's Steph Curry.
Taserman 17, $5 says, somebody save me from the effing circus. My hometown team, Orlando, tragic, and my favorite player, Kawhi. Great disappearing act. F my life, deja vu. Both of your
Shaking
teams?
my effing head.
Damn, that's a tough day for yesterday, bro.
We ain't got time for that. Yeah, that's a tough night of basketball for you.
That sucks.
Nah, watching Orlando than watching.
Maxi 28.94, $5. Golden State fans celebrating like Grayson Allen. They're gonna put BTA to them tomorrow.
He's not
We
playing.
need great. We need
Oh,
great. We need
Colin,
great.
Colin.
Isn't he?
Colin.
Isn't he out?
And you know
what's
even
We just trying
funnier
to trick
about
you guys
this?
so you don't scout.
What's even funnier about this?
Oh, my
is people
fault.
aren't
Okay.
celebrating the
We didn't play him
Golden
this whole
State
season,
victory.
Thank
People
you.
are celebrating Kawhi's loss. And
Exactly.
what's even funnier about this is that these are the same people that were dogging Patrick Beverly for being happy that they won the game that they won those years ago. It's just crazy how shit
trying
comes
to
full
find the
circle.
correlation.
And you
It's
really
very
You can't see the
really
correlation.
you
You're
really get to
dumb.
see the hate in these niggas and the malice in their heart.
Oh, now you can see parallels.
You get to see the malice in their heart. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious.
Love for
Yeah,
dinner.
it's real malice.
Love for dinner,
Malice in
$5.
your heart.
Oh my gosh, the playing sucks. Bad comp. Cry. TF up, bruh. TS peak basketball. Damn near every year. Ninjas is crying about extra basketball. That's a good warm up to the offs.
love
up.
the
I love
love,
the
love,
play-in.
I will say this.
love
Though.
the
I will
Dina,
say
around
this.
to
love the Dina, whatever your name
playing
is. Just
chill.
say me. Just say me, goofball. That's what you're talking about.
No, but
just
chill.
say
You
me.
know what's crazy?
And I still think
Chill,
that the
I
plan
actually-
is whack. So what?
I agree with you. I think like it just should be 7-8. Like what?
I still think the plan is whack.
I mean, I don't love the
Playing is stupid though. I think it's stupid. Too.
dumb.
I think
I don't like the
I think if it's closer to like
shouldn't be in.
yeah, and I feel like if the AC, if y'all gonna do the playing, it gotta be like within a 2-3 games.
Okay.
Isn't there like a 12 game
That's
win
the-
difference
like, it's
between
crazy
the
to think about
quarters?
it.
Yeah, it's like
remember-
The
motherfucker,
Suns-
you
the-
trash.
The Suns, who've been a definite playoff team this throughout this entire season,
Right.
are in playoff
Bro,
jeopardy because
I
of
went
it.
on an
Like,
entire-
They're gonna lose.
That's unfair. That's
That's
just-
why
I-
it's stupid. If it's not like 2 or 3
So
games,
these
then
rules were
frankly-
made to benefit Steph, and Steph's only benefited once. That's crazy.
Well, the Suns were on
That's
3
crazy.
games.
That's
The
crazy.
Suns
Yo,
were
yo,
on
Chad,
3 games ahead.
he
Well,
keeps
Well, no,
he keeps
to
making-
be fair, the first because Steph would have made the playoffs just regularly because he was the 8th seed
Exactly,
in 21. And he
because he
ended up
was the
missing
7th
it.
seed.
No, but they wanted to give him
No,
more
he
time. They
did-
gave
he
him an
did-
extra
he
week to
did.
get his guys back. opened the plan up.
What
and then
guys
he
did we get
lost
back?
anyway. Whoa,
We ain't got time.
mood.
We ain't got time.
Oh no, we ain't got enough facts.
We got $5. Hey, hold him right there, Ron. Stop him from squirming.
Who?
Hold him right
Who?
there.
You.
That was you.
I was doing defensive slides. That was
Never
crazy.
did that.
Yeah, Rome. I don't know what Ron had going on. But salute.
Yeah, man. Shouts. Next one we got. We got Bob Dash CD9YL 5 pounds. I feel like I'm watching a 9-on-1 Ang Bang. What the F you doing, Ron?
Ang.
Yo,
You
I
could have just said
didn't- I
9-on-1. You could have just left it there.
I didn't proofread that one.
And people say this is my burner. Oh my God.
All right, Big Za 00JJJK, the GOAT anime, $5. Kawhi, Megumi from JJK potential. Nobody gets that reference because nobody watches JJK up here, but whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck is that, Swipe? You laughing at?
Jujutsu
Yeah.
Kaisen.
Yeah, it's a great show. Great
What the
anime.
fuck,
Basically
Lord? How the
saying-
hell you know?
Because he
He's
probably
basically
watches it.
saying,
He didn't just make that
saying
up.
what if, man.
Bro,
He's saying
this
Kawhi's what if.
nigga Mars know every abbreviation in the world. I'm telling you. Anything that's abbreviated, he know it.
Yeah, because he's 15 years old. He lives on the internet.
No, he's 28. He just is tapped into the internet.
Is that an insult?
Super
I just-
chat,
No.
super chat, super
Key
chat,
hoops.
super chat.
Key Hoops 45 $5. Ox sound like the type of dude to say, I know you are, but what am I right now? This is nasty Kawhi Coke. He would do that. Kawhi absolutely would do that. Yep, that's absolutely what he would do. And shout out to my dog. Shout out to my dog.
That used to be the ultimate comeback, by the way.
I know you are, but what am I? I hate that so much.
I
bro.
used to slap niggas that said that to me. Hey man,
You slapped him?
Hey man, yeah, bro. At least say something, bro. Don't just
Respect
come
Steph,
back
$5.
I
Chill
know
is
how I'm about to start responding to Road Talk on Twitter.
fact. Chill is Anthony Edwards. Chill is Anthony Edwards and Shea still a better defender than Draymond.
I said that shit. When did I say that again?
2024.
You said that?
That was 2
Yeah.
years ago that I said that.
That's even
Give me a
worse.
fucking
I ain't gonna
break.
lie.
Damn.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
Draymond
tough.
went on to finish.
Was that
Meanwhile,
true then?
Nope, I'm not.
Super chats, yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Carl
Patience
Rasulis,
is a virtue,
75.80. $5 super chat. Kawhi's Clippers tenured is an unmitigated failure. Blame Doc, blame PG, blame CP3, blame Harden, blame Garland. They invested too much and got nothing.
Yeah, you know how I also know Kawhi doesn't get held to these standards? Because I watched that segment of when Ox and Penn were yapping, and I wasn't here that day. And I heard a little comment. Kawhi would never blow a 3-1 lead. Like he didn't do it.
100%.
No one cares. Like,
no
it's
one
like just
remembers.
The
it.
evidence is there. Like no one cares when Kawhi
Tim,
does
you forgot
that.
about it.
I meant in the
been pretty
finals.
bad, man.
Look,
It has
I spoke very
Like,
much.
No one cares.
Here's the thing.
It's fine.
Yesterday, I watched this little documentary called Jailblazers, right?
You can argue
And
it was in a worse
and
fashion.
it,
too.
Rasheed Wallace
bad.
is no, hold on. And Rasheed Wallace is talking about how the Portland media portrayed him. And I was like, wait a second. Is that what's happened to me on PC? Every single time I make a mistake, it ends up on a reel. I misspoke. I meant in the finals. I was not myself last week. I told y'all that was not me. That was AI Pen. They brought up some imposter up here to say some nasty bullshit to get some clips off. I was off last week. I was off. I wasn't here. That's some next level
I
bullshit.
think
Shout out
people
to
bring
Penn.
that up, Pen, because every time you write, you got a reel right behind it. That's why.
Yusuf Oz dash
I'm undoing the
S9B9Y.
I'm undoing the damage.
5 pounds.
Don't
Can we
be
all
excited.
agree after last night that elite offensive players will always be better than players who are very good on both ends?
No,
of the
we're
floor?
not going to agree
No,
on that.
always.
We
I
not,
don't
because we
agree.
Not
just saw
always,
it.
but
I don't
a lot.
think it's
Why let it get
I
shut
think there's a
down?
case-by-case basis.
We literally just saw that. We saw a great
that can't
offensive
be a
player get
blanket
shut
thing.
down.
Well, to be fair, if you
Can't
say
be.
very good,
But he's
yeah,
supposed to be a
maybe.
great
I
defensive
think
player.
you'd
He
have
didn't
to be
contribute
elite
either,
on one
Chill.
side of the ball. I don't know.
Shatsky on every platform, another $5. MJ didn't win without Scotty or system, so how is
That
he
wasn't
the
the argument. That wasn't the argument, but people like to switch it because that's what they want to do. But that wasn't the
Michael
argument. but
Jordan
sure.
was a very, very good player before the triangle and before Scottie Pippen. He was great.
Correct.
He was
So
one
was
of the
Steph
best
Curry.
players in the league.
So was Steph
And they
Curry.
made the
There
playoffs.
are 100 different systems in which I could
So did Steph Curry.
actually design
So
a
did Steph
championship
Curry.
roster around Michael
Now,
Jordan.
that nigga missed the playoffs more
Steph
than
Curry
Michael.
actually won a series.
Yeah.
Before
Oh,
Steve
whoa!
Kerr.
Don't wake it up, Lord. Don't wake it up. Let's go to the next super chat. Don't wake
Little
it up.
different.
Don't
We ain't
wake
got
it
time.
up.
Super chat, super
Don't
chat.
wake
Michael
it
Jordan
up.
ain't missing no
Don't
playoffs.
wake it up.
and
man.
Cook 76,
Don't wake it
96,
up.
$5. Chris Powell is more portable than Steph too. Better defender, passer, and still a great scorer. The logic doesn't work, Penn.
The logic wasn't just more portable. It was better defender. which of course Chris Paul is as well. It was also like we were talking at a specific time. We were talking about roster optimization and construction. We're talking about floor raising. I believe that at the peak we were talking about 2016, 2017, I think Kawhi with 4 random dudes, 4 random roster players, not optimized around him, would have led to a better system or a better team than Steph Curry.
So
Was Kawhi not optimized in San Antonio?
No, I don't think he was at all.
Determine who's the better
Holy
player?
shit! Yes.
Chavo 23.
Chill, this is what I
$5.
mean.
Heard Kawhi was bumping some Akon on his way home after the game.
shit was
Baby,
funny.
I'm locked up, won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up, won't let
Yeah,
me
that's a
out for me.
classic, man.
Won't let me out. That was a great time. Shout out to Akon. There's a lot of great things in Africa, by the way. 2-unstoppable-inches. $10. Real talk.
What?
You really thought the Nuggets were trying to dodge the Wolves? LOL. Just know if they beat the Wolves, I don't want to hear anything from your mouth if the Nuggets get bounced in the later round. Well,
Will absolutely be talking.
Well, he's picking against Denver every round.
You gotta be talking regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, real talk is
I ain't gonna lie.
picking against
Real
Denver in
talk about
every
the thing
round.
where
Every round, yeah, every
Nuggets
round.
beat Mini, they should have done it. But if they lose, why they lose? That's what it is.
Yeah, shout out. We know it's gimmick. 989 Michi, $5 with Luka and Cade being all NBA. Duran might not make it, and Pistons won't have to pay him that duffel. Chess move, NGA.
It might be in the best interest of the Pistons for Jalen Duran to not make All NBA for the financial benefit.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
True.
that's true. That's
Brian
just
Cook,
because a player qualifies for that format, doesn't mean
7696.
you have to pay him.
$5. Real talk.
Yeah,
Dame,
it's harder in negotiation.
Steph, better than Braun combos in 2015 were happening. I remember Steph Stans calling him the GOAT already.
I sent y'all two
What's happening more?
two very
It
major
was- yeah.
articles from ESPN and the Washington Post in the chat, like in
was
the
happening.
private chat. It did
In
happen.
2016 for
In
sure.
2015,
Or it
those
was-
articles, December 2015, those articles were written. Now that is 15,
And
16.
to take it further,
16,
Ben,
15, 16.
to take it in 2015, I also
was, yeah.
vividly remember that was the first season where people started questioning, had LeBron slowed down? Is
Yes,
LeBron?
we've
Is
talked
LeBron?
about that many times.
Yes,
is
exactly.
LeBron- that was happening in 2015. We keep trying
That's
to
the-
like.
People
like that
people are
didn't happen.
rewriting the story of LeBron. We also the last thing we gotta remember
KD, LeBron, was
the
a conversation in
narrative, not the
2015.
narrative. The fact of
KD was still
Bron
in that
coasting through regular
Yes, he was.
seasons has become established after the fact because we know what Bron rose to in the playoffs. At the time it was happening, people didn't know Bron coasted through regular seasons anymore. Like people didn't know that while it was happening. They just thought he was declining. So like now looking
2015
back
was the
10
first
years,
one where
10
he-
years in the future,
Right.
Bron just coasts through the regular season. We know what Bron does. At the time, people didn't know Bron coasted through the regular season. They just thought it was getting worse. That's what they thought was happening. So yeah, let's not once again rewrite history of what was happening at the time with our knowledge that we have now. Two different conversations. So let's not conflate the two and act like what we know now is what people knew back then, because that's not what people knew. So
I dare
conversations
Steph
definitely
to
happen.
post. I dare Steph to post
Shouts,
the regular season.
Bob-CD9YL, another super chat. Thank you so much. I guess we know who the choker was between Harden and Kawhi was. Only one gave up a 3-1 lead, not even the Hall of Famer. By the way, shout out to my glorious Kingpin.
Oh man.
You got 3 minutes.
So,
Swagger.
Kawhi Leonard
gonna lie.
is not a choker.
Why is
I
he not a
just
choker?
think
Man,
I just
watch
think
out,
it's
watch out, watch
We
out.
ain't
Yeah,
got time. We ain't
Red
got
Hood
time.
Shout out
6378.
James Harden. Shout out James Harden.
$5. Enough Kawhi slander. Let's talk about the bust that thinks the coach is the problem instead of himself. Paulo,
Oh,
maybe?
he's about
Paolo,
Paolo. We
that's
spoke about
Paolo.
Paolo. We spoke about Paolo.
All right.
They've had friction all year. Yeah.
Put your food down and put the super chat up, brother. We got Hoops Never Stop, $5. There's nothing more barbershop than complaining about an elite player was being blitzed and doubled.
It's not complaining. It's expanding a conversation to explain why a particular player struggled, as opposed to he sucks, he choked, which is the epitome of bad barbershop talk. Let's not disparage all barbershop talk, because some barbershop talk is actually very good. This is not part
Hey
of
man,
it.
this is what the whole panel does. When it's a player that we like and it's a player that we
Narrative.
mess with, everybody up here comes up with their great basketball reasonings as to why their specific player underperformed. When it's a player that you already have a built up narrative going on about them, right? You're just going to come up here and say, "Oh, they weren't good. They choked." This has been happening since I've been up here. I've seen Swiper do it. I've seen every time Kevin Durant had a bad regular season game this year. Ox, Ron.
All right. Next super chat with 2 minutes left.
That's crazy.
We got Shashkin every platform, $5. How we expect Steph to do this and the N-word miss half the season?
It's Steph. Because we expect greatness from guys like Steph.
Like Chill said, he was numb to Steph making the shot.
This is what we expect from the guys who are actually better than guys who people say they're not better. And, that's what
and on top of that, him getting hurt earlier in the season. What was he doing before he got hurt, ladies and gentlemen?
Getting busy. Absolutely. He was cooking.
So why is it ridiculous for me to think that he can't come back and still get busy?
There's nothing ridiculous about you thinking that.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
It's Steph.
It was more so just because
super chat, maybe the last 2 super chats before I got to go right at the dot. We got whoopity scoopity, $5. We're going to talk about Draymond locking the Kawhi in the fourth. We have many times. Next super chat. Let's see what else we got up for Big Ox. The next one up, we got Teddy-114PV, $5. People like Ox and others got to stop mentioning Kawhi in the same breath as Cade.
Oh boy.
Y'all really think we done cooking Kawhi? We ain't done. We just getting started. Let's go. We not done with Kawhi. Ox, bring your ass back up here. Yeah.
What has this nigga been?
I don't
lurking in the bed.
Hey, chill. Hey, chill. This man just got back home from his happy hour.
He want to
come up here. Yeah.
He think he's slick. Like on tiptoe in the work. Like we ain't noticed that his ass is here.
Bro, all excited too. Like we ain't done. We just getting started.
What the hell? Like his ass ain't, like we ain't realized that his ass ain't been here. Ron, you something else.
Do we have 0 moderators up here?
0.
Yeah, now we do.
Yeah.
They took my powers from me.
Yes, sir.
Also, I want to say quickly.
Why did you take your powers? How did you remove that?
That wasn't me. I was backstage.
Okay.
But someone was talking about James Harden as well.
Can someone just put up the next super chat?
This is crazy.
There we go. Respect Steph.
Respect Steph. $9.99. I've been saying this for years. Jokic wins best in the world. Giannis win best in the world. LeBron win best in the world. Even Kawhi win best in the world conversations. Curry wins. Giannis, Jokic, Luka still better.
They tried to call Kawhi best in the world in 19. I remember.
They did.
Because he won.
Snuck it in there.
You know? God forbid you call Steph the best in the world in 22. Makes no sense.
That was
when I drew that parallel, though, it didn't make sense. So I was just saying words.
It did. Mars's logic made sense as well. Like in 21-22, the body of work. Yep, 100%.
And by the way, I'm of the belief I don't care. Like that's not how I would make the argument for Steph those years. I'm just saying based on that argument, I think Steph should have been the best in the world at some point.
No, I feel you. I was with you on that.
I just phrased it that way because that's how most people viewed it. So that's it. Right?
It was very
also. I saw in the chat Max say, and this was a good point. Max, when we were talking about the 15 LeBron and stuff like that, Max said people don't like ESPN until it proves their point or something, and that is true. We do counter a lot of the narratives that are spawned on that platform or national media as a whole. However, the reality of the situation is, which I think some of us need to remember too, is that those platforms and medias do drive the casual conversation about the sport. Like there's going to be way more people listening to ESPN and Stephen A. Smith and all of them and what they're saying, and they're going to drive whatever narrative that they have more so than we do on here. That's
I gotta check their views. Hold on one second. I just want to double check what you're saying.
No, it's not even just like about the
PC?
It's not about the views. Sure. What I'm saying
they
is
do.
like
They do. Please continue. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted to check if what you were saying is true. It's a big statement.
It's just a less nuanced conversation. It's a less nuanced
I'm saying that they drive narrative more than we do. So yes, what they're saying is probably going to still be more of a widespread narrative than what we.
Yeah. Also, we weren't using ESPN to say, look, we agree with ESPN. We were using ESPN to say, look, this is what the conversation was at the time. Two different things. Whether or not I agree with said conversations doesn't change that those conversations were happening. So yes, using mainstream media outlets as proof of this was the prevalent conversations occurring is different than saying, look at what they were saying on this platform. I agree with them because these guys say it. That's two different things. So
and fundamentally, the post was like up for interpretation massively from what I saw anyway. So it's.
But again, like when people start talking about a particular player, right? Like if ESPN drops a stat and says this player always chokes in the fourth quarter, that is going to become a conversation because that opens the worldview for you to start looking for that when you're watching that player and be like, oh, damn, Nick Wright said this or Kendrick Perkins said this and look at it. It's right there. If someone starts calling out Anthony Edwards' defense, I feel like we should have a proactive part in this as opposed to a reactive part. I think we should talk about what's important and what we think is important and not necessarily go into the ESPNification of shit because
I think we do though, Pen.
I
we do a
agree.
good job of that.
I agree. I agree. ESPN stays very topical and we will go very historical. And I think there is a difference to what we do, but I'm just saying, like, I think, and I said this to Ron last week too, we have a lot of people up here who really know basketball. A lot of people up here who really know basketball. And I would argue that in a debate, I'll take some of y'all over some of the people on ESPN for sure. I'm not even kidding. So, you know, I think we could all do better. Is what I'm saying.
For me.
Yeah, most definitely. But you know, unfortunately, Stephen A. Smith will never want that one-on-one smoke with anybody up here because he know that.
I got to.
Who got the next super chat? I'm finna just start reading them goddamn just off the start.
Yeah, do we have anyone backstage? You can put them on the screen.
What in the world?
What is going on?
Yeah, I didn't put this on the screen.
What is going on?
Yo, Ron.
Extend B-Pod straight up.
Put down the tequila, brother. What
Bye
are
bye,
we doing?
Jimmy. I mean, he's been linked to the Warriors already. I'm just saying. It's not that crazy. It's not ridiculous.
There we go.
Tupac Westside 474 499 super chat says not all fires need to be put out, Ron. Damn! Exclamation point.
You get to read all super chats until you stutter, and then we move on to the next person. That's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. I like this. Okay.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. King B 99 499 super chat. Chill called the doctor, tell him to up the meds because Steph about to have your blood pressure spiking when he beat SGA, KD, yo. Boom! Somebody take it.
Damn. Go ahead, Pen. It's on you. You can finish it off.
I gotta finish it off or start over.
Yeah. Either one. Do what you want.
Okay. King.B99 said, chill called the doctor. Tell him to up the meds because Steph about to have your blood pressure spiking when he beat SGA, KD, Joker, and J&J on his way to being third all time.
Good work.
One thing I will say though, some of the super chats, there's a character limit, so they just be leaving words out. So sometimes you try to fit,
you got think fast,
gotta
man.
adapt.
You gotta think fast. Yeah, come on.
Hey, bro.
We about to find out I can't read. Damn. At Teddy.
We read this already.
We read this already.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We've read a few of these. When Swiper reads super chats, sometimes he doesn't remove them. Do we read this?
I'm pretty sure we read that.
We spoke about this, but we didn't read this.
At J.301 said, everybody better than Wardell till it's time to be better than Wardell. Shaking my damn head.
Oh, Pen, do you still think actually, you know what? That's another conversation. It's fine.
You could ask me. I don't have a timeout over here. We already lost all our
I'm saying, do you still think Steph's offensive peak isn't in a GOAT tier? You still think that?
I do think it's in a GOAT tier. Actually, you probably don't know how much I actually think about Steph. Like I think about Steph. I think he is one of the best.
You're taking 9 seasons of MJ before him.
Yeah, MJ
yes. Because
no,
MJ
but then
is literally
you also,
the GOAT.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He's my go-to. But then you said after that, people need to stop with this peak, the GOAT peak offensive stuff. That's what you said.
As in, is he one of the greatest offensive players of all time? Yes, but there are levels to this, and I do think LeBron and Michael belong in a different tier, and I honestly believe Magic belongs in a slightly different tier as well.
But you just said right now earlier you still believe he's in that GOAT tier, so how does that work?
Offensively, he is up there, but I still take 9 MJ seasons over him. As a player, however, the impact of LeBron and MJ and Kareem, I think, puts them in a slightly different tier than him.
So you're taking like 30-year MJ over 16 Steph? Is what you're telling me?
Respect to MJ, that was 37 points per game.
Yeah, I would.
All right, so yeah, we're next super chat. Where's the super chat at, man? Or are the super chats done?
They're definitely not done.
No, they're not done.
Yeah, there we go.
Drago FC 23. I was told we needed Iggy and Clay to take the fades. Well, guess what? We could take that fade whenever we wanted and locked your favorite player up.
Yeah, he's Draymond FC, so he's living good right now too. Yeah, he's living good.
It's also crazy too because in 2015, the person who guarded LeBron the best was Draymond.
Yeah,
but
man, like I want to say this. Like sometimes the shit that I be saying up here is usually to balance out something that I don't think is being talked about enough. I really don't think Draymond gets enough credit. So if I come up here hating on a player because he's getting too much credit, I might go a little far, sometimes way too far, to the other end to balance it out a little bit. And I just believe in balancing shit out. So sometimes y'all talking about Scotty being a top 50 player, I'll say top 10 just to get him where I want him, which is like top 15, top 18.
Yeah, you did. I also heard you do say that Scotty and Ant are on the same level. I do remember that too. That was egregious.
There you go. Hey man,
yeah.
Ant fell off. What can I tell you? Next super
Still
chat.
better than Scotty.
We'll see. Avery said it was hard to even get shots up.
What's that? Yo,
Who got standing shot?
yo, someone look in.
Quote.
KV already kind of looked like that nigga.
Quote.
What
It
is
was
wrong,
hard to
dude?
even get shots up. Kawhi.
That's crazy.
Missing shots is one thing.
Real
Struggling.
nasty, bro.
Yo, it is
Alright,
KB. Mute KB. Back him up. He hurting our ears. There we go. Thank you.
Okay. Quote. It was hard to even get shots up. Kawhi Leonard. Missing shots is one thing. Struggling to get them up. We got to stop gassing him up with all-time scorers.
Shaky.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he's an all-time scorer.
He is. He's great.
I don't know where that means he falls on the list or whatever. But he's
Is my mic still messed up?
Yep.
Yes.
badly.
Yeah.
Off.
Some people not made for the bright lights, man. It's cool. Why is he on the big screen?
It's closing time. It's closing time. You need to take a lesson from your GOAT and step up. Okay.
It's bad right now.
Okay. Ghost Killer 250. Yo, Unk, your mods blocked me. Young _ Esco 999. Instead of Justo earlier, laugh my ass off. What I do. Keep up the debates, y'all.
Unfortunately, you're not gonna get the answer because Cho's not here. But
Yeah.
hopefully, you get unblocked.
Chill
Unless you
didn't
do
victory
something
lap
heinous.
enough for me because when he said the Clippers were making the playoffs, we always ain't on it with that take. I ain't gonna lie, including me. I was disagreeing with them.
Cho no ball, man. You guys gonna realize that.
Facts.
Hoops never stop. Shout out to top 10 defender Dre. No, not because last night. That was just business. Shout out Wardell too.
Facts.
Absolutely top 10 defender.
All-time duo right there.
Might
man.
be top 5 defender all time. He's great.
I think I had him at 5. I think
He's up there for sure.
maybe 6.
It's like shorter, less aura Bill Russell. Okay.
I just said he's a worse KG. That's why I said he was. He's
Further.
also a worse Bill Russell. So you know.
Yeah. Next super chat. Okay. BBSW3CS with a 499 super chat. Y'all giving Kawhi all this slack, but when it was Jalen Green seeing these coverages, he was the worst NBA player. Okay, we're not talking about Jalen Green and Kawhi Leonard in the same conversation.
Actually, let's think about it. Kawhi had a 7-game series last year. He went crazy in one game, got glazed. Jalen Green had
Next
a 7-game
super
series
chat.
last year. He went crazy in one game. Where's the glaze? Why he ain't getting glazed?
Bro.
Ridiculous.
Well,
The standards are different, man. The standards.
my
are
mic still
different,
fried?
because
no, it's
No,
no,
good.
you
good,
good now.
good.
Because
Okay.
people really understand that Jalen Green, he really an S-tier player for real. But just only once in a while. That's it. But
Well, let's see what
Only
happens with
once in a
Jalen
while.
Green
yeah,
tomorrow.
once in a while. Oh no,
I pray
tomorrow
that's
he's
not
gonna have
tomorrow.
7 points. Don't worry, tomorrow he's gonna have 7 points. But he had 35 in the first one, so he averaged out 21 points. We'll take it. There we go.
Next one. Oh my god. Big Za 00 JJK the GOAT anime. What a name. With a 499 super chat. Draymond went Darrell Revis mode last night. Kawhi was 6 points, 3 for 11 field goal percentage, 4 turnovers checked by Draymond.
Oh, is that a tour day? Just like curiosity.
That is that is a tour date. 3
Because I heard you call 11 for 25 a tour day. I've never heard 44% be called a tour day before.
Ever in my life.
Yeah, so I guess Kobe's career is a tour day. No,
You've heard my Kobe takes. I'm kidding. He's top 10 all time. He's top.
Penn was reading off
bonus better.
Steph's field goal percentage game by game, and he asked if 11 for 25 was a tour date, which is
That was was that game 4 too? I'm pretty sure that was game 4.
I can't remember I don't know what game it was, but he said 11 for 25 is that a tour date? November 25th. I'm like,
Game 7 was
No,
a tour date. don't lie.
October 10th is a date too, but no one's gonna say 10 for 10 is a tour date. So I mean, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's not.
448 Damon XX said old head casuals getting cooked, laughing my effing ass off.
I don't like that.
I
nigga.
don't think old heads are getting cooked. I think old
Neither
heads
do
are
I.
sick and tired of the Magic Johnson disrespect, personally. And that's just me projecting because I'm sick and
I
tired of
agree. The
Magic Johnson.
disrespect is disgusting of Magic Johnson.
I still have Magic top 10. He just second
no,
all time greatest point guard.
I definitely don't have him top 10, but the disrespect is ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out why saying Steph Curry is better than him is disrespectful.
I don't think that's disrespectful. I think saying Dwayne Wade is better than him, Tracy McGrady is better than him.
I didn't say
think
that
Yes, you
completely.
did.
I didn't say that
better than
completely. Look, man, Magic's really good, bro.
In another
You know what
world,
I'm
Real
saying?
Talk thinks CP3 better than Magic too. We know this.
Another world. We can live in
This world.
I don't understand. Look, Magic's really good. Great transition player. I think he's the greatest passer of all time. I honestly do. But I've watched
That's
him
where
play.
it stops. Yeah,
I'm not
it.
You'll
impressed.
notice
I'm
Real Talk
sorry.
says great transition player like a slur, by the way. Like, he don't even
No, I
don't
know.
want to give you
No, I
that
know.
credit.
Giannis is a great transition player.
He's like,
LeBron's
yeah,
a great
great.
transition
He
player.
says great transition player in his way
No.
of saying, yeah, but you suck in the half court.
Yeah, he's like he's a cool little 2v3 guy. It's fine. It's cool, bro.
I
It's
guess.
fine.
And he got a numbers advantage. He pretty good.
I mean, that's kind of what he lived on. But I guess, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, my dad thinks, to the person in the chat, my dad does think Magic is the GOAT. So maybe that's where it starts. Maybe it's
2 unstoppable inches with 199 super chat, which we are now apparently reading. Better odds to win it all, Hornets or Warriors? Better odds to win it all? I say Hornets. What say you?
I mean, the conference that they're in.
I mean,
Neither.
what
I
number's
wish that's
bigger,
an answer.
0 or 0? I mean, it's the Hornets just off like the virtue of what they'd have to go through to win, as opposed to the Warriors.
Yeah, I'd be voting in favor of that because Steph has to go through OKC, potentially Denver, and San Antonio.
Well, no, he would only have to go through one of Denver or San Antonio because
Oh no, you're
they're
right.
on the same. Their
But
second
one-
round
either-
should be low-key free eats, the Lakers or the Rockets. If they beat OKC,
I'm not gonna lie. If we were in the Lakers position, we'd be in that with that Rockets team. I'm just saying, bro.
I think Khan is more important than people realize. And if he's really hurt, I don't really give him a shot in hell. So maybe Golden State. If Kristaps, it's really up to Kristaps and Khan, really, like how healthy are
Nah,
those
we
guys?
getting. I love my team. We getting packed up in like 4 or 5 games, bro. When we make it,
If you make it, big
win.
if.
It's win. This was big.
You think Phoenix is getting packed up 100% tomorrow?
I'm like 88% sure they're losing.
Do you not see how motivated these old guys are to make the playoffs?
You not?
Yeah, do you see the defense they played?
Do you see what Draymond?
Jalen Green can physically not score against the
This
Golden
was
State
their
Warriors.
game
This
7.
isn't a play. This isn't a
They have
playoff
another one to
exclusive
play
thing.
for it.
Like, I just want to make sure we know that this is not a playoff exclusive thing with Jalen Green against the Warriors. Jalen Green can't score when he plays Golden State at all.
It's just
And then we're going to
blitz.
be relying on
It's just
Dylan
blitz,
Brooks
bro.
buckets. Oh man, it's over.
You know what's interesting?
over.
There is a player who scores really well against Golden State.
And his name is
Scotty Barnes. Okay, next super chat. He's been destroying that team for like years. And also destroying Steph defensively. Okay, Taserman17 with a $5 super chat. Kawhi is my favorite player as well, Ox. I want Dio Brando energy. Zawerdo. His Clippers era, which has been the most disgraceful era in NBA history. And 5 frowning emojis.
There's been more disgraceful errors in NBA history.
And it's pretty. It's
not
pretty,
really though.
His highest
That
feat
video's
was getting to the
coming out
second
soon.
round in his like first year. So,
If you include the Pablo Torre stuff, I think it's a black eye for the league, the organization, and all that stuff. But it is interesting that these Microsoft guys, first Paul Allen with the Blazers, and now Steve Ballmer with the Clippers, both Microsoft guys. They kind of come into basketball thinking about it like it's tech. Like you can just throw a whole bunch of good players together and it's just all going to work. And that's just not how it works. They destroyed a pretty coherent Clippers roster when Kawhi joined that team and then just put 2 great players together and said, oh, go win a championship.
I mean, part of the reason why they did that is because Kawhi one of those players. So
no, that is fair.
That's
sure.
why I don't get when people are as harsh as on like KD or LeBron for like hand picking their own destiny and then it goes wrong. I can't get mad at them because you wanted that. That was the outcome.
But
that
you
wanted.
don't think Steph has wanted players? You don't think Steph wanted Jimmy? You don't think?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Okay, so now
Like,
Jimmy's hurt. Is that
definitely.
Steph's fault?
You can argue, yeah, sure. You decided to take a player who is injury prone. It could be something that you can blame him for. But I'm saying I'm not gonna get mad at people for doing that. Essentially, is what I'm saying. Like he wanted PG to come to the Clippers by any means that's necessary. He wanted more guards on the team as well. The team was good. It's just for Kawhi, to be fair, unfortunate injuries plus not showing up at the right time. So that's just.
Well, should have stayed in Toronto. Would have gotten another championship. Let's go. Next one. Whoever's behind the scenes. Drago FC 23 with another one. 2021 and 2019 Steph was better than Bron. But if you want to use the injuries, give me 2016 Steph. Then he got hurt as well. Non-injury 2016 Steph is better than Bron.
That's also where I'm at. If we're gonna acknowledge Bron's injuries, you gotta acknowledge Steph's injuries and so.
We can't.
As I said earlier, I give Steph 2015, 2016, and 2021, and 2025, 2026. So there's a lot, you know. And again, LeBron came into the league when he's 2003. Steph came in 2009. That's big. That's big gap, right? So comparing them in 2011, 2012, 2013 is useless to me.
I do think that LeBron was better than Curry in 2016. But I just think when we have this is why, like, to me, it's what kind of conversation are we talking about when we try to go back and have a conversation about a player? Because sometimes it does take, Bron's playoff run, he reminds us who he is. But when we try to do these going back to one specific year, it takes away all of the context surrounding whatever players that you're comparing and what part of their career are they in, right? Steph Curry in 2016 is, more so establishing himself. They tried to discredit the 2015 run because of the injuries, and him and his team came out blazing on fire that year. That is absolutely correct. But at the end of the day, like after the finals happened and after that playoff run happened for LeBron James, to me, as great as Steph Curry was in that regular season, it's still the wrong conclusion by the end of the season to say Steph Curry was a better basketball player than LeBron James that year. But I can understand the argument of that specific season, I guess, but it's disingenuous in my opinion, because we do know the consensus at that time was like, LeBron's better than him. By the time we ended that season, it was LeBron's better than him, and kind of the thought process throughout. That's why the same people who were arguing that Curry was better than Bron in 16. No, excuse me. The same people that are arguing that Bron was better than Curry in 16 because that was just our general opinion, be the same people that come up here and say Dirk was better than Kobe in 07 and then try to tailgate or like specify that one specific season when we all know the general consensus was that Kobe Bryant was better than Dirk Nowitzki in 07, but you want to highlight one specific season.
Point.
Oh, look. So it's like, it's two different kind of
conversations. That's a really good
That's
point.
why I drew the parallel with 16 and then this 21-22 stuff that happened in the 2 years. That's why I drew that parallel, because LeBron was obviously still around that conversation, but there were still other players who were highly regarded as the best players in the world, like the Embiid's, the Giannis's, the Jokic's, and the Steph. But when Steph had still that credit in the bank that people alluded to for LeBron, it wasn't applied the same way with Steph, even though he had credit in the bank, like winning championships, MVPs, deep postseason runs, and even coming off of the finals that he had in 2022, which was arguably one of the best finals in NBA history from like a scoring standpoint. People still said, nah, Jokic better, or Giannis off year, injured. So that it was the same thing. That's why, like, to me, the inconsistency just doesn't really make any sense. It just, for me at least, that's what I think.
There needs to be a distinction between better season and better player. It's very possible to have a better season and not be the better player.
I agree. I think we've lost track of that though up here. We used to say that and agree on that, but then as we started going back to, but this one season, and it's like, yeah, old boy was better this season, but this other player is still a better player than him. Like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Okay, next super chat, yo. ISO help 22938 with a 499 euros super chat. Is that pounds or euros? Is that pounds? Pounds, my bad. Ignoring playoffs performances and awards, what players do you guys just rate higher than others based on ability and talent alone? Easiest answer in the world. Scotty Barnes. Go on. Anyone else?
I guess my answer would have to be Steve Nash. I guess.
Rasheed Wallace as well. I mean, he was very successful.
I say Uno. Still feel like his talent doesn't get attributed to him enough, and his own impact on the league still doesn't get pushed as hard as others because he wasn't as impactful.
Too, yeah. Kevin Garnett. Oh, Manu Ginobili. What am I talking about? Manu Ginobili.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade.
Manu is a great example. I think it's probably going to be a player that played a role that was maybe underneath their level or didn't have enough time, in their peak. I think Kawhi's a good example, actually. I don't think 2 finals MVPs, 0 MVPs, and just 2 DPOYs represents the talent that he was for most of his prime.
Yeah. I think the injuries for Wade from if you go 06 to 12, maybe even 13, but those seasons where he got hurt, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to put on display all the greatness that he had.
I mean, he came into the league with no meniscus, so I mean, he was playing on borrowed time regardless. So
one of the greatest two-way players of all time.
Okay, next super chat.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
White D2R1I with a Canadian 699. Are we just going to let Nick Nurse slide today?
I'm wholeheartedly with Penn. Nick Nurse is a criminal.
Yeah,
scamming employment in the National Basketball Association.
Boxing One, and then he created a T-shirt and a hat on the Boxing One gimmick. You're not a genius because you busted out of high school.
Yeah, I thought he was a nice little creative defensive coach.
He is creative. He's creative.
Yeah, turns out I'm just glazing because he only had one person to guard. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good off whatever he and his coaching staff have going on. I'm good off that.
But that's it. Like, it's, when something happens, when something successful happens for a team or an organization, we all rush to credit one individual or 2 individuals. And it's usually the 2 individuals who most loudly declare, I was responsible for this. And Nick Nurse was very quick to declare that I was responsible for this. Look, I took over this team, and it's just like no mention of Danny Green, no mention of Kawhi Leonard, no mention of Marc Gasol, no mention of like the incredible team you had, no mention of LeBron going west. It's like, bro, if LeBron stays in the East with the Cavs, Raptors probably not getting past them either. So, Nick Nurse benefited. Y'all know this thing. He renegotiated his contract the day after they won the championship.
He knew he was scamming employment. Yeah, look at it.
Bro.
Hey, man.
And
that's smart. That's smart.
And I said it the second the Sixers hired him, because I literally ran a 1-year campaign to get that dude out of Toronto. I shit on him every single day, made lives about his toxic energy and his bullshit. And the day the Sixers hired him, I said, frame this comment. Y'all will regret this within a year. They regretted it very soon after. Okay, next super chat. Whoopity Scoopity with a $5 American greenback super chat. We do like the American greenbacks more than we like the Canadian dollars up here. No offense. We're going to talk about Draymond locking up Kawhi in the 4th. We already read this one, and we already talked about this ad nauseum. Mad Max Sports. The panel ain't work because they not
your cooks. Next person, KB. KB, go ahead.
Mad Max, member for 32 months, says the parallel ain't work because they not LeBron. That's just a glaze.
Yeah, and Giannis and Jokic weren't Steph. That was the point. Like,
no, because they are though. They are.
Yeah, but the point was not that Steph was LeBron. The point was that in comparison to Giannis and Jokic at the time, Steph was LeBron. Like he was the LeBron to Giannis and Jokic the same way LeBron was LeBron to Steph at the time. Like the same argument would apply in terms of everything they'd accomplished to that point. Even if Steph wasn't ever LeBron, but in comparison to what Giannis and Jokic had achieved at that point, he was LeBron to them. That was the parallel. That was the point.
Next super chat.
I read the small screen instead of the super chat. Fucked up, man. I was on a run.
To Xavier Allen with the 199. Real talk. Why is Wade better than Curry?
He's a better basketball player. So it's a similar argument to the Kawhi, what Penn and Ox are trying to get off. I just think that Dwayne Wade actually hits a high enough threshold as an offensive player for all the other stuff that he's better than Steph Curry at to actually start mattering. Kawhi in 2016, he's not the offensive player, nowhere close to where 09 Dwayne Wade was. So
is
in
Wade
my
also
opinion,
better than Kawhi?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I have Dwayne Wade.
Career or peak?
No, I'm just talking at their best. Yeah, peak more so than anything.
I could hear Dwayne Wade's peak being like up there. I actually infamously, I think in 2010 or 11, I said Dwayne Wade peaked higher than Kobe Bryant. So I mean, yeah, I get it. The peak was high. Very high.
I have Dwayne Wade as the third best player I've ever seen. Like as I've been alive, and it's LeBron, Kobe, Dwayne Wade. It's the three best players, and then Steph, KD, 4 or 5-ish. No, but D Wade was like.
Where's Jokic on this list? Is he top
Super
10?
chat.
Is he at least top 10?
He top 10. He top 10.
WU. Okay, well, that's it for the super chats for us. Shout outs to KB Knows Ball. Shout outs to Mars Talk Sports. Shout outs to Real Talk and Big Ox Media and Drenchman Sports and everybody who was up here. Swipe a Cam. Who else was up here today? We had 10 people up here, and somehow we got out only 30 minutes overtime. That's a big W.
That's crazy.
Damien, shout outs to Damian Peters up here. Yeah, we had 10 people screaming over each other, and we got out here only 30 minutes overtime. It just goes to show you that when Ron stops hosting, we start moving. L point guard. I'll talk to y'all later. We'll catch you tomorrow on the panel. Peace, y'all.
Make sure you check out Chill with Chill. Make sure you check out the press box. Sundays, 1 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you check out Game Time. Make sure you tap in. And also, don't you forget that this is the splashiest of the splashes. Make sure you check in with Splash Sports. Right, we're collaborating with PC. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we will see you all later. Peace, love, and blessings.